And we're just going to sit here.
And I think we are live now. Hopefully everything's going to be working. We are an Unfiltered Gamer studio, but we're working with Breaking Games, and we're doing the YouTube from their channel, because for some reason Facebook does not like us. For the last hour, I was literally, well, even longer than an hour, I was trying to get the stream to start, but this will have to suffice. I think you guys will be okay here. So all my viewers are going to... It's better quality, in fact. So you guys will have a good time. We're going to have Josh check the audio on the computer in the back there to make sure the audio is good. We'll check the comments, make sure you guys can hear us. I thought I was late, but you're early. You're late with us.
Yes.
I guess that's how it would look.
Yeah. A wizard is never late.
Exactly. Precisely what he means to.
We have to squish you. Let's see if we can squish you in just a little bit more so we can get Darlene even closer. Right?
Yeah.
Did we, though?
Yes, we
Okay.
should. We see your hands, but that's about all we see.
No
How was audio? Was good?
Exactly.
Everybody can hear? Perfect. Beautiful. We have Josh, hashtag just Josh on the camera.
Hashtag
We
what's he
have
drinking?
Peter Vaughn here, and Astrid,
Yes,
as well as Darlene. It's going to be a 2-on-2 game.
That's right.
2v2.
And it's going to be me and Peter versus Astrid and Darlene. And I'm going to be playing as the, what are these guys? The Celestial Beings,
Storm
right?
Horde.
The Storm Horde. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you switched it up with me then. All right, I see.
And then I'm playing the Stonehelm Dwarves. So we're going to be looking for gold.
I'm playing the cutest faction, the Rattlings of the Swarm.
Cute relative, sure.
Yeah, and I am the ever awesome Emperor Crush Ogres.
And you're going to do an ogre
who may
voice?
or may not have some shenanigans sayings along the way.
All right. Now, there's a lot of different videos out there showing Dwellings of Eldervale playthroughs, so we're going to do a full playthrough of the game. Mm-hmm. It is 2v2 mode, so I'm going to focus on explaining the rules that are different for that mode. But we will still talk through the moves of the game.
Yeah.
You may not have seen the other ones, but this one might be a more advanced one, so watch this one when you're ready for digging into deep strategy, right? Because we've all played. Well, actually, we just taught Darlene today. So we're also going to see what it's like when we throw someone in
a newbie.
A 2v2. Well, the nice thing is you have Astrid on your team.
She's good.
Yes.
So you get to take benefit of all of her work on the development team and all of her knowledge of the game on your side.
All of my dastardly deeds.
So when we play a 2v2 game, we are all going to play individually for our best score. Mm-hmm. But the difference is you're going to combine that score with your teammates and then compare the total versus the other team's total. Mm-hmm. All right? The other rules of 2v2 are that you have a hand of magic cards and you can completely show them to your teammate and talk about what you have.
Beautiful.
You're allowed to trade cards with your teammate at a 1-on-1 ratio. So if I want to hand this awesome spell to Michael, we do something like this, okay? Now, you're also allowed to go into the dungeon and buy an adventure card, not just for yourself, but for your teammate. If you do that, they go up in elemental power. You're also allowed to spend swords at any time in battle for your teammate. So Michael's in a skirmish, I can use swords to help him out.
Yep.
Also worth noting that if you cast a spell and it has an effect on opponents, it does not affect your teammate.
Yep.
But lastly, though, there is friendly fire, so if you're in a battle and your teammate's in the battle, they will lose if you roll well. So if you have an awesome...
And there is table talk involved between the two players. They're working together, obviously, and you win together as well.
You absolutely are in a cooperative... You're still playing a very competitive game, but there is someone who does not want to kill you.
Yes. And there's tactical reasons why you might to make a move that will benefit your teammate more than it would benefit yourself, just because that works out more tactically. Mm-hmm. Like you might want to build up your partner's tableau a little bit better than your own.
So now top level, this is a fantasy worker placement game. So worker placement games normally involve you take a worker, you put them on the board. In this particular case, it's an asymmetrical worker placement game. So you don't have to sync up with the other players. You take a turn that is either one worker on the board or all workers off the board, which means you may end up pulling back sooner than someone else pulls back. We are going to play like that, taking turns either putting one on or taking one off until we reach the end. And the end is triggered by either the map is fully explored or someone builds all 6 of their dwellings.
Beautiful.
All right.
Now, wait, before we get started, though, okay, we're doing what we can, obviously, here. But we're still going to be giving away games today.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
we're going to be giving away the game Expansity by Breaking Games, as well as the Manhattan Project Energy Empire, signed
by Luke Laurie. Now, Luke Laurie designed that game, and it is in, like, say, top rankings on Board Game Geek. And this game is sort of, you know, if you think worker placement is good in that game, he's taken it to a whole other level in this game. But we've got a signed copy of Energy Empire, which might be a rare title to get your hands on, and we'll be giving that away. And how do they win these things?
So, I'm going to share this video, first of all. Share this video, like this video, and comment on this video. Those are the 3 ways you do all those 3 things. You can enter to win. And at the end of the stream, what we're going to do, because we're just, like, frantically making sure we can show you this 2v2 mode, in the comment section, we're going to go ahead and have Peter pin the winners. We'll have to do some kind of polling from the thing off of the live stream, unfortunately. Okay, I think it's just the best way to do it, to make sure we get everybody, because right now, we don't have anybody right now with names and all that kind of stuff, because we just wanted to make sure we got the game on, so you can at least watch this, right? But there will be winners available when we will also message you on YouTube if needed be. But we're pretty much set to do that. But go ahead and please like and share this. Share this for sure.
Thank
because
you.
we
smash that like button.
We were going to get a boatload on Facebook because everybody's prepared to see it. So a lot of our fans that are, you know, we had 29 people already on. You guys are serious fans of Unfiltered Gamer and, of course, Dwellings of Eldervale. So I really appreciate that. We really appreciate to get more people to see this 2v2. And, of course, those of you who are watching later, you guys probably watching, you know, a couple days from now.
Sharing later is great as well, because we have a Kickstarter that is trying. We just crossed 3,000 backers.
Done.
We're past 300,000 bucks, and it means that the game is getting better and better. So if you share it with a friend, we might unlock. There's cool stuff happening. We've got 13 factions right now, playable factions. Like, so tonight I'm playing the dwarves. We could unlock the other side of that board. We unlocked. We've got the Ratlings over here, and just the other day we unlocked Servants of the Eye. So a whole different way to play when you pick the color purple. You could switch it to either side.
Wow, nice.
And so we've got more minis, more cool stuff happening. We really appreciate your support.
Beautiful. Got a lot of people commenting. That's great. What you drinking tonight? Hashtag just Josh.
I'm drinking Porch Rocker. It's
Porch Rocker.
Seasonal. It's a really rare one, actually. It's with the
He's in the doghouse. He's in the back taking care of the camera work.
Is drinking.
I'm not in the doghouse. I'm just covering for you. You're welcome.
I mean, the stand-up dwarves should have a drink too, but we'll work on that later.
The ogres always party, but
ready to go. So I think we pretty much set up. We already set up the board. And we got
I do want to talk about something else, which is that we're playing a 4-player game, which means that the elements that we've picked, air, order, chaos, and fire are in the game. You don't always have every element. We've also picked 2 additional elements, darkness and water, to be in the game. We are not playing with earth and light. That means that the monsters for those elements are in the game, but you'll also notice this is not a Dwellings miniature. This is from Super Fantasy Brawl, our friends over at Mythic.
Nice.
I stole this to use for the game. Thanks,
Az, we're thinking about you. That is going to be tonight's Minotaur, which is a special mini that you can get if you go on to Dwellings of Eldervale and you solve the riddle of the Minotaur. We've done these puzzles where you can unlock this special mini. Won't look exactly like that, but it's a what we're calling a mercenary. So it's not a monster; it's a mercenary. And just so you know that you can get that mercenary if you get an orb and you decide to spend that orb on getting that unit.
Yeah.
Are we hashtag family friendly on YouTube? Yes,
we are.
Yes, we are.
So if you get the Minotaur, the Minotaur rolls 2 dice in battle, so it is like your warrior.
Yeah.
But it also has the ability to rush as it desires to. So you know how monsters can rush in when you step next to them? Well, the Minotaur has the option to rush in if the owner of the Minotaur wants to.
Nice.
So it's pretty fun, and we're going to try it out.
A lot of control.
If you get an orb, you can go for that. Otherwise, orbs can also be used for orb rewards or spending them on your adventure cards. There's lots of different ways you can use your orbs, but you have another way tonight.
Orb.
Beautiful. Yeah, you guys can subscribe to Breaking Games too. They're going to have content coming out for all their games and whatnot. So you're more than welcome to subscribe.
If anyone hasn't seen the We're Doomed video, the We're Doomed video is so much fun, and we just put that game out. It's going to be released for Origins. It's going to be out of Gen Con as well, and it's up to 10 players can play that one.
That's a party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Party at the end of the world.
All right. So we're an hour late, so we're gonna get into it. Play some 2v2. Peter and I versus Darlene and Astrid. Who do you guys think's gonna win? Comment down below right now who you think's gonna win. Who you know is going to win. Who is going to decimate? Based on not only my previous live stream play. No names. Okay. But also Peter playing Luke Laurie. We've got some strong strong power over here. And then we have beginner's luck as well as someone who's been dominating from what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be a challenge for one of us.
All right. So what we do to see who goes first is we roll all 6 of our dice. The battle in this game, when you're battling someone, you're actually looking for the highest die result on the dice. So we're going to roll all 6. And see
got
who
5
gets,
here.
You got these. These are your dice.
What about these?
Those are the monster dice.
All right, I'll use blue then.
So the ratlings are not taking this one down. I have a 6-5.
Yeah, you have a 6. I don't
A
have any
6-5-5?
Okay.
Looks like
It
it's
looks like
Stormhorde.
the Storm Horde takes it down. So what that means is you're going to put the light blue in up for 1 point. And then it'll be white for 2 points, and then the ratlings will have 3 points, and the ogres will be currently winning the game with 4 points.
Yeah.
So if we stop right now.
So 1,
Beginner's
2.
like I won.
And this is the rat's a 3, right?
Yeah.
And then red is 4. It's
Technical
gonna go this way.
difficulties,
Then.
I won.
Yes.
So I'm going to at least
Game's
points,
over,
but I
get
get a
up.
start.
And
so
we
that's
should
pretty
talk about cards because we are in team mode here.
Alrighty then. Let's get in here and let's see what you got.
So I mean, we have a couple of these between us. We should consider these later, maybe.
That's useful.
Okay.
Same.
So that's not to worry about.
Yeah, all of
And it
these
doesn't.
are-
Yeah.
We're gonna worry about those later.
Cost.
Okay.
So we
Now,
can
a good thing to do, we just unlocked quests
Okay.
in the game. So, like, there
Okay.
could be quests like defeat a monster with one worker.
Okay.
Well, if I have that quest,
We'll try
you
and,
know,
like, pull
but
them
if
together.
Michael's about to go against a
See, I have this
monster,
one, I have
then
this
that'd be a
one,
good
this
time
one.
to
Okay,
swap
that's a
that
good
quest, see if he can pull it off. If he doesn't pull it off, he can swap that quest back to me. This one's really good if we're going to the dungeon. This one's really good if we want to get rid of our hand. That one's really good if you're going to battle.
Battle.
That's really good if you're going to lose battle.
And this one here is
If you lose a
and this one
bunch.
here says
Yeah, actually, you had more
not
than
a
one of
bad
that. Oh,
They're
interesting.
letting you in on
Fascinating.
their
not a
strategy.
bad.
So I wish I could
Chips.
share those all with everyone. Maybe I will
Sure.
give a little heads
Chatty
up on those
Cathy's over
cards.
there.
Maybe you can flip it.
But I also wanted to mention that we are in peacetime right now. So this monster, which is the Iron Golem, is particularly brutal, but is
Alright.
currently dormant. So we're not going to see any of that monster just yet.
Could you read out what the Iron Golem does for our beginner player?
Absolutely. So what the Iron Golem does is workers roll 0 dice against it.
Even
So
yours.
normally a worker rolls 1 die, but a worker against Iron Golem is useless. The other thing is that spells cannot be used in any battle with the Iron Golem because it's invulnerable. So if you have that really cool lightning bolt or fireball or something, you're not going to be able to cast it when the Iron Golem is out there.
Tough luck.
All right, so where are you going to go in your first turn with the Storm Horde? We should also explain, too, every faction has unique abilities.
Yes.
So the Storm Horde, the Dragon special, and the Warrior is special. The Warrior's a Valkyrie, so you can fight from anywhere. And the Dragon can plunder, taking 2 tokens from the board.
He can even, if he's in the
Underworld.
this guy right here, he can actually come out and join a battle too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how
Rad.
powerful that guy is.
Nice.
Yeah. You want to say what yours do?
Yeah, so I've got the dwarves and their workers actually have a power, which is mining. If I return on my pullback turn, on a regroup turn, if I'm coming from the ruins, they mine 1 gold. And then the warrior, as long as I keep a tool around in my supply, the warrior rolls an additional die. Because he's got a warhammer.
All right, I think he's gonna go hang out there.
So
Nice.
I am the cute little
Love this one
ratlings, and we are Legion. So my power is to swarm.
Yeah.
Anytime
Okay.
that my
Getting
workers
used
join
to
a battle,
that.
I gain a sword. So I can fight the Iron Golem with workers just by spending tons of swords.
It's true.
Uh,
That's nice.
and my dragon is a tunneling dragon. And when I
Ooh,
place my
that's good.
dragon, I can use the action of any adjacent realm instead of the one I
Oh
actually
wow,
placed in.
that's rad.
So I get a lot of flexibility.
For me, my warrior is his power. I guess is aggression. We're mad. Each time my warrior is in battle, I gain 1 VP, whether I win or lose. So I get a victory point, and my workers get to roll 2 dice instead of 1. So 2 dice versus 1.
So they are
What?
They're the good smashy
particularly
boys.
saddened by
Yay!
the Iron
Yeah,
Golem.
because I get 0 dice
Zero.
instead of
That's
2.
zero.
My
It's not
Right.
even
bonus
like
die.
the
Yeah, breaking my
interesting
heart.
Writing would be the Iron Golem makes
Reduces the
workers.
die.
Okay, if she gets to do
roll
that-
less
No,
dice,
it's
but
fun
no.
to see those kind of combos.
My
happen.
warrior should be able to come out from here then, right?
So if you see me tear
Oh,
up,
I
you
can
know
just
why.
fly in,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even though I haven't bottom.
All right, let's see what I want to do here. So my teammate has gone over into the water realms, and so I could stay near my teammate, or I could go check out this darkness realm has some potions.
How dare you?
I don't want to have the rats having those
So-
potions.
So we can see very clearly what Peter's doing here, which is taking the double tokens. Because some
Those are
tokens
good.
have 2 resources on them, and I want those. but unfortunately he didn't leave me too many.
And when you go to an elemental realm, you take one of the tokens that are there. If there's a stack that's empty, you get a resource. You can just take the resource directly that it produces. You take those treasure tokens and you can hold 4 of them. You could cash them in at any time as a free action. I could turn this in and get 2 potions. But you want to hold on to them because they're good for your engine building.
Let's go home.
Oh, you're going to go to the Chaos
The
Realm
rat goes home.
and grab a gem. All right. So, Darlene, it's your first turn of the game. Now, when you're coming out there with the worker, you can't go where someone else is. You have to go somewhere unoccupied.
I am going to go...
Don't go by me.
So if you want the other double, this one has 2 swords.
I was going to do that. So I'm going to take the 2 sword tokens.
Caught it. Tempted to use this early.
And I'm going to put it in my
more
first slot.
cards, unless we really like these.
Alright.
Yeah.
I don't like this one
Doubling
at all.
up.
And see, that's a turn.
I don't like that one at all.
I did it.
Because you need to buy stuff that's expensive.
Yeah.
And this one... Sorry. Alright, so the ogres have gone. It's back around to the Stormhorn.
Ogre's gone.
Ogre smash!
This is for later.
not yet.
Now I need to figure
battle.
out what the voice of the Rattlings is.
Ratigan?
The Rattlings.
Now, spell cards count.
Rattling?
If I've played them, my spell cards are still going to be in my pool, technically, for the end of the game for
I
points.
said
No.
rattling.
Once
No.
you cast a
I don't know,
spell...
like rat-
So, in
Right.
order to gain
Just
points
make
for
that
this
up.
specific card here, I have to have them in my hand.
Yes.
Not played them.
Right.
The
That's why I'm
Rattlings.
thinking that might be a good one to cycle out.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I would say so.
We're gonna come and beat you.
Yeah,
Is that what the rats sound like?
that's how they sound.
Okay.
Like,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go
We're
ahead and
workshopping
play
this.
my swirling vision.
Well, did you read the rat story?
So on my turn, I can discard any
I haven't
number of
gotten
magic cards from my hand and draw that many magic cards equal to the amount discarded plus
Okay.
1. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this one for sure, which is
Okay.
gonna give me
He's
points
getting
for
rid of a prophecy.
spells.
So you're currently drawing 2 cards for the swirling vision.
This is super useful, so I'm gonna keep that. I think. I
I
don't want.
think
I don't.
that one's
yeah,
useful
that's pretty
though.
good
It
too.
is?
Maybe
Yeah.
if they're like Jersey rats.
And I think that one,
She-
let it go.
All right.
So
We're gonna run
we're throwing
out
away
of
2
Eldervale.
prophecies.
There you
And he's
go.
gonna get to draw
2
3
plus 1.
3 cards. Which
X
is,
plus 1.
Equal.
We're gonna run you out of town, she.
okay, did you actually take your turn though? That was a spell that you cast, but that's a free action.
Right.
So that's a good one.
That's a real
I
good
like
one.
to do that one not
I like
on,
it.
the,
Oh, yeah.
on the
We
first
have
one
some intel
because
over
the
here
first one's cheap
happening.
anyway. I like to wait a little bit on that
For
one.
sure,
All
for
right.
sure.
Who do you think I should? Where do you think I should go?
Well, now that you've gone here,
Yeah,
you have to place
shouldn't get rid
adjacent.
Of course.
Now he's sleeping, so you could walk into his space and get that epic token before somebody else does.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's
That's
a pretty
I
good
get
one.
it, yeah,
It's
for sure,
two
for sure.
two things.
Nope.
All right, he's gonna come in there.
Rude.
Yes.
Rude.
Although it
Rude
exposed
boy.
a gold, which I can't grab now because I'm too far away.
That's so sad. And we're in
Yeah.
peacetime. How tragic.
We are at peace.
And what is the cost to? Okay, here's the cost. I should say. This is the cost what you would need to pay for. Now, everybody's costs are the same, correct?
Yes.
Yes, everybody's
So
cost is
if
the
you
same.
go to the portal, now these brown realms here are ruins, and the portal is one where you can summon more units into the game. Okay. Now you also have your own personal portal. So if you never make it out to this particular portal, you can regroup and go to your own portal. I am going to go where the rats are and take this magic card.
Rude.
I mean, you're not going to use it.
That doesn't
I mean,
look
I'm
like a
definitely
magic
gonna go
card.
get that gold.
The rats are going for the gold.
You can't. I'm there.
No, peacetime.
It's peacetime.
War, I tell thee.
Well, that's
No,
pretty.
that's my Wicked Witch Doug. That's
That's
not
not
my
your
rat.
rat laugh.
Can I get
The
a sword
ogres
from
are
that
up
if I want to?
next. Well, this is really good if we lose a lot of
Okay.
fights.
Oh, I took them out.
Because it's really good if we're piling up. So whichever one of us piles up first.
Does this mean it
Should
gets to be
take
either
that card.
or?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Those are really good for certain adventure cards.
Yeah, to have it
And these things,
change.
is this a cost?
It is. You
Yes.
either have to be in that level of the track. Now, light's not in this game, so you won't be able to get there. So you'll have to spend the other thing as the cost.
I'll get you, my pretty. Your little dogs, too.
Question really fast. When I'm buying, if I have excess, so let's say I have something that has 2 scrolls, can I still
You
buy
get the
this?
change. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do. So now the ogres are thinking about getting the scrolls, but you're all the way over here in this order realm, and you have to place adjacent, so you cannot
No, I can't.
jump over to the water.
Your dragon can
you
do
could,
it.
You could go to the portal.
can't wake up
You
early.
could visit
Yeah,
this
you
little
can.
party
You
with the
can,
Iron
you can summon
Golem.
your first worker. Because that costs 1 of anything.
So
Okay, let
yes,
me
if
do
you
that.
step on the portal,
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to
you
be on the
need
portal.
to get, if you want to get a worker, Astrid's right, the very first worker costs you 1 of any resource. And I should point out, these cards are resources also.
Oh, right.
So you can say,
So you
oh, that's
can't
not a
just
great
spend
card,
one if
that's a
you want.
Do I
resource.
want to, though?
Of any type?
If I want
It's not. It's not a wild. It's a. This requires any resource, and this.
And this is a resource.
Imagine this is straw, and it says any resource.
Yeah,
you
so
could
you
pay
want to
straw.
keep them. So this isn't good.
I feel like I want to
too,
dump
so it
that.
should be just one. Right?
Oh,
That's
definitely
not a
never
good
get rid
one.
of
I
a
don't like
token.
that one.
Those are
Yeah,
very
so
good.
you
Now,
But
here's
it's
the
a
thing.
cost,
Now, the
too.
thing is that
Which
you
one
could
do
trade
you
it to
want?
me, and I could cast the spell.
So
and
I'm
we could dump it that
gonna
way.
get rid of a sword.
Right?
And so that
We
goes.
have
Where's
to
the
trade it
discard
to
pile?
one-to-one.
The resource pile.
Resource?
Yeah, the resource pile.
Oh, we have a big pile over
Okay.
here. Or start a new pile.
Start a new pile. So she's spending a sword in order to summon one of her workers.
So
Alright.
one of my mercenary soldiers comes into play.
All right.
I got another one.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that was the ogres. Is back to the storm horde, and you've got one worker left.
Am I looking to put this way over here, you think?
I mean, sure, getting more units
You get
is
another
good.
unit? I think I like that idea. So I'm going to get another unit. It's going to cost me 1 resource, though, right?
Well, it
Each?
depends. If you're summoning a worker, it's one of anything, or you could go for your Valkyrie or something else
Yeah,
if
the
you can
first
afford
time
it.
it's one.
I mean, technically speaking, you could get the Valkyrie if you want. You could also get your dragon.
How can I get my Valkyrie?
Because
hammer, sword.
you have a hammer
Yeah.
from your token, you have another hammer, and then you have a sword, and so that's the recipe for a warrior is hammer, hammer, sword.
Hammer.
Now you would get change on this token, so when you cash in for hammer, you'd still get the scroll
You
back.
think I should go for it?
You must be true to your heart.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd break that token for that right now. I
Does he know
think
the Mulan
your
trailer?
idea of just
Yeah.
cashing in for a small worker is pretty good.
Dump one of these guys here, you think? Or
Yeah.
should I get something here?
Since you don't know what you're going to need.
Yeah.
One of the things I like to do when I'm first playing is I like to dump swords right away because we're in peacetime. So
See?
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
is a
and
sword
I
here,
also-
right?
No,
we
that's
don't need
a
anything
sword.
to
Sword's a
battle
sword,
quite
then.
yet.
This is the gray. Sorry, these are all temp resources.
Yes,
so
temporary
you've got cubes.
resources.
They will be a
I'm
lot
just
cooler.
relearning the player boards here. I've played multiple times now,
Yeah.
but there's new
Yeah,
player
and,
boards. You got game trays going on.
So the game trays, what's really fun about them is that when you're done playing, you
Diddle-diddle-doo.
get to snap these boards right in there.
So
and
all
then
the
you just be
pieces
able to
stay right in
play,
place.
Hey, I want to play the white faction. You take this, and then, hey, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And then when we unlock both sides, you choose which side you want, and then voila.
But yeah, and so set up and tear down is really easy.
All right, so you went there and summoned a worker.
I did.
The dwarves have one worker.
Did you want to trade 1 for 1, by the way?
Sure. Let's
I don't want this, and you might want to dump cards.
Yeah,
this
let's
is.
do
I don't
this,
care
let's
what
do
you
this.
give me. I would never use that card. At least not for this specific faction.
This is useful, and I think one day we're going to use it, so I'll give you that one. And then I'm going to do what Michael did. We
Yes.
actually got the other Swirling Vision, so I'm
Which
gonna
is very
cast Swirling
nice.
Vision. We're going to dump this card. We're going to dump this card. And I don't like this prophecy, so that's 3 cards out, which means I get to draw 4. Now you have a limit of 7 magic cards that you can have at the end of a turn. Now these are way better. Now we're talking.
Oh, dang!
Now we're
You
talking.
guys are in trouble.
All right,
Sending
now my
intel
actual
over
turn.
Ogre not like. Shenanigans.
That is my scared rat noise.
Calling shenanigan ogre talk.
I don't really like where we're surrounded, but I'm going to go to the fortress, which costs 2 of anything to get 2 gold. And I'm going to ditch this sword for sure. I'm going to cash this token in.
For
and
another card?
See if it's
You
a
didn't
card.
do that before Swirling Visions?
No, I didn't. That would have been smarter. See how Astrid's, she's better at this
Yeah,
game.
she's good.
But that's okay. I got a spell that I like, so I will be spending a different resource. My gems are out, so I spent 2 resources to get 2 gold, and now I'm in business.
Dun, 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 dun,
I like
dun,
that
dun,
one.
dun, dun.
I think it's good. I think it's a good card, but it requires planning the
Are
whole
we
game for it.
waiting?
So if you're gonna plan for it, or I can plan
Ah,
for
it's
it.
dragon time.
The Ratlings have a tunneling dragon.
Nice.
Meh. I'm celestial, babe. I just fly up in the air. I'm just like, what's up? And you're like, I'm under the ground. And I'm like, well, that's fine with me because I'm in the air. Oh, no.
That is exactly what the tunneling dragon looks like.
Wow. Now you're also gonna do. We don't have the sound effect bases for this game, but you know, you and I used to joke about sound effects. So you're
Yes,
gonna do the.
I'm gonna do all the monster sound effects when they rush.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
no.
Not final recordings,
right?
everybody.
What was that?
It's your
My
turn.
turn. So I can go here because it's peacetime, so we're not gonna fight.
That's
you can
correct.
always go
Yeah,
there
go
and
ahead.
take the token,
We'll
but
be
yes, there will
good
be no battle.
friends.
Yeah, for
Hey,
now.
give me that epic token. We
No,
don't need
I'm
that.
not going to.
Darlene gets it.
I
She's
got the
already
2
got 2 tokens that are
scrolls.
good.
Yeah, better than mine.
So it comes
Alright.
back to the Valkyries.
All right.
You've still got a worker because you did go to the portal.
What
and
am
you
I
got
look?
one more.
What am I looking to do? What do you
But I
think?
should build a dwelling on
Let's see, your
We're
choices
working on a
are
team now.
here.
Okay, so let's not do
Yeah,
that.
I can literally go all the way around
You did a
here.
worker.
interesting that you could.
I'm just saying where I am. I can't.
You could go to the dungeon already, but if you go to the dungeon, I'm just trying to think about what we could do here. I could go to the dungeon and buy cards for both of us, but I'm out of moves, so I'm not going to be able to go. She's not out of moves, and she's not out of moves.
They're planning something.
I know.
Should I go over here, you think? And just grab something for now?
But I also, like...
It depends on whether or not we think that are they gonna go to the dungeon.
Question.
Yeah.
Does your partner's houses give you extra dice during combat?
No.
Boo!
We'll take that up with the designer.
Call Luke.
Yeah.
Should I? You think I should have
I'm
something
thinking
to
alternate covers with you singing.
What was that?
What?
Well, let's see what your resources are.
For the
sound bases? Is that how we get people to back the legendary tier?
The problem is if we want to buy my door, it also costs 2 scrolls. We're both playing a scroll heavy faction. And you have some scrolls, but you don't have enough to buy all of it.
Yeah.
So I actually think you should avoid it, and we'll hope they don't buy our doors, and we'll see what happens.
Should we go over here and grab another scroll then?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't need that move, actually.
Okay.
Chillin'. You don't need this.
Oh, interesting.
So now the dwarves.
What's this little guy doing out?
Oh.
That one is.
He's the one you spent. He's trash.
Yeah, we have to create a pile of those.
There
will be a game choice that holds all your
Is
discards.
he covered though?
Alright, so the dwarves are the first faction that is run out of units, and in a worker placement game like this, you can pull back before you're out of units, but if you are out of units, your only choice is a regroup action, so I'm going to regroup right now.
You need to land on the dark side.
Next to it.
Josh, go ahead and share this link out on my personal Facebook page. So people can see it.
Love it.
On my
Everybody's cinematography kind of have to stop for a second, so you're just gonna get the regular shot. Sorry.
Oh, so
Wait,
sad.
Mike.
Alright, so I'm going to pull back. I'm
got some
going to... Now, I have options to dwell right now. Fascinating. This is a particularly
that is a
good
really
spot,
juicy spot.
and it's just right here in the middle of the world, and I would probably interrupt the Ratling's plans if I did this.
I can tell you right now, you won't. I don't have enough potions.
Well, okay, so you're not going to do it this turn?
Can't.
But you can pull back and get a potion, and you have a gold, so you are lying.
So maybe could.
Okay.
Stop it!
I'm definitely going to do it. All right.
Wasn't going to, but could.
Okay, so what I'm going to do in order to make this... 3 potions is still a lot.
Yeah,
and I have
it's
a
really
token here that
expensive.
generates 2 potions. How I'm going to make this happen is I'm going to plug it in so that it's not wasted. I actually could use it over and over.
Yeah, it's part of his engine.
So I'm now going to
But
pull
you paid
back.
for it, though, with that.
I'm going to pull back to this spot, and instead of generating a scroll, it now generates 2 potions.
Which is pretty sweet.
And then this unit right here is going to go to the mill spot, because I have a personal mill. The mill allows you to do dwellings, so it requires 2 people, one to use it, and the other one actually turns into a house. Sets up a bed and breakfast in the middle of this chaos realm.
Boatload of points.
And it scores 2 points for every nearby ruin and 2 points for every nearby house, whether it's yours or not.
So that's 8 points right there.
Yes, it is. So we're getting 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yes, you have to call back.
And it has 2 power and chaos, so I actually joined, this is odd for order, but I joined the chaos track, and I'm accelerating at a faster rate now than the chaotic rats in chaos. And then I take my 2 units off my board, and we're done.
Okay.
You just have to keep the
You're up.
We'll go through it on your turn. Okay.
Now, so when you pay these guys here,
now
you can then put them over here to utilize for later?
You can plug them into any slot.
Even after paying for them?
What do you mean after paying?
If I want to use this for something,
then
it goes.
Yeah, it's gone.
Only way I get to keep it is if I plug it into a
Yes.
slot. I see.
Now, by the way, I had a regroup turn, so I do take my final power track marker and I put it on the glory track, and now I am ready for battle when you guys are.
See, I was paying a lot of attention to
me.
everything.
Sorry, one more thing. I had workers that were pulling back from a ruin, and the dwarves get a gold when that happens.
Yeah. And did you get your points?
That's my
Yes,
fault.
you did. I see.
I did.
Yeah, we made sure to give them that.
I have,
Right.
So I have the interesting turn. This is why it's taking me so long, because my dragon can fly 2 spaces away and activate any adjacent space, which means that I could literally activate any space that I wanted right now.
Nice.
So I have
Great.
a lot of options.
The tunneling dragon is great.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely trying to figure out what the higgity heck it is that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's key when you're stuck in a game and you have sort of a situation where there's that many choices. You have to figure out what is it you really want.
Yes,
right?
and what I want is what everybody wants: gold.
Just go into the fortress.
So I'm trading these 2 guys for
Sword.
2 gold.
Okay.
Sword and I think for 2 gold.
There you go.
Okay. And I'm gonna help you through your
Yeah, Darlene wants to
yeah,
use the
now
stuff.
that you've,
Ogres.
now that
Ogres
see, this is
hungry.
going to cost you 2 vanadium. This is
Ogres
going to cost you
had
3
the
vanadium.
worker
Now it's a better time to play it.
go to the
I should
mill
hold
and
it,
dwell
steal
here.
from the thing.
You could.
But instead,
Instead, workers have decided to go the cheapskate Peter route
yeah,
and use the pullback turn
We're doing
instead,
the old
instead of
pullback.
spending the token. It's just more efficient.
Sure.
yeah.
It's not cheapskate, it's frugal.
We like to save
So,
here on the ogre.
Nice.
Step
Or
number
Cost effective. That's what I always
Cost
use.
effective.
I'm very
Like
cost
my
effective.
double scroll.
Yes, your double scroll is now going to be your generator over there.
Okay.
One of your people is going to
I
come
want
back
that.
and activate the double scroll. So we need one more scroll bit, please.
Mhm.
Well,
the
it's going to
natural
get
ones.
into toss
Which
back.
one is it? This one right here?
Yeah.
Alright.
Perfect.
So you pulled
you
back
now
an
have
ogre to your...
3
to your-
scrolls.
Yes. So now you have 3 scrolls,
Uh-huh.
which means that you can pull back this ogre
Yep.
to the mill spot.
There's my worker to
That means
the
this
mill
one's going to live
spot.
in order.
Yeah.
Oh, turnabout is fair play.
Mm-hmm.
Which
This is my
means
realm, or
I'm-
it was my realm, but it
I'm
looks like the
building-
ogres are very
Ogres
orderly.
we're like cool roommates. Well, I guess
So-
like neighbors.
All right,
Which-
so you've built this house
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I feel like these all shrunk or something.
Built my
Yeah.
house of red brick
We'll get it all nice and...
with the hay diddle
yeah,
diddle.
when
I
it's not
scraped all of
posted.
those personally, so they're all my fault.
So you get 2 points for every nearby ruin. So
Exactly,
you're next to the
so-
mill for 2 points.
2
and you're
and
next to the
4.
portal for 2
Yeah.
points.
So it's a decent score,
Red
so
would
it's a
get
4
4
pointer.
points.
Yeah.
Which
More
is,
importantly, though, this is a powerful order realm.
yes, and we couldn't let him have it.
Nope.
You could have, but
We didn't.
not today.
We don't want to.
So you're going to gain 2 in order.
So,
Uh,
Right here, right? So
that-
go 1, 2.
no,
But
Nope.
That's not my
just- that's
color.
a
I
teammate,
tricked
yeah.
you
this
guys.
is how I win all the
To
games.
make sure everyone was paying attention. 1, 2. Yeah.
Now, the reason why you might want to be ahead on a track, first of all, there's an orb at the end of the track, and that's the most magical thing in Eldervale, and you want to get one of those. The second reason why it might matter who's ahead of you on that track is that the doorways, which are the adventure cards that are on the top, they have a part of them that functions better if you're in the lead on a track. So if I was hoping to get the order door, which is the engraved door, now part of it won't work right because the ogres just got ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I did the same thing to the rats, so...
Poor Ratlin.
So, we now have the final step of that turn, which is that she is pulled back, which means that her
Yeah.
battle
I'm on the
token
So
goes
you're
to
ready
Raja.
for
track.
battle.
Yep.
Oh, and these go away because we paid them.
We paid.
So we are
3
on,
scrolls for
3
that.
scrolls.
We are at
Dwelling.
the Stormhorn's turn, and you are out of units, so you must do a regroup turn.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, that's true.
Should I?
Now, it depends on whether or not there's something out there that you
I
want to do.
Maybe, because otherwise it's not as cost effective to do that.
No, yeah. I mean, you could do the dungeon turn,
But
but
that's still.
I think that's...
Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get all 4 of them.
You could, but I also can go right out and do it, and I have gold. So I think maybe...
Oh, you're going to do the first dungeon turn, I see.
I might.
So I should pull
So
out
I
one.
could buy for
So
you.
I'm going to go ahead and take this and put it over here.
Okay, so
Probably a
he's
solid
slotting in a
choice.
token.
And then I'm going to go ahead and pull back.
Sure.
Doodle 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 doodle.
I usually do these one at a time in case you want to dwell.
That's true.
Yes.
Now,
But
you
order
can't dwell where
matters.
there's already someone, and you can't dwell in a ruin, but you could dwell in this water realm or in this order
And the
realm.
water's going to cost me potions.
3
1
potions.
and 2.
Looks like you
Yeah,
don't
you're not
even
dwelling
know.
over there.
I don't have enough.
And then this one only costs 1 scroll if you want to get into order also. Now, you know as a
forgot a
teammate
scroll.
that I'm in order.
Not important.
No,
So-
it's not a good idea to do
Yeah.
that for you.
Every
I don't want
dwelling.
to mess you
So,
up.
yeah,
Score
so you know
3
that
of
I
your
want to be in there
adventure
eventually.
Do I have any cards that would
So
give
then you're
me...
probably not going to
We
dwell.
need
So-
to get...
So you can't just do all adventures? You already have a dwelling, so you're set.
I'm good. Okay.
Basically,
I don't have a sword now, though.
That's fine. I think this is good for later when we have a bunch of swords.
Wait.
Okay.
Because if
This
he's
is
going
good
to
for
buy
any
adventure
time.
cards, he's
That's
gonna
good for
reveal new
when you
ones.
get... So this,
To
you
see
know,
if I
But
But I
see-
don't have... I
very
can't
many
dwell, though.
resources.
So it looks like I'm just
Yeah,
going to be
I
pulling
should
back.
get more resources.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and these guys? Which
Okay,
So
that's
one
gonna
can
get
use
me-
that, which
so that
generates
you
a
know
scroll
you're
and a
done.
tool.
What's the tool color looking like? This one here?
The black one.
The black one. Okay.
Probably get more
Oh, you're used to the colors here.
Yeah.
And you're going to just come back, right? I got nothing else I can put these guys on, right?
You can put them
Yeah,
on the
your
summon
warrior's
spot,
actually
and so
the
you
one
could
with your
summon
special
something.
ability. So
This
Oh,
would be a
I
good
got
time
my
to get your Valkyrie,
So should I
because
get
it would
more?
cost
I should
2
get my
tools and a
warrior.
sword, but you don't have one of those,
So,
do you? That is
so
that
two-
is the
up to
downside.
you.
Okay, so I have the...
It
You
all
could
so depends on what
summon
the board ends up looking like. If
a,
some
person,
tokens get
probably.
revealed or stuff.
So I see
Yeah, you
one
can
of
summon
these,
another worker.
Right, that's the silver. Good one.
Two of anything?
Two of anything.
Yeah.
Maybe one
2
of these.
tools.
Maybe a tool. Maybe 2 tools, you think?
Don't call yourself that.
2?
2
Two
tools?
of you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean
bring
they're a
you-
team.
Yeah, we'll bring you up.
Okay.
There you go.
And then
those just got to come right back. Yeah.
Nothing yet. All right.
So when you don't have an engine,
that's all I got. That's all I got.
You
Sorry.
have so many workers because these come back. You've got 5. I only have 2 dwarves here.
Can I just?
That's
It's
so
still my
sad.
turn technically.
Yes.
End turn. Can I
Yeah.
just play this then?
You can, yeah.
There's no reason not to at this
No,
point.
yeah,
There's
sure,
no reason
let's
not
get
to.
it
Play on your turn. Summon a worker for no cost. So this would normally cost
Just
me
playing the
3,
recruit
but it's
spell?
just simply it's simply free.
Yeah, he gets that last worker for free.
I like free.
And then these
Free
2
is
come
good.
back.
And these guys come
So
back.
he's got like an army of Stormhorde Valkyries. They're ready to attack.
All right. I like
I've only
that.
got 2 dwarves, and one of them is going to go right here to the dungeon. Now this guy's not awake yet
Yeah, because I
Because-
haven't pulled back.
because the ratlings are still
Mm-hmm.
active, and so we're going to put this one here. The Stormhorde is just officially regrouped. So now I'm going to go here to the dungeon. First thing you do when you go to the dungeon is you flip over a tile and you explore Eldervale, and I found
Oh!
the Living Storm.
Show the living storm.
Oh, the Living Storm. Look at this thing. Look at this mini. Is that the sound?
That's what I'm going for. It might change as it stops.
I got one too. Ready?
Consistency's not my strong suit.
You like that? That was my
think
living
that's the
storm.
storm, no.
That is my living storm.
We'll put it
If I
down
had a solo cup, I could
here.
do something better.
We'll guard down there. The mage tower is all protected against
The living storm.
You also need, anytime
No,
a tile comes out, you put on
how's it doing?
tokens to start it off.
I want some
technically
gold,
the
that's
first
what I
one.
for the first
Okay,
time. Yes.
perfect.
I got some gold for you.
All right.
I'll generate the gold, and then I'll buy you the cards, and then we'll be fine.
I like that.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy 2 cards. I'm going to buy 1 for me and 1 for you.
Hooray!
So, we're
and when
gonna-
you buy it for me, do I actually go up on
You
the
go
track?
up on the track, exactly.
Oh!
So I'm going to spend a gold and a scroll to buy myself the engraved door, which is going to... now I should think about that actually for a second. These potions are spent. I meant to
Look,
spend
let's
them.
see what they.
I should think about that for a second because I'll buy yours first because I know I want to get you up in air because no one's fighting you on air. So
Yet.
I bought you the Nimbus Gate,
You can.
which
And this lets me go
bumps
up
you
one, right?
in
Yay!
that.
No.
Now, if I buy the engraved door, I'm still tied with the ogres, which might not be the way to
Jump
go.
this
Maybe I
guy
need to
in here,
jump
maybe?
in a track
Should I
that
wait? Maybe I'll wait.
isn't being contested. Skip order and get going on something.
That's not very orderly.
Yeah, the dwarves are out of order here.
Get something you're
Order
gonna
We
the
were
like.
so
Art.
surprised to see the ogres marching in orderly fashion towards our
Hey!
goal. So maybe we should just... I mean,
The
look at I'm
ogres are
doing well in
marching one by
chaos
one.
right now.
Yeah, you might as well.
Might as well just buy the astral gate and just go into a whole
Just
different...
zoom up that. Just
Today we had a which monster would win, the order versus the chaos, and the
You guys
chaos
can
took it
link
away.
the survey in actually the chat here on YouTube. We'll also put it in the description when the video's over. And you can go ahead and check out the quiz, which is probably what you're looking for as well. It's on the Kickstarter right now.
I can't abide by that because I love all my children equally, except for the Haunting Phantom. He's my favorite.
Dun dun
I
dun.
am going to buy the order card. I'm going to fight for this order. So what's going to happen is that costs 2 scrolls. I happen to have the gold to do it, and now I go up 1 in order.
No, it's the yellow.
What's the new
It's the
What's the
white.
white?
Yeah.
White.
No, white on
This
white.
White and
one?
white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where are
Like a
are all
mayonnaise
of yours?
All of mine are white.
Oh, here they're
It's
over here.
pieces.
That's where they are. Okay, okay. I was like,
I'm
where are
only
the
in 2
extra
colors
ones?
Did you
right
turn
now.
these
Yeah.
over? Not yet.
Okay,
Not
so
yet.
once you've bought cards, then you can turn these over. And let's explain what's come
Good
out.
question.
So for order, we have an aura, which is actually our next stretch goal. And what this does is, it's like an enchantment that you can attach on another card, and it makes it better. This particular one says that after activating the attached card once, you can use a second unit to activate it again. That's structured.
Nice.
And then the one that came out for air is the Biting Frost, which allows you to slot... You don't have to slot anything. You can choose between a sword or a point.
But they're
Or
both slots.
you can slot something over those icons. And...
Which, speaking of
that's
slots,
pretty cheap, actually, to
It
get
is.
the Biting Frost.
speaking of slots,
All
this
right.
gold is definitely going to go into my starter slot.
Ooh.
So
Nice,
I have
that's
infinite
good.
gold.
It can be anything. Yeah.
So definitely going
And you're regrouping, so you're going
bring
to use
my
your dragon
boy-
then to get that gold.
to use my gold.
Yeah.
Then one of my workers is going to.
Interesting dilemma, because if you were to, like, say, dwell right here, you'd actually be fighting not only me, but your teammate.
But it's also a ton of points right now.
Could be. And that's
So I
okay
think I'm
with
going to
me.
do it.
Yeah.
So
Too
I'm
bad I
going
tried
to.
to convince her out of it, but
Yeah.
she knows the game.
It's
can you do?
almost about as many points as you usually you can
I
get
know.
for
That's
a
what,
dwelling.
this is so juicy. And he's
So that
asleep
gold
right now?
I just got, I'm definitely using to dwell.
Sadness.
Nice.
Now, I
Right
chose
here.
order thinking I was going to get that dwelling. So right now I'm regretting that I tried to fight it out in order a little bit longer.
Well, I'm still way below it, so if you could put me up on the order track, please.
Purple.
Yeah.
Yes, purple gets on order.
Nice.
And this is a good one because it's worth 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points, please.
The ratlings smoked us on that one.
Yeah. My little dwelling.
And then my last move is going to be to come here and summon one more worker with my push. Is it though? Is it though?
I don't know. You see some.
Is it though? No, it's not. It's not going to be.
Oh. Surprise to all of us.
No, it
Ogre
is.
shocked.
Ogre shock.
Ogre need moments.
We did it. We need those workers. We need the numbers.
Okay.
The rattling needs its
So
swarm.
you used your portal?
Yes, so I used my portal as my final. Because I had 4 workers, and one of them dwelled, so I got 3 actions out here. Alright.
Now you have returned home.
Which means peacetime is over!
That means if you step anywhere near a monster right now, combat will ensue.
No.
You still get to do the action, but
So
if you
now
walk
we
into
have
an opponent,
this is why we had to wait.
or if you walk into nearby a monster,
So-
it will attack.
Should I go
Alright.
in the red so I can get the sword or the
Now
Ogres
it's
are up.
Darlene's
It's
turn.
good.
Yep.
because the
We have to
sword
think
I
about what our
can
spells are going
buy
to do now. These are
my thing.
particularly
I like that,
awesome.
actually.
and the
But
gem.
But I didn't
I
want to
can
do
buy
this
my
one
dragon or
early.
whatever
I'd
it
rather
is.
wait till we have a
It's a
really
good
good
position.
time.
It's a good position. It's a good
Yeah.
position.
Is that a good
I
one?
Powerful.
It's a good
also.
position.
just
I
the one
like
that's
it.
All
better.
3 of these are.
Or the
Aw.
potion.
This
We can
one
do potions
is going to
too.
be if you have a lot of
I
air
like it.
power,
I like
which
it.
is
I like
you.
it. It's
The rest.
versatile.
Do I get
It's
to
away
go?
from
I don't get to go up
monsters.
2 unless I have 3, but I won't
It's-
have 3 yet.
Yeah, dwelling
You're
usually
poor
slows
now.
down.
And
Like,
pour
Oh, I have
around.
to dwell there.
Now my
slows
pullback
down.
over.
This
So
will
I
help
can
me
do
not
this?
be poor,
Yeah.
though.
Is that the best
So I
in
was
the
hoping-
potion?
Which
Yeah.
one's-
yes.
All these guys are going to help me
Well,
not
it's-
get poor.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that far ahead, so yeah, it's fine.
We're going to fall into
Okay.
a
It's a
trap of
perfectly
trying to get them
acceptable
all
move.
out, though.
Or scroll and potion.
I would get half
Nothing
of
on
them
this
out
is
and
calling
pull
out.
back
Well, okay,
because you
so
want to start using
the
your
fire
engine,
card
'cause your
got
engine will generate
bought.
usually
No, the fire card's
more
here.
resources.
That's what I mean.
Which
That's why
costs
the thing. was
So I
up
would
there
go with
too.
that.
Yeah, because I can use it. So I'm gonna go on my fire, and I'm gonna get the diamond slash hammer
Okay,
Excellent.
cool.
and put it in.
And you don't trigger any monster stuff there.
Nope.
And now the Storm Horde is coming out on the
Now,
board.
who's at war? Who was going to fight if I go on their space? Right
How about you
Everyone.
don't?
So first of all, you have to place on an unoccupied space.
Right.
But if you place,
Right.
so the only way the fight's going to happen is if you place nearby the golem or nearby the storm.
But you're gonna battle him. Yes.
Even if I put
alone.
myself on
There's
here,
no one
If
else
you
is
put yourself on there, he will come over because now he's awake.
And you get to hear the
I
sound
don't
effect.
want him to be awake.
Sorry,
and
the
your
rattlings.
workers roll 0 dice against him.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
Yeah, the
No.
rattlings made a ton of noise. They're
Is
like,
that mine or
I don't
no?
get no sleep because y'all.
This one
Y'all
over here
not
or
getting
no?
no sleep
It's
because of
air,
me.
yeah. So if you want to go down there,
Ogre
get
like
that air realm
music.
and start bumping yourself up more off the air track.
Okay, but it's not mine. Mine specifically then, which is that one, right?
No, this is water.
Oh, water.
So it's got the water symbol on it. That's air down there.
Oh,
So
okay.
you do want that
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah,
And you also want the one that this guy's on.
Yeah, I'll take this. And that
I
gives me
should
a
have.
spell.
Now, my placement of this tile, I should have thought about how my teammate wanted air and possibly put it nearby. Although, because I didn't put it nearby, I gave you the chance to get in there. So, stuff you could think about.
You're up.
There's a lot to think about, but also there's a lot of moves that are equally as good, so you don't have to sit there and be like, okay, let me go through every single move.
Now, if I did
Unless you're
go
playing
fight
against
this guy,
Yeah.
then I would roll at least 1 die because my house is there, my
Yes.
dwelling.
Same with me, yeah. Because I'm adjacent. Oh no.
No, it's
you
only
did.
it's only his own
Gotcha.
house.
But if I go to
Yeah.
the fortress again,
Mhm.
it looks like it's not going to cause any fights, and I do like gold. So
Yeah, that song's sticking in my
I
head.
am going to throw away this resource and this resource to take 2 gold, and I'm done.
Fascinating.
Can't share resources with you, but I can just keep buying dungeon cards for you. How's that?
I like that idea.
How?
So if anybody
I don't-
goes in the blue, they're gonna wake him up.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so mine
Fascinating.
needs
I'm like out
Question.
of places to go.
Yes.
The tunneling
Corner.
dragon.
Yes.
Do monsters register the spot that he's in or the spot that he
The
activates?
spot that he's in, so you
Okay.
can tunnel safely.
Okay. Interesting.
The Rattling's powers
Interesting.
are so good.
Like I said, it gives me a lot of
Evil
options,
rat.
so my turns are going to be a little slower. Forgive me.
Yeah,
Because what I
getting your
want
dragon
right now-
early is fantastic.
Because I want right now is resources
Resource.
and also perhaps victory. So let's try for some victory.
Oh, interesting. So she's going to the water realm, tunneling over here to grab those tokens. The Iron Golem notices this, walks in. That was our first battle of the game. Her dragon is rolling 3 dice.
4. I have a house.
Oh, I was going to get to that.
Oh,
3
okay.
dice is the base for the dragon, and then you're adding 1 die because of the dwelling. Now, before we actually get into battle, everyone who's nearby can come in.
Yeah.
So this ogre could come in.
No, because no friendly fire.
But you won't roll any dice.
Oh.
And the dragon will definitely be fighting you. I could come in, but I don't roll any dice. So we're both going to pop popcorn probably and just watch this
we're
thing.
just watching.
I wouldn't recommend joining a fight because A, you would be fighting against me.
And I'm a peacekeeper.
And how many dice
Ogres
is
are
the-
peaceful
The
now.
golem is rolling 4.
Unless I could give you the win, which would be awesome. But, I could go up in order and
But I
want
want
to
make sure everyone knows that we're not the weird hobbit ogres. We're not
So
those.
one of the things I am going to do is I'm going to trade in this token for 2
movie
swords, and I'm
ones.
going to spend 1 of them for an extra die.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So
You really need
5
it.
dice
Right on.
against the golem's 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Ready?
Big money, no whammies.
Come on, golem. You can do it.
Yes.
666.
Oh,
Dang.
no.
4, 3, 3, 2.
Yeah.
He's dead already.
Bye. Nice
7,
job.
11, 7,
Yeah.
twice.
Hey, alright.
Holla.
You should have predictions on the battle, like when they fall.
Boom,
You
baby.
should put your
Yeah,
thoughts down
anybody who
below.
bet against me.
You did me dirty, Golem. You did me dirty.
By pressure.
But now I
Not
have a
invulnerable.
difficult choice. I can go up on the combat track and get 2 points and cut closer to the first orb. Or I can go up on the order track and be real mean to Peter.
That's not true. You'll just time
Yeah.
me. You're not going to win this one.
You will do it.
Oh,
You
the
would
fight
always
is on.
win.
It also increases the value of my dwelling, which is on order.
True.
What'd you
True.
have to do?
At the end of the game, you score 4.
So you score points. So I think I'm going to go up in order.
Oh, here it's on. There's 3 of us in the order track. What do
You
we
guys have
Well,
fun.
it's to be
I
Have
know.
fun
I
fighting
love
there.
this because you're just going to be up in the air. It's going to be great.
I'm just like, see ya.
I have my
You guys
house.
do
I
what
have
you need
to
to do.
increase my real estate value.
Okay, so she's chosen to take order because she soaked that up from the order monster, and we move on to the ogres, who must place adjacent to their current worker.
Yes.
Could cause another fight right now.
So, can I go on the ground and get another hammer so I can
Hey, what are you doing in there? Hey,
eventually
you're not supposed to get...
The trays are not ready for the current 10
Okay, so I'm going to go into this silver.
It's
this
yeah.
one,
Go ahead.
which
it's
is
never.
like
I'm
rewarding for
narrating
different
out loud.
types
It's never a bad
of
idea
dwellings.
to just go
So
on a
I go
place
for
and get a
dwellings,
token for
Then I
resources.
should
There we
keep
go.
it. If you
There
start going
might
for
be-
dwellings,
Because I have some
then you should
options
get
that I
Better
could do
moves,
with
but it's
those.
better never.
I
a
do
bad
enough
move,
to...
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Is that
take it
okay
then.
then? I think
Keep it.
that looks
Like
like
I
the
said,
best.
like I said, there might be better
There's a
moves, but it's
lot
never a
of
bad
these
move.
runes.
Because at this point,
Because
it's 1, 2,
resources are
3.
good.
Starting board.
Resources are power.
This is
Yeah,
so
because I
good.
have
This
to,
one's so
so
good.
I can...
Yeah.
I know.
Like I'm a little short on resources right now. Because
Okay, so you're done?
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Back-
mainly...
it's back over to the Storm Horde.
So we'll see
Because I'd
if
like
I
to
should
buy
go
some
over here.
cards.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah,
fight.
I
but I
guess
can't
I should.
afford them.
Can I afford
I mean,
any of them?
basically
I was
anything
looking,
you
I
do
didn't
is
see
going to cause a
anything
fight.
that I could.
Step on the
yet.
fortress, you're going to fight me, which you don't
So
really
yeah,
want to
Chaos
do.
Lord is with-
Step on there, you're going to fight
That's
that.
okay.
It's
Oh,
devastating.
no,
So you
Yeah.
probably want to go over here and give the ogres a
But
fight.
she's
you can
actually
buy it.
stronger
You
than
can
you are.
actually-
She
No,
is.
I don't. Oh, I guess I did.
I could join in,
Alright.
but
But
I'd be
also,
friendly fire.
remember too, if...
You have some stuff up your sleeve too.
Yeah, and even if
And
I...
that. Yeah, you should totally do it.
We're gonna fight! But I can take this
Alright.
first, right?
Yes. So you always get the thing. So by going there,
Should I
you got
do
the
that?
token,
Think
and
about
now
it.
there's going to be a fight. Because the Storm Horde has come in here, and the ogres are in there. So the first thing that happens is clockwise from the person who instigated the fight, the attacker, everyone else can choose to join. So I could join with these dwarves. We are not joining.
Yeah, so my worker gets 2 die. I
Comes
just
around to
wanna
you. You're not
say that.
adjacent.
Not
Goes
adjacent.
around to you. You could join in.
You could move this worker in here.
Come on!
Now you're
you're
currently-
gonna
So then
need
I'd
all the
have
help you
4
can
die?
get.
That's
you would have
correct.
I
4
should
dice.
probably do that, yeah?
If you like.
What do you think?
Now you risk losing both of
Yes,
them.
you risk losing both of them.
You'll need all the help you can get.
Stop.
But
Don't bully me. Just kidding.
But if you win, you're
but
going
if
to
you
start
want
going
to
up on the
smash,
combat track.
like I said,
Ogre smash!
ogre smash.
Should I
Alright,
just
so
ogre
it looks like the
smash?
ogres are putting 2
Let's
in
just do
here.
it.
Let's just do
Let's
it.
see
Do
what
it for
happens.
fun. We're playing this game for a stream. We're not doing the most tactically advantageous
Yeah.
game. We're playing for fun. Ogre
Yeah.
smash.
Gets
No,
to
we are
try.
though. We are. We're gonna win.
Absolutely.
They're playing for fun
Are
because they
you
already know
really?
the outcome.
All right, so he's wait. After
Just kidding.
after
10
people have
point
joined,
dwelling.
then it's about spending swords. Everyone in the battle.
Maybe I want to join
clockwise
too.
Can,
I have 2.
yes, you could join.
Should
Exactly.
I-
Comes back around you.
I'm
Wait,
absolutely
aren't
not
you
going
that
to, but
color?
I could.
Now goes to the ogres. Do you want to spend swords?
No, we
Actually,
don't.
it goes to the ratlings because I am her partner and I can spend swords for her.
Oh, look at that.
Ah.
True. Actually, it goes to me first. Then
Yes.
I could spend swords on
Wow,
behalf
wow,
of you.
wow.
Just
Everyone is
reminding
just
you.
busy
Right,
spending.
I'm not
He does not
going
going to
to.
spend swords
I am
for
not
me.
gonna-
Because
spend
4
swords.
versus 1 makes me either think that he has a magic card that he's going to pull out,
What do you have? Why are you being evil?
or
Your partner doesn't have faith
Or
in
he
you.
wants to
Evil.
lose.
or he wants to lose because of a quest. So sorry, no swords for me.
That's okay.
Do you want to spend swords?
No, we
Do
don't.
you want to spend swords?
No.
Okay.
You
we're
have a
rolling.
card. I can
1
tell.
die
You're
and
an
4
easy
die.
raid.
Go. Look at that.
Big money, no whammies.
Stormhord's like, I'll use air to blow on this die.
Oh.
6.
I turned it into a
6-6.
6. But no, 6/6 for the ogres.
Wait.
No,
Let me
you
think.
You can't beat it. Because it's 6/6/5, unfortunately.
Oh.
See, they have a 6/6/5.
Ogre smash!
Oh no.
So
We're
this
hungry,
unit
we
goes to
want
the
to eat.
underworld. You get a sword for that,
Bye.
which is great.
Yeah,
Which
how
is
do you,
good.
How
You
you
want
feeling
swords
about that?
because I think those are going to help you.
What do I get for being
And then
victorious?
you get
You
the
get to
first
go up
combat
on-
victory.
Yeah, I did. Wait, let me move my little piece.
Yes, which means it goes to the first one.
And you get 2 points.
I'll just cover
Yay,
up the
did you
camera
put-
so you can
oh,
move
sorry,
up yourself.
Did you put 2?
I didn't yet.
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks.
And the ogres have got
There you go.
the
The
combat
Storm
victory.
Horde.
Now each victory gets better and better.
Yeah, it does.
So, all right, that was your move. So it comes
I
back
rolled a
around
6 too. That was
to
solid.
The,
It was
comes
very
back
good.
around to the dwarfs. So the first thing that I'm going to do is because I'm returning from ruins, I get a gold.
Nice.
And then we're going to pull one of these units back to the summoning portal, and we're going to take care of this issue of not having enough dwarves.
You know you're playing Dwellings of Eldervale when anybody takes a turn and you go, oh my god, I hate that.
Where'd my guy go? Where's my guy?
Like anybody.
What?
Oh, he's in the other world, yeah.
So this is going to summon something. I'm going to use a gold to summon something, which is going to be...
Right?
Hate to use gold for
I
workers,
know,
but
right?
That's all I've got is gold.
It's so sad.
Then this other worker is going to come back and generate... You know what I would do? I could do this in a different order, okay? So I actually am going to take that gold back. This worker is going to generate 2 potions first. If you can do these things in any order, then this one's going to summon, and I will use a potion
See?
to get that dwarf.
Dude,
That's
Way
thinking,
better.
yeah.
Okay, done.
That's
Better
kicking a
way.
guess.
All right.
So I'm a little low on resources, which makes me very sad.
So this
So
was
I'm just gonna go get more resources.
So-
So they can't go
good.
over here or here, basically.
No,
gonna
but
get
what it does is
that old scroll.
it's really
This
good. You
old
could wait for
scroll
a
right
while,
here,
let
'cause
that
it's
let them build up in there, and then do it for a whole
to
bunch
the center of the map.
Would you go the center of the map? Would you your house to visit your dwelling, your bed and
Yeah,
breakfast?
it just gives me options to move around, you know?
You know, you decorated it with like the dead body of the golem out there. It's terrible.
Listen, that's how I decorated my house. My house is entirely decorated in skulls and plants. So that's my aesthetic.
You're not in darkness yet, so hold on with those.
I mean, haven't you
creepy.
seen the really cute, like, my little skull staff? Let's show
true.
off that art.
Yeah, I showed off my ogres.
Boom,
Okay,
baby.
cool. Yeah.
So,
Art's fantastic. We're having a fun
Alright, so
time.
for me,
Whose
is
turn?
Mine.
Yes.
I'm
Alright.
talking with my partner.
okay, so,
So either I
You-
can summon back and get this, or I can dwell.
The board
or I
needs
can
to be
just go get
bigger,
resources
first of
because I
all.
can
Oh, you
dwell.
can
So
just get
the
tokens.
dungeon.
Oh yeah, did
That's
you
what
want
I'm
me to
gonna
get
hit next.
any? I
I
don't
think
know.
It's just too small right now.
What I could do is
What
buy
do
you
you
back.
want
I
to
wanna
see? Because
find
I
a
only
buy
have
you
a few
this card.
resources.
how you feel about darkness?
I'll buy you this card. I'll buy myself that
I mean,
card.
where am I right now? I'm
You're not in
the
darkness
white
yet,
or
but
I'll start
remember,
buying
we
We want to
can
eventually.
Yeah,
because you
I
can
want to
get
eventually have
the
to
chaos
be able to
card
pull back.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fight over and over
and get
again.
yourself the
Yeah.
darkness card. You can totally
So
afford
which
that.
one should I go
No, the
into
good news is I left the
or-
fortress so you could go
or-
there
or-
without
or-
fighting.
or-
So you
or-
turn some of these into gold.
That was my
One's
next
fighting
move.
over.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one?
Yes.
So I go into that one with the hexagon and the
Yes.
two? Okay. This
What are
worker,
you
right?
ogres
So all my
thinking?
workers
And
out.
you're not on the board yet, are
So-
you?
No, I just came home.
We're going to go. We're dungeoning.
Oh, the first thing is a tile.
Mhm.
And you get to explore. It is another air realm. Where would you like to put it?
Not by Michael.
Okay.
Aren't you the air?
He is
Yeah,
the
but
air.
I don't-
I love it down here.
Yeah,
So
maybe
I'm guessing you're not going to put it down
probably
there?
up top by me.
All right, you want, by your house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
is that best?
I'm
It's a decent spot.
and then
A couple
we're also going to
tokens.
take some new ones there, right?
There's gold up there.
Guess who's walking over there?
Me.
Boop.
Oh,
All right.
Probably the
So
person
now you're going to
who's
get to buy.
going to
You're
dive
going
in
to
and
go
get a
on
gold.
2 adventures.
Okay, so here are your choices. With the resources you have
So we're
right
not gonna
now,
be able to do that now.
you can
Right.
afford
Right.
There's 2 dungeons
something
in
that
full
costs
player.
2 gems.
I can do it.
Something
This thing
that
will kill
costs
me,
2
but I'll-
hammers,
Yeah.
or something that costs 2 potions in some combinations. I haven't done the math.
aggressively on the
Okay.
cards.
So
Which
what
means
are we
that
thinking?
this, and this are all options for you.
Okay, where am I right
You
now?
are fire,
Yeah, so I'm currently on fire and I'm currently on the
so you can
white.
buy the fire card for 2 gems.
Okay.
This eliminates. No, actually, this doesn't eliminate anything. So would you like the fire card?
Yes.
Excellent.
Then I can go up 1.
So she's going to go up
Can
1
you
in
move
fire,
me
please.
up to the...
Nope.
No, I already am.
up.
There
Excellent.
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
So-
which one
so
was
that
I?
will
Bought the
cost
brass
you
door.
a
Gem?
yes,
City of
and a
Brass.
gem.
Yeah, it's a reference to the
Nice
city of
gems.
brass.
5 gems.
Okay.
So now you have options. If you want to buy cards for yourself, if you want to buy cards for me.
Yeah, if we can strategize, because both our points count at the end, so it's
both
okay
our points
to help
count
each other.
at the end. Exactly. So, if you want to bump me up in Chaos, so I can match Peter, you would get me the Chaos door.
Okay.
If you want to put me in something that
aggressive
isn't
because
occupied,
it's like right now,
we would go into water
right
or
now
darkness.
realizing that they can make some real
Which
strategic moves on these
one
tracks.
would you prefer?
So,
what we should be
think
doing is
is our
pushing
best
one of
move?
us up
So,
a track
you can
as fast
generate-
as possible to get orbs, which is what
Do we have
they're
anything
Well,
in
mine
our
are-
cards? I don't know.
I know.
We do.
We're gonna get you up there.
So my card, I don't
I'm
have any
buying
cards
the
that
air
can
cards
help
every single time I
right
go
now.
in.
Right,
Just gonna
me
push you
either.
up there. Get the orb.
And
We could get you up to the orb, and then you could
wait.
buy the Minotaur.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden you could stop it around with the Minotaur, which is
I thought
also awesome.
I thought I had completed a
Let's
goal,
just
but I
double check.
hadn't. So no, none of those actually. Oh, actually, this is an interesting one.
It's fascinating about
because
spells. I showed this on an update.
That,
Level 2 spells
if you
cost
get me the darkness
two
scroll and
two
give it to
resources,
me,
or
I
you
can
need to
do
be
it for
on
free.
level
Okay.
3 of a power
Let's do
track.
that.
So when you look at your
So-
hand and you say, "Oh, that's a power track that I need to be up on," you can.
Peter,
Yes.
you've been spared. We're getting the Door of Darkness.
Yes.
This time.
Oh, but I really. Are you buying it for? Is she
So they
buying it
bought
for
Death's
you?
Door.
Yeah.
You bought it for Astrid.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice
It's
of
very
you.
I
kind.
am very nice.
Now she happens to love skulls, as she just said, and Death's Door is super cool.
You can also
art
buy it for
by-
yourself.
No,
if you
you
like.
can buy it for
Arena
you. It's okay,
Nordsoul
because
did
we're
those.
partners, so even if I die, Astrid's points will count for me.
Yeah.
But I don't plan
Well,
on
then
it.
again, we add up our points together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
not helping
matter
out too
now.
well,
It might have mattered if one of us
I'm not
had
helping out too
welded
well.
darkness.
Yeah, but we don't.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
but we didn't.
So,
Okay.
All right, so you
Then
bought
we
2
will try
cards,
this for you
Yes.
which
next
means you're
time.
done.
Yep.
So 2 new cards come out. So the fire
Perfect.
card that comes out is called Pyromancy.
Ooh.
If you have an orb on this card, you
Orb,
choose
orb.
one adventure card in the dungeon, discard it, and gain points equal to the number of the resources that it costs. So you can burn cards out of the dungeon,
Wow.
but you
Very
need
fun.
an orb, and it costs a lot. You also have
Cloud of Death!
Oh no!
Is that your
This
next
is
move?
you have to put an orb on this one too.
Wow, these
and
are
it
both very powerful.
destroys a tableau card of all your opponents.
Oh my god.
Cloud of Death!
Now, when you go to the dungeon, if you only buy one card, you
can burn
a
it.
card. That is a great
So-
card too.
That's a great card. If that comes out in the early game, highly recommend that you just burn that thing out and don't let anybody
Yeah,
get
that
it.
sounds pretty
Because
horrendous.
it's pretty pricey and it's awful.
Powerful.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that was the ogre turn. So we go
Yes.
back around to the Stormhorde.
You can see me?
Feel like that's where I should go.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
It's not going to cause a fight, and if you want a better pullback turn, that's what you're going to have to
I
do.
got it now. I'm
You
drinking my
can turn
Josh's
any
drink.
2 things into gold, which will set you up for a good dungeon turn. And when the ogres pull back, this dungeon will be open.
If I'm pulling back.
Well, I mean, you don't have
Well,
any
you
units
know,
over there.
Because you're not my partner. You never know. I'm full of surprises.
All right,
Ogre surprise.
2 for 2,
Actually,
right?
let's
I'm
talk
done.
about this.
Yeah, I know. I gotta
All
put that.
right. So the
Yeah.
dwarves can come in
Unit.
anywhere that's unoccupied because it's my first
would
move.
that
So what I could
be
do is like
efficient for you?
start up
Like,
here, get this stuff, but I also could go to the
is there something
dungeon.
that you'd like to do
Now
with
here's
paper?
one downside if you go in
Yes,
there.
we
If I
will.
step on the dungeon, the living storm, which
the
is
gold
power,
is only,
pulls everything in. It will
I
suck
don't
you
even
in.
have nothing.
Yeah, it's not generative. It's
That's not
only
what you wanted.
transformative.
We should have thought
Okay,
about
Does that make
that.
sense?
Can we
Yeah,
beat him
yeah,
though?
it is. So I should
I
have
mean-
some more resources.
I mean-
Yeah, so if you need
Now,
some more
now
resources,
technically,
fire.
it's also immune to lightning
Yeah,
bolts
or-
because it
or
is
if
an
you
air
wanna keep
creature.
fighting
So
and killing these
that's
dudes,
useless, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it actually
to
says
do that.
Yeah,
specifically
so
that.
specifically on that
Use
card
your,
it says it's immune. It's electric, so it's
Yeah,
immune to
Your-
lightning bolts.
This card, if you need to, but you don't need to yet.
However, I have this I could
Um,
bring in.
'cause I can-
Well, I don't have the swords.
When can we swap magic cards?
At any time. So you go 1/1.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah.
It might actually be on your turn if it matters
Well-
for a battle,
Okay.
but since it's free action on your turn, it's really not that limited.
Okay.
But
So yeah, think about if you would like.
all right, I don't know if that I
That'd be
want
fine
to
with
do
me.
Just
that.
later.
Which one?
So what I'll
The one on
do
the board or the one on the
is I will stall.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Right, that's the rule.
No, you would get a new one.
She's gonna be all right. So she's
Show me.
probably gonna
So
pull
then you
back
don't need to pull back.
or not. Ogre's still gonna be out there.
Maybe.
Here in this table talk.
Show me.
Safe over here.
I don't want to do this. Well, the problem with this one is right next to the mill. If I go there and I dwell there, that actually hurts you.
Yeah.
I want
Mhm.
you to
Got
get
it,
that
got
one.
it.
You need
That's
to
why
get
I was
this
offering
one.
you the option.
I go over there, I
that's
stop
good,
them
and we
from
can always
possibly.
trade the-
And
But I
then-
mean,
and
I don't
use
think the
that.
rats are
yeah.
going over there.
Okay.
And the ogre's not
Yeah.
getting over there. So
Okay, I
right
get it.
now they care more about right here
Which
spot.
so keep that in mind.
So I think I like being right in their way.
Yeah.
I won't do that.
I don't know.
Great. You're up.
Oh,
Boo.
no. Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
actually, before my turn's over, do you mind if I swap you for that spell in case it's
We
needed?
do mind.
Whatever you want to trade.
Mind? So, reasons why I like this. I was concerned that Peter was going to do something different.
And we were right.
And he didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh,
he didn't
we
do
were
the thing
wrong.
that I thought he was going to do. So,
There you go.
I'm just going to slowly creep my way towards that gold.
You think I was going to go up there? You thought I was going to go up there for that gold?
It's a single placement.
I make gold every turn.
Fair. So I need
I mean, fair.
Wait.
It's a juicy.
cards are resources.
Yes.
So I can trade cards into gold.
At the fortress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You certainly can.
Very good.
Good. Cool. You're up.
Back to the ogres. Are
Wait,
you
no.
regrouping?
We are going to trade cards.
Okay. Another recruit spell?
How can you see?
No, he knows how many of there are in the deck. I know.
Card counting?
No, that's the same way, like, I knew that he probably had a card or something.
I know,
Like,
I'm
it's the
just
same
kidding.
reasons.
Okay.
So yes, you have that option now.
So we are going
I hope
to play
the
this. But
people are enjoying the stream, and I don't
Yes,
know
so
if
she's
there's
going
any
to
35
recruit-
people are watching and people are commenting. So
So I'm awakening.
Seems good.
I'm summoning a
recruit spell,
worker
which they
at
just-
no cost using my magical spell.
Nice.
Exactly.
Good job.
Which means that she doesn't need to pull back, which means that we can keep being annoying.
Yay!
So now you can play somewhere else.
So now you can play wherever you like.
Did
You
you have
can
Dwellings
here
actually share the
for
fact that they're doing
gems,
a
over
live stream
there
for
for
2v2?
skulls.
We shared it on the Dwellings wall.
Or no,
We shared it on the
Also,
Facebook
it
group.
depends if
I
you
don't know if we
wanna
shared it
fight
on
people.
BGG.
Yeah,
Someone can do
I think
that
your
for
workers
us.
are better at
Well, the
fighting.
Yeah, so I should get
Kickstarter.
another scroll.
Yeah, the
That's
Kickstarter
it.
wall on the
So
wall
both of
and on
those
the
are fights,
update.
that's
And I
okay.
can buy this.
And what I'll do is on
What
the
do you
next update,
I
which
can
will
buy that,
probably
'cause I
be
have to
tomorrow when we
yeah.
talk about what we
I
just
do
unlocked,
want
which
that.
is
Oh, I mean,
actually
a couple turns
drafting
later,
magic
yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
I'll
follow your
post
heart,
the
yeah.
link,
Yeah.
to watch
Better
it
to
if you
battle.
missed it.
Yeah.
Is this
Follow your
available
heart.
2v2
I'm
now?
not going to restrict you.
All right,
It's
so
not
I'm
that
gonna
fun.
do this and get the scroll resource.
Ah, now it's better.
But now it's better,
Yeah.
but you win,
Hate
you
when
lose.
that happens.
And then I guess, do we have to fight?
Yes.
Yes, you're gonna have a
Yeah,
fight
and
now.
I get to die.
Fight.
The two now if it goes to Michael. He can join that fight with the other unit.
Should I?
I mean, maybe we should try and take this one down and get in there.
I don't really want to lose, so I'm gonna go in.
I'm not around there.
Okay,
so we're
yes,
not
because
on
we're doing
swords
joining,
yet.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
on joining, so the ogres can come in if you'd like.
So you can bring more of your people in. And if you bring both of them in, you roll all of your dice.
Which means if I roll all like ones, oh my god, how sad.
No, do it. Do it. Do it.
I just
do
will.
it,
Why
do
not?
it.
It's a stream. Let's just see what happens.
Wow, the ogres are rolling a lot. Here.
So we're rolling 6 die.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means I
The
don't
good
need to
news
give
is
you any
if
swords.
Okay, here's what's some good news. If you lose this fight, you'll be off that area of the board and you can come onto this area of the board.
All right, and steal
Which
my
is actually
gold.
great. It's actually good. I think you should just get wiped out and then just
Yeah,
hop
so why
over
don't you
here.
purposely
Yeah,
do
why
Especially
not
because
that?
that
steal my
other stuff.
gold?
All right, so I wouldn't spend any swords. I'd try to lose this one.
Yeah, try to lose it.
Nobody's spending
Whiff,
any
Mike,
of this?
whiff.
Okay.
How does
I
one
mean,
lose on
wait,
purpose?
thank you for
Just
cheering
double
for me.
sixes.
No, wait, everybody place your bets. You
No,
got
don't. There's a
Six
lot of
dice.
pressure on me. That's
Six
so much
dice.
pressure. That's so much pressure. I'm feeling
dice.
really
To 2
nervous.
dice.
What if they're all ones?
It can
Could
happen.
I-
It's fine. It'll be fine. 3, 2, 1.
It's a 6-5.
Roll
That's
your
a
dice.
6-1.
6-5 takes
Six,
it.
Now,
five.
if you
takes
if I
it.
had that card of yours, like,
Bye.
Absolutely
Good
wouldn't work.
night.
I know, but it's actually. I think this is better all the way around.
Which I do not like the sound of.
Well, no, because he has more. Goodness gracious, how
He
many workers
has
do
all
you
of his
have?
I
workers.
still have 3 more left.
There you go. So
Okay,
what do
so
I get?
So you get the
Get
next win,
A gold.
Yay.
which is either a gold or a
Yay.
Usually it's one of any resource, which could be a gold or a magic card.
I want a gold. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, at this point, please.
Yes, there are reasons you might take another resource.
But
maybe
not at
your
this
gold-
point because it's
yeah.
empty.
I just
Yeah,
leave it
if your
that
gold
there?
is full, maybe,
Yeah.
but usually
Yeah,
you
leave
just
them
want
there.
gold.
Let's
Yeah.
just see how long this goes. So
Boo!
pop in there, grab that gold.
Oh,
Now,
yeah!
if you have 4, you have to cash one in. It could be a different one.
I could put one in here, too,
You
right?
could slot it right away. Yeah.
I'll take a double instead of a gold. I already have a gold generator,
I
so
can
that
also
works for me too.
I can also trade this in for. I can actually also trade this in for a card too, which
Yeah.
I might as well do.
Which
Yeah,
you might as well do.
yeah.
I like using spell cards like
Okay,
that.
so what I like about what just happened is the ogres left this spot,
No!
and I just walk in there and take this double token. This awesome.
But
Thank you.
why did I do that?
Thanks,
It's
ogres.
fine. It's fine.
You're welcome.
I didn't
And
have to fight that or anything.
we don't
That was fun.
like.
That actually is really cool with This
I'm
is
gonna
the
take
same
this.
thing, but this is for land.
Yep.
That's for cards.
Fight,
Nice.
fight.
What's happening? Oh, you're gonna go fight the Stormhorde over there.
Question.
Yes.
What counts as joining a fight?
What do you mean? What counts as joining a fight?
See, is starting a fight joining a fight, or is
No.
only joining a fight
So
joining
this
a
rat
fight?
that went there, that's a placement.
Okay, so if I
This
wanted to-
rat, if it comes in, that's a join.
Cool, we're doing that.
Okay, so she started a fight.
Oh, no,
This
you
rat's
did it.
joining. For every join, you get a sword.
Yep.
Because that's what the ratlings do. Now, you can't join, but now it's the sword spending time, and you could spend any swords that you want.
Are you
Now,
gonna
did you
spend
get
some
2
swords?
swords when you lost here?
No, I haven't gotten any swords yet from losing. Actually,
I did give you one
You
from the
did?
first
Okay.
one.
I've never grabbed them personally though.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like you spent it already. Okay, so now you could spend swords to increase your chances of winning this one, and I think you should try and win this one.
So I can dwell.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Meh.
How many should I spend? 2?
I mean, you could spend them. I could spend them on your behalf as well.
I'll dump 2.
Okay, so you're going to be up to 3. Then it comes around to me. I could spend them.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to spend to give you more dice.
How many?
I spent 1.
And I'm going to spend 2
Okay.
to roll 4 dice.
All right.
4 and 4.
Yeah, it's
I wish
an
I could
even
use.
fight.
I wish I could use her house. So place your bets.
Shouldn't we be able to, though, partnerships?
It's
I
his
mean, we're
turn.
like roommates.
That whole thing about when you can do magic cards is going to be
Yeah.
very important.
First
Very
play style.
important.
Does this usually play this fluid? It feels like the balance is changing every turn.
I think so. I mean, the game has...
This doesn't feel atypical.
Right.
No, this feels the same. I think other than 2v2. You ready? Mm-hmm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Come on, baby. Come on.
6, 4.
6-5, baby.
No!
6-5-4.
Bye.
You
No.
can play.
I can't.
Why?
Because it's
Rat
my
on.
turn. And we traded it.
We're rats. What's the cat song? Then you should just insert rats instead of cats. What is the cat
Everybody
Is there
wants
rats in
to be a
America?
rat.
Because
Sorry,
the
man.
rat's
They're
the only
only
rat
rat
who knows
where
where
it's
it's
at.
at. Everyone's picking up
So
on
I will
that.
take
tool.
my 2 points of victory,
Um,
please.
So, yes, we'll move the rats up on there. We'll give the rats 2 points of victory, please.
Well. Did we count my
Purple goes
victory
up
for
from
last
Yes,
time?
we did.
13 to
Yes, we
15.
did. Yes, we
You
did.
get 1 point for each win.
No,
No,
it's this
it's
particular
for going up on
space
the-
gives
on
her
the
2 points.
combat
You
track.
follow the space and when it
Okay,
says.
yeah.
Oof.
Because it's the rats, the
I keep getting
No.
killed.
Now,
where it's at.
you do have a good spell for that. You
Everyone's
could.
picking
It's
up
not your
on
turn right
that.
now. It's
What are
actually the
they?
ogre's turn.
What kind of
what kind of-
marsupial bee? I don't know.
Let's do back to your turn.
My
So,
turn.
Because that
comments. What kind of animals are rats? Are they felines, canines? I know they're not, but
No,
that kind of
like
word.
marsupial.
Rodent.
Rodents. Thank you.
Yeah, that was easy. Okay.
It's
You're
like.
playing rats and you don't even know who you are.
We don't know. We have to learn to be
Oh,
one.
So it's your
around
turn now,
here,
right?
familiar
It's my
You
turn.
guys can't kill me anymore because I'm I'm
Yeah.
just all dead.
James says the ladies are rolling away with
I
this.
can't do anything. They're
Fantastic.
literally just killing me over and over again.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, on one of
I
our
mean,
turns,
we
I'm
are
going to trade
rolling
this
2v1.
back.
tons of
On
dice.
one of our
2v1.
turns, I'm going to trade this back because you seem to be getting in a lot of scraps.
Like,
2v1.
that's the thing with this game. You never know how the dice are going to go,
And this
and
is still
that
fine,
makes you change
because you have a
tactics really
particularly good
quickly.
spell.
And right now, like, my guys are in a weird position. Do I want them there? Question mark. We're still figuring stuff out, you know?
I'm figuring I'm gonna
It
smash
is
you guys in when I
Carmen's
can.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You,
your turn.
went?
Because that was her turn to walk in there. Cause all that problem.
Yeah,
Alright,
yep.
so... Am I going back, but I can't get
Well, yeah, so right now
You're
you can't do
regrouping.
anything, so you are regrouping.
I'm
Finally.
Just keep waiting
regrouping.
on this one.
So-
I mean,
Can
So-
I wait? What is this?
You don't need to.
I almost feel like I
Okay,
should
yeah, I
just
don't
jump
need to.
in, grab
So,
some
first
now,
thing we wanna
here's the
do.
thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
You are still on the top of
No, she's
fire,
got
so
gold.
we
I
want to
was gonna
make this
say,
as
like,
good
I
as
could do
possible.
something
Okay.
to cause her to
So,
lose everything
if you want to,
before
we
she
already
gets
have
her
scrolls
full
here,
Yeah.
so I
That'd
would
be
put the
really
swords
good
there.
right now.
Okay, so I'm going to put
'Cause
my
what
swords
will
here
she
for
say,
now.
right?
So we're plugging the
For
swords
meow.
into the engine.
Okay.
Then we're taking one of these workers,
But
and we're getting a
it'd be
tool
better on a turn where they're both
and
out
2
there.
swords.
Alright, so
Can I
Perfect.
go to the
it's-
dungeon?
Rad.
Huh?
Silence.
Rats recognize plague talk.
And that's what I want to do next. I gotta plan my turn ahead. That way I'm not
Alright.
too much
You
AP.
would.
Rats recognize plague talk, okay?
And
So-
then I'm going to bring one back and get two
And 2
scrolls.
So
Perfect.
look
The
at all
brown
these
ones.
That's the thing, when
juicy.
you-
Perfect, yes.
When you know when someone's played the game,
Okay.
there's all this
So-
push and pull with like the things you know are
So
out there,
then,
things that
now
could
you have the
happen.
options.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the
You now have
layers
2
you could
scrolls.
do if I
Would
start
you
talking
like?
about things that she knows
I'm
about
here.
but I don't have.
Would you like to dwell there?
What do you think?
And that would be your last element. No, actually, that wouldn't be your last element. Yeah, you could dwell there.
Ogres.
Oh, dwelling in my area.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You have the scroll
That's gonna be a huge
generation,
mistake
so
So
I
I
don't
wasn't
because
gonna
hate
you're
it.
gonna go way up that track faster
But
than they're
it's-
gonna get. That's a
That
waste.
does it.
It's an okay card, but we don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine card.
Not to mention,
It's a little
she
bit
could
better
make this
later
one
in the
juicier
game
for
when
me
you
to pull
actually have
back,
a-
and then I can start
Okay.
jumping in
Well,
darkness
if we
and
can
beat the
burn
rats.
it. Okay, so you want me to dwell then?
I could also
If
get into
you'd
fire.
like, it's a decent point.
We
It's
gotta
4
decide which
points,
tracks
which
we're
is
trying
fine.
to take down. Though.
And your unless you want to. Oh, you want to summon one of your extra
I've
workers,
got this
actually?
one, which is a fun spell,
I?
which allows you
Yes,
to
you
go
can summon
anywhere and
any
causes
of your
no
workers.
rush or no
I get
battle.
well only
So
2.
it's kind of like
No,
that
no.
anywhere on the
Any of the
board.
specials.
I have this guy.
Oh, I
could do
can?
it, but-
Yes, because you have a gold.
So I should totally get a warrior at this
Yes,
point.
so that's what you're. That's one of your dudes is going to pull back and
Mhm.
summon your warrior,
Okay.
which is going to be a hammer,
Mhm.
A sword,
Mhm.
and we're going to use your
the
gold
ogres
as
are
your
getting
other
a warrior,
hammer.
which is one
Okay,
of
so
their
I got
special
my
units.
warrior.
It's not just a warrior. This warrior doesn't care
He's
if it wins
awake.
or loses.
Boom, boom. Okay.
It gets a victory point either way.
And
Which
then-
means that your last
I
worker,
feel like I should be
unfortunately, doesn't
taking-
get to do anything.
Okay.
Because we don't have that many cards.
Okay.
Right, because
Oh,
you're
that's
getting
all for
swords
now.
like crazy.
So that's it for now.
You also have
Okay.
that one spell that if
But
you
he's back, baby.
let the
So we
swords
didn't-
accumulate even
So we
further.
didn't dwell. Enjoy.
Yay!
You're welcome, but the warrior's out.
Okay. Ogres have got themselves a warrior.
My turn?
Ogre got warrior.
Yes, you can go anywhere
Yeah.
that's unoccupied. Boom. Back down there.
Look at you. How sweet.
And you can slot that in.
Don't
if you
sound so
want.
Too good.
I
enthusiastic.
mean, it's just going to start
I'm
making
kidding.
scrolls like crazy, huh?
Yeah,
Alright,
you're
so
the
that's
scroll
my
king.
turn.
That was my turn, by the way.
And I am
That's
going
because
to
I know
go
what's
to the
going on.
dungeon.
You guys
So
are
the
just
first thing that happens
trying to pick on me.
is we explore Eldervale, and it's a new water tile.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't think any of us cares about water.
Yet.
Yes.
We got lots of barrels that are unattached.
But I'm going to make this challenging to get to for anybody.
Rude.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I
I see.
regret that later.
I see now.
And now I'm going to buy some cards.
So let's see what he opens up for us.
All right. The first thing that I'm going to do is buy this Astral Gate, which is a Chaos card. And I get to change when I cash this in, so I get a tool back. And the 2 potions are going to buy the Astral Gate, and I'll go up 1 in Chaos, if you don't mind moving the white token on Chaos.
We
one
do
more.
mind.
Oh,
And
the
then I'm going to
rats are getting
spend
it now.
these 2, which are both... I'm using gold as potions to buy this Biting Frost over here for my teammates.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we bump him up 1 on air, and then that's what
So-
I've done. So we got a new air card.
That
Now this
changes
is
my
this
turn.
or this, though, huh?
Yes,
It could be
it's
that
a
or
gold.
that, and you can slot things there and make them better.
Okay.
So that changes my turn.
So Arctic
Okay.
Scavenger has come out for air, and it says when you place your unit on an air realm, you get a scroll.
I love
Okay.
this.
And then the Chaos card is the Toxic
But I
Tunnel.
love that one the most.
Great for a dragon, and it's really cheap.
Oh, it's really nice for a cute little dragon like me.
All right,
so
that was my
sweet.
turn. I did the dungeon.
So everybody, I was thinking about dwelling in that air realm, but as you can see, he's pretty far up right now, and I don't know if I really want to get into the contested airspace. So I'm probably.
You don't want to build an Airbnb?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was pretty good.
Sorry,
That was
everybody.
good. They
So I'm
handed you
probably
that.
just gonna have an okay pullback turn. So we're gonna start off by
Okay, so having
slotting
really
this
good
in
pullback
here.
turns with all your units, if they could stay alive.
If I can keep them alive, yeah.
So
Now, of course, that
we're
spell's
gonna
gonna be
do this here and get a potion.
Well,
a
this one's
scroll,
kind of cool because if
and
you have
another
a couple
potion.
pullback turns,
Can
you
I have
get to
another
keep
potion,
using
please?
this.
Potion? This one here?
And this one's really cool because it starts generating the thing that you're going to use for several other things. Right?
Then one of them's gonna pull back here, and I get another
Can I put a
gold.
guy here and here, or just one on one card? It's one on one card.
One-on-one
right?
card.
And
So
then
let's
I'm
just
going
choosing one of the
to.
two.
Yeah.
So that one's actually kind of better than this one is.
Oh, I just got all these
It depends. This one requires a dragon.
I got all
It
these
doesn't work
fancy
without a
resources that I can actually spend
This one's
exactly
any
without
unit.
spending any gold. So I'm gonna get me a wizard.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Look at that. The rats have got themselves a wizard.
You're a wizard, rat.
It's a purple wizard. I was thinking about Lord of the Rings when we
Yeah.
were making this. So
Yeah.
there's that great scene in the Hobbit where Gandalf
And
is
unfortunately,
like,
that's all I can do
and
because
there's
I'm
two
not dwelling.
blue wizards, but we don't know their names.
We don't know.
So there's
Yeah.
a purple wizard, there's a red
I
wizard.
feel
look all
like
the
at that
colors of
point, like
wizard.
Tolkien was just like, I'm so tired,
He's just like,
and the
yeah.
blue ones don't matter.
I'm deciding this.
Well, they never even joined the battles. I mean, what's
Well, they
going
were
on over
busy
there? Yeah.
with stuff.
All right, let me think about this. So I can go in anywhere because
That purple
I
wizard's going to be in this game. My goodness.
am
look at this.
new. My wizard.
All right, so
Okay.
that was your turn. It's back to the ogres. The ogres are
Mine,
not on the
yeah.
board.
I'm not, so I can go anywhere.
Anywhere.
I want.
Yeah.
Should I?
I got.
take
I have
him out
resources
just
too.
for
If
the
we need to
battle,
start.
or save
I
them?
forgot to
I
trade
would
this back.
save.
So
What should I do?
In your turn.
Well, I mean,
trade
they're
this
basically
back.
the same except for the going
What should I
in.
do
So
with
unless
all
you
my
want to
resources
start
here?
off by going
Man.
Okay, so hold up.
I need a potion or
You're gonna have a good reason to go to the dungeon yourself
I
soon.
want a potion to
Right?
get us.
Because you're getting loaded up. Because you haven't gone. I've just been feeding
so
you
here's the
cards,
thing.
which means you could have a good turn.
Go
Bump
here and burn
yourself
that,
up.
so no one can
Bump
get
me
it.
up.
Okay.
We have to burn
Yeah,
this
let's do
card so
that.
she can't have it.
So do it. So she's gonna go into the dungeon.
Where am
With
I?
the warrior or the other dungeon?
Yeah, which
There's
dungeon?
two dungeons. You can go into this dungeon with any unit.
But that would have to fight the monster.
This thing, or you could come in this dungeon, but only by using your warrior, because the
pick on
warrior has
Peter.
the aggression power.
So
I guess I have to.
And then the dwarves will swarm you, and we have a dwelling nearby, and you'll go down.
So if you want to fight the monster, that's not awful.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
That's fine.
It's just a monster.
Well, no, especially because,
I get,
especially for reasons.
Well, yeah, because I get this regardless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you get a VP whether you win or lose. So
the
that's
power
worth.
for the ogres.
So that's totally worth fighting somebody, but it also works in fights with monsters.
Okay.
So me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I would take the monster because if
Okay.
you beat it,
Uh-huh.
the rewards are a little bit greater than if you beat Peter.
Okay.
Why? Because you can soak up air?
Actually, no, it's just because he can't suck
But
up
how do
air.
I get? How do I get the resource that I'm after?
What do you?
I want.
Well, the Stormhorn
this.
is
I want
living in the
this.
underworld
I do.
right now. They just
How do I
love
get
it over
gems
there.
from that?
You don't.
There's a lot of
And then you
cool,
burn that so
dark,
no one can get it.
dank air
That's your
down
second
there.
bite.
And they're like,
Okay.
oh,
Just
If you
walk me through it.
Aren't they
No,
like
wait,
Valkyries?
Or actually, no,
hey, but
wait,
that's Valhalla,
That's true.
essentially.
we have time. We have time.
You're doing the
We're
blood
not in a
rage
rush.
strategy?
We're not in a rush.
We're not in a rush.
Which
We're not
will
in a
someday
rush.
be
I'm
called
not
the
So
afraid.
pick
Eldervale
one of your
I'm not in a
workers.
rush.
And look, there's potions right there.
Yeah. So
Whichever
I'm gonna
one you
do-
like.
Okay, so I am going to do.
Actually,
the potion.
I mean, I have a preference, but I can't say it because my turn's not for a while. So whichever one you like.
Do you want to just whisper into my ear?
The ogres are taking counsel from the rest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that for you.
Clearly, this
Okay.
can't go wrong.
I'm going to.
Sorry,
get
got a lot going on.
The. Let me see really fast.
Get the double one.
I don't see
The slashy one.
Yeah,
I
but
love
there's
this game.
slash
I
scroll
love
or
2v2
slash knives.
Because you've got this
Which
like
one?
this awesome
The blue, yeah.
Definitely.
tension.
So I'm going
I don't. All my
Because
guys are
then
dead.
you can go into the dungeon next.
next.
turn
Perfect.
And
The
do monster
positioning.
thing.
If you can't see that, they discovered a gold was right
Darling,
after they left.
Ogre disappointed.
The ogre missed out.
Ogre angry.
You
Ogre
grabbed the
wants to
first thing
hit.
and you just ran out and they're like,
Yeah.
you forgot something.
My
Ogres
turn?
don't know how to
Yeah.
look.
Should I drop on?
Now you have to go adjacent to this.
Yeah.
But not by me. Or else we'll battle.
You can switch for some more gold. You'll be loaded on gold.
No.
If you switch, how many units do you have left?
None now. There's
Well, okay.
4 there and
So
1 left.
you go there and
Can I
then
battle myself?
you
Can I
load
be
up on
aggressive?
gold and
Love
then
to
you do
battle
the
my own.
spell and
If
then
you like.
all of a sudden you'll be loaded and go into the
Follow
dungeon.
your heart.
That's not a move.
Alright, so any 2 things for gold.
I guess I'll take.
Well,
I can't-
smile.
Actually.
You can trade in one of those either or tokens and turn that into one of the things. Open up your token slots.
So yeah.
That's true, I could,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Oh wow, I'm gonna. It's a
Got it?
little. I'm gonna do something a little expensive.
Something's a
but-
brewing in the rat vicinity. Rat City.
Listen.
So many units for the rats. My goodness
Hashtag Rat
sakes.
City.
Rat City.
Here we
No,
go.
I can't sing that. Hashtag family friendly.
Wish you could trade treasure.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Alright,
Oh,
I got my things.
Oh, it's your
So-
turn, so we
okay.
should swap this card.
Yeah, yeah. What is
So
it?
you
okay.
have it back.
But
Just swap
it's a-
anyone. I don't care.
Ah.
Not that one, obviously. You're
Family
going to need that one. And it looks like you're going to need that one. So either give me one of the... Yeah. So
Wait a
swap
minute,
some
Peter,
cards.
do you not have your own channel yet?
What?
On YouTube or something?
Yeah,
Me?
This is Breaking Games channel. We're on it now.
Are you talking about me personally?
This is-
Someone's apparently
though.
served
We're not
still
talking
wants
gems.
to try to
We're
apparently
talking
get you get
gems.
your own channel too.
Someday for him, I will do it. I really
don't
like
even
explaining
look at that.
games,
That's
and I
so
would be
many
really
right now.
fun
We
to
can't
do
even
that.
get
You can come on my channel. What else do
Can
you
we
want?
do like a segment where like I
Okay.
take a game and we'll
Is it the
walk
blue?
through it?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll just give you your own playlist.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man, that's exciting.
one.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm
Because they
gonna
have
pull.
this.
I have a regroup turn. So the dwarves are coming back. I'm gonna come back to the astral gate, which gives me a gem, but I can
Yeah.
also slot something in, and
Because
I
you
am in
can't
the
call back
lead in
yet.
chaos,
okay.
which is what it requires.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
So
So
I
if you
am
wanna
going
give me
to
that,
generate
that's
a
fine.
magic
If you
a
wanna
spell,
buy,
a
which you
magic
can
card,
Okay. That's why.
and I will get a gem.
Which also bumps me up in chaos, which gives me points.
Okay.
And the dwarves
Which gives us
could.
points, exactly. 'Cause if you
we
keep to
are.
yourself,
We did
it's
pull
just not
back
valuable.
from a ruin,
yeah.
so we have gold for that.
Nice.
So much gold talk over here.
And I am in a spot where I could dwell, and it looks like that's what I'm doing this
best.
Get away.
Ah, my gold. Gold!
King.
If I don't dwell right now, which this is I'm not in the darkest track, and it looks like this is going to get juicier later, so I'm not going to dwell. I'm going to come here and get 2 potions, and then this one's going to come and do another summon. I really want that warrior, but I don't have a sword to get it. I do want that warrior soon, though. I have enough for a wizard, but a wizard dwarf feels bizarre. But I'm gonna.
He's a little wizard.
Spells.
But wizards are super flexible, and it's how I beat Luke Laurie in the last game.
Wow.
Boop! We have a wizard.
You're a wizard,
You're a wizard.
Think so?
I could dwell on that for, but it's still only one, and no one's competing for it.
No one's competing for it.
So I'm not too stressed about getting
up there.
Yeah, and every game I
You
play, I
don't
never
think,
try.
you think this would be good though right now, though?
Yeah.
That's
But I'm just saying, these 2 comes, I get these
monster
guys
and
with
get a
all of my
point.
stuff,
I
and
probably
then I pull
And then
and
what
get
can I get?
bonus
you can
goodies.
What I'm
These
saying
two.
though is,
So I can
if
go
you
in and buy them
cast
first?
the
Like, where do I
spell,
go to buy them?
those will come back to
dungeon
here
next to
in
the
the ready.
monster.
You don't
Oh,
have to have
got
a
it.
pullback turn.
Alright, so
I
I'm
mean,
going
but you
here.
want
So we're going to the dungeon next to the monster.
And you can't get both.
My warrior is.
Yeah, we're listening. We know. Go ahead.
So
Okay.
please reveal the tile for us.
All right, so you've gone to the dungeon with the
Alrighty.
warrior,
We're
and
gonna
it is a fire realm.
Perfect.
Where do you want it?
Where would you like the fire realm?
Near myself.
You could
Sorry?
go on this side if you'd like, then.
No. What about
Right
up here?
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want
Near, near your
here.
house.
Yeah. Where I'm dwelling. Like a villain.
Sure.
Where you're dwelling. All right.
But it's got a lone tool on that realm.
For now.
A little boring over there.
Is Dwellings of Eldervale.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now you've got a chance to go on 1 or 2 adventures.
Right.
So
we have our
Going on
If you
two.
guys are watching, by the way, while they're deciding, remember we're giving away Expansity and a signed copy of Energy Empire by Luke
Yeah,
Laurie.
yeah, same.
Go ahead and like,
We're
share,
gonna
and
spend
comment
these
on
3
this
scrolls
video.
'cause you are
And if you'd
in
like,
order.
of course, subscribe
out
to
of the
Breaking
order.
Games and
Get out
Unfiltered
of the
Gamer.
order.
And at the end of the stream, we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
pick a
I'm
name
also in order,
after
so this
writing all
can
your
go
names
a little
down,
over, but you
and we'll
want
have
to
it
record it so you
down
got it.
on
And
the
you
pinned
can
comment for
You
who
can
has
attach
won.
that to a card.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can activate it twice.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to attach it when you purchase it.
Correct. We're learning some
So-
things about auras right now.
Oh, go
Yes.
ahead.
When you
Yeah.
buy an aura, you do not need to attach it at that moment. When you attach it,
It's stuck there.
you can pay to move it. You can pay the cost of the aura to move it to another card.
There you go.
But that's a little
It's pretty
difficult.
expensive.
I don't think I would do that.
I don't
so
think
I'd
I would
wait
do
to
it.
find which card I wanted to.
Yes, I would definitely wait until a pullback turn to attach
Yeah.
it somewhere.
Because
At
I
the
don't
very
have to
least.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could even pull. Oh, I
Okay.
call you
And then the other
then
one we can
I
afford
can
is,
do it,
buy
yeah.
your 2 potions.
Flames
We can
down.
get the toxic tunnels.
Potion
that's
for her
awesome.
dragging for
If
my
you heal
partner
more
because
from
our
that,
points
it's great.
at
I
the
got it.
end.
And
And
Tons
that
of
moves me
stuff.
up on the chaos track.
I really hate the
yes,
fact
ma'am.
that they got the
Here.
toxic tunnels, but they did.
All right.
We did.
So
My
they
good
bought Order
draggedy
in Chaos,
boy.
the 2 ones that I'm
But it's
in.
looking a little lonesome.
The order card
That's
that
what
comes
happens.
out is the
That's
Temple of 8. Now, the Temple of 8 costs 4 scrolls, and it has an input that says when you pay this, you can choose one of your tableau cards and generate all of the resources that it costs.
Which is really good.
That's a fun card.
And one of the things you can plug in there is an orb,
It does.
which makes it cost 0.
Any card that has an input also can be used. You could use an orb right there.
And that's my favorite orb use. Oh, this is such a good one. Temporal Flux. Each turn you can re-roll 1 die.
Nice.
And I mean, I don't know if we can see these
And I'm on it.
cards out
Make it
there, but
solid.
there's this awesome rat
It's
that's like,
me!
In anger.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Costs 3 gems
Perfect.
to get the Temporal Flux.
All right.
Okay.
Darlene's turn.
Turn
Again?
it over.
Oh no, you say it's your turn.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
your
you?
turn. Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Wait, no, we have to fight.
Oh,
still
yeah.
No,
battling.
here's what happens, actually.
So my warrior gets 2 die.
Well,
Like my sound
wait.
effect.
Wait, hold
so
up.
the
Let's get
power of the Living Storm is that all adjacent units
I forgot about
must
that!
fight, so everything gets sucked in.
No!
You have to.
About that.
But that's okay because my
Because she
warrior also
stepped
gets
there.
2. So 2 and 2.
Yeah,
Now,
I know, but that's not what
only
I wanted.
one will be left alive.
Sorry.
Then,
This is
That's
only one
definitely
winner.
not what I wanted.
Sorry.
that messed
I
me
forgot.
up.
Yeah, all the rat got sucked in
It
there.
messed me up too,
The
my
venom-
friend.
the
I
Stormhorn got
forgot.
sucked in
I got
You
my
want to
one.
re...
All right,
No,
so-
no, it's still good.
So I get
You
4
wanna spend
die,
the
yes?
sword,
You
because
get 4
you're about to
dice,
do
yes.
something
I get
anyway.
1 die, because I don't
Alright.
want to spend a sword.
Uh-huh.
And since I'm not in this battle at all, I'll roll for the
my God,
Living
you're ready.
Storm, which
Big.
rolls 5.
Everybody
dice.
good?
Actually,
Yeah.
Swords?
Wait,
Spend your
pause.
swords.
I
Sorry.
am going to spend a sword.
Okay.
Well, the rat's trying to win this one against the big, gigantic storm.
Big
Slash.
money enemies. Place
Just
your
need a
bets,
6.
people.
I feel like
Just-
you have a lot of rats flying.
A lot of rats everywhere. Rats.
You joined that battle because it sucked you in.
Oh, so I don't have to use
That
my
was a
token.
join.
I can just use a sword that I generated by joining.
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What about meow?
Come
Fingers
on.
crossed, everybody.
Living Storm is a 5/5.
5, 4.
Oh.
6.
6.
Got a 6.
The ogres take it down.
Wait. What's your? It's a 6/4.
Yeah, but I
It's
get
a
a
6/3 actually.
How about if I use my this?
Oh, but you can't. Because
Yeah.
the electricity of
no.
the storm prevents that from being
I actually could have
cast.
beaten this battle if it wasn't for those meddling lightning.
and
Right, so
will I get a point regardless?
So red one.
So,
Okay,
yes.
so red wins.
So red wins.
So I get to go up a point
So
regardless.
first you get
yeah?
a point over there.
On my red?
on
all
your
the
point
way.
check.
Oh,
We
my
get a
point
sword
check.
each, right?
Yeah.
Move me up.
Sam.
Okay,
I
I'm
wanted to
going.
win that one.
This
The
one
red,
here.
no, the red one all the way on the track at 10 points goes to 11 points.
Yeah,
Okay.
And this red one moves to the next spot.
Yes,
Which
because
gives
we
you-
don't want you to get
says-
an air.
One of any power track. So you can increase on any element.
Well, I should
So-
do it on my red, shouldn't I?
So you can do it on your red. You can also actually red needs to be
One higher on the order.
One higher on order.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can go up one more on order and get closer to that orb.
yeah,
I don't
which
like
I should
this.
do.
Why are
right?
the
We have a
ogres?
reminder coming from Mike. No lightning bolts may be used against
Yeah,
living
that we
storm.
just
Yeah,
remembered
we
that.
said it.
So I should do
We
the
caught
best
it.
move at this
So
point. Yeah.
so I would do order
Yeah,
personally
let's
because
do that.
I like orbs.
Well, we need the orbs.
So are you going up on order then?
What are you doing in the order realms?
Ogre red getting things done.
Ogre-like
Ogre has a
structure.
system.
Ogre-like organization.
Ogre
else?
love Marie
That's
Kondo.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
this
I
guy's
think we're good.
gone.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
Now monsters can come back.
Sometimes.
There are cards, especially in darkness and chaos, that will do that.
So also,
at
did
this.
I go
This
up
is
on
unbelievable.
chaos? I did. Thank you.
You did. You got that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
We just forgot the order one. That's why I was double checking.
Okay.
So yeah, you just need one more
It's
order
back
thing
to
and
you.
you get that orb.
I guess it's time now, huh?
I mean-
you want to pull back, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
going to do this too.
so what I'm saying is that when this doesn't require a pullback.
Is that order?
I know.
Oh, the White One's order, sorry.
Yes, well, so it's a little expensive.
But I mean,
If
first
I,
do
if I
that.
can do
And
this, I can also
unfortunately
place
dwelled in
too.
the
Yeah,
cheap
that's what I mean.
order.
I'm going to do healing. My guys are dead, and
He's
that's
gonna
not
cast
good.
healing.
So I'm going to cast
Oh,
healing.
Which is
come
1 point for every unit
on.
in the underworld, and they come back home,
Absolute
which
monster.
is great. Which is great because he was
I need
building
to,
up
I
a
need
little
to fly
bit
up
of
a little bit there.
Oh, jeez.
But you can't get it in the dungeon, unfortunately.
okay.
It's too bad.
It's okay.
All right.
I guess over here is probably a good place.
Yeah, all the
For now.
tokens are gone, so you get a tool. It's the black cubes there for right now.
What are you doing,
Till it's a
friendo?
nice brown hammer. Okay, so the dwarves are coming out. They are not on the board anywhere.
Come in.
And they
Ow.
love gold. And there just happens to be this beautiful
I
spot
know.
right in the middle of the board with the gold on it.
Can you join your own thing?
That's nice.
The
This is
houses
just a
aren't
this is a
people.
house.
Oh, yeah, that's
Houses
right.
aren't people.
We're not considered
This does
people.
not take, it doesn't affect the area,
Okay.
the occupation of the.
I'm going to
Alright.
get.
This is
Are we
tense
got any
here.
doubles
We're
out
like,
here on the table? No.
the board kind of
Boo.
emptied.
So I'm going.
It's be really good on the turn where you
Do a drawing.
pull
Maybe
out
a
of there.
random quick question: how heavy are the miniatures? Are they like Cthulhu Wars?
And I already
No, these are
Well,
light.
these are all-
These are
these are all
when you pull
prototype.
back, like remember that
Um,
takes a
but
while.
I have one.
We're gonna get- they're
I
probably gonna
from
be
there, right?
scaled,
If I
right? These are to
move
scale?
there, I get
Yeah.
the scroll.
Okay,
And I
so
use the
Cthulhu
dwell,
Wars
and then
miniatures,
enters from the
as long as you're not talking about the
have to
large
pull
ones,
back.
they are
Okay. So I
probably
see
going to be
it. So should
around
I
that
move there?
around
You
that
can do
size
it.
for the
Oh.
things I would imagine.
I mean, yeah, these are like these
you
are
wanna
also
be
the
in
size
there?
of Blood Rage. They're
I don't
50
know.
millimeters, so they're
which
pretty
is
much
basically the size of the medium
that
ones.
soft
I don't know.
PVC
Okay, we can
plastic
talk
is
about
not
that.
going to feel too heavy,
I'm still
but it will
thinking about
be
where I want to go.
it'll be the
I
most
think,
biggest
Okay,
force
we
on
can
the
talk about
on
I think I
the
definitely
hexes,
want
right?
to go.
Maybe the largest.
Now because
And these
these
are also a little more
prototype-
detailed than the Cthulhu Wars, I would
I
say.
don't want to reveal something good for somebody
Even
else,
even
so
just
I'm
this
just going to get a
prototype.
spell card.
Cthulhu Wars are very like I won't go say like a non-detailed, but comparatively to like stuff like Ceylon and these guys. I mean, you can even just look at this guy. This guy's way more detailed.
Okay, so
We're having fun with
whisper to me your plan.
We don't know when to stop.
Well, what about going to
We got
Yes,
some really
okay, so
cool looking
the air thing?
dudes here.
I can get the sword or the scroll.
We're having
Oh wait, no, but you can't go there.
we're having a
Oh, 'cause
I
I'm
think I
that
mentioned this
person.
earlier, but
'Cause
we're
you're
having a
down
who would
there.
win
I got it.
with like
Yeah,
a
Ocean
March
of
Madness type
Sword.
bracket
So-
on the Facebook
Did I
group,
get that?
and we're
No.
comparing
So you
each
can
two. And so
go
far,
to the
the
area.
Croc
That's what I
beat
was
the
gonna
the
get
demon.
that.
It's
And then
Yeah, actually,
the
yeah,
Death
yeah,
Reaper
yeah.
beach
It's
is
like-
the serpent.
I mean,
And then the
we'll wait
ancient
to see
tree
how it
ant,
comes
which is
out.
the
Okay.
not
But
out
right now,
here at
that's
the
the-
Okay, so I'm
moment.
gonna go
Beats
in. Oh, you
the,
can't see me, but I'm going
the
into
living
the
storm.
air realm,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take that.
Oh, get out of that air realm.
You
Get
go.
out of
Thanks,
there.
hi.
boo.
She's
And
welcome
always
to join me.
I'm always
welcome to join me.
revealing extra juicy things for somebody else.
All right, so it's your turn.
What can you do?
Let's go ahead and drop another guy in here into the dungeon.
Dungeon.
Dun.
Time
As
for a
we turn
monster?
over- oh, it's the demon of might.
Hey, it's me.
Now, if you put it near now the demon has a power that actually, if it goes into a realm with someone else's dwelling, that owner loses a point or a resource. So,
It's rough.
Should we drop this guy here?
I mean, yes, even though my dwelling's there, I think that you'll cause more problems for the rats and the ogres that are nearby.
They're so
Like,
mean
will he
to
hurt if he
us.
goes into a dwelling, what happens exactly?
If he walks here and then here,
chat if you
I
think
will
you're being mean to
lose a
us.
point or a resource. But of course, he'll walk through them first. I
Well,
like it over there.
We
But
can also
I'm
put it
but
over
I'm
here.
No, I
fire.
think
So
I
won't
love
I
it,
just
I
like
love it.
tame
You
my
over here?
dwelling?
No, I'm thinking right here.
All
So
right.
no
Are they
matter what
booing?
they do, it's going to come
Yeah.
after them.
All
I
right.
don't know what the chat's doing.
Yes.
There he is. He's just hanging out.
Like a rat.
Hanging out down
We
the
had
street.
tokens.
We're
Is it
not
going
on a
there?
time of war though. It's a time of peace right now.
Oh, yeah.
No.
it's
Hashtag no
war.
copyright. Hashtag
wait.
no
Oh,
copyright.
wait, we're on YouTube. I can't sing.
Yeah.
But wait,
no
why-
singing allowed
But
on
wait,
YouTube.
why is it time of war? Because I've moved away from that.
No, as soon as our stuff's on the board, it's always war for the rest of the game.
understood.
Peace
Okay,
is only
so
like the
you're
first
buying
bit.
two
Got
things
it.
now.
Yeah.
Are you buying
Yes,
for
I
you,
am.
me, or both? What are you
I
talking
don't know.
about?
I don't know. Let me see what I want.
Yeah, what do you
Well,
want?
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
take this.
you'll tell me what
Period.
you want. Damn,
Because
You
I
know
can't
you
have
want to
music
be
in my
an
soul.
Arctic Scavenger, which is going to cost you 2 scrolls.
That's fine.
So he's going for that orb.
And then that puts you up 1 on the air track.
Yeah.
All right, now what else do you want?
What do you want?
Well, I don't
I
like
really,
the
really,
fact
really
that
want a zig-a-zig.
I don't like the fact that
Ah.
she's getting an order, but this is very expensive.
I
for
can afford
anybody.
it.
But your turn's over.
I
No,
can buy
he's
two.
buying two.
The
I
other
bought
way
one.
we could go is I'm trying to win on chaos. Could buy that one, get me close to that.
And she seemed like
Or
she
you
enjoyed
could get
that
yourself on another track. You're not on another
I
track.
do love that card.
one. I don't have any dwellings either, though.
That would allow anyone to re-roll.
No, it would allow you to reroll.
I know. I'm saying like if you bought it for me, I could re-roll, but I'm
Wow,
not.
that's
I'm not
super
in a
cool.
lot of battles, so I don't know if that's good or not for the dwarves.
If you wanna get me.
All right, we're doing it. He's buying me the temporal flux. I
you.
now look
I'm
like I'm like a rat
sorry.
dwarf now.
I'm sorry.
I made my mistake.
Hashtag copyright YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta watch out.
Well, it's your channel, so you
We're
guys'
gonna be-
channel. It's
yeah,
up
we'll
to
be
that.
cut off.
Are we monetizing these videos?
I don't know.
Nope.
No.
All right. So, but good thing to know though. So
Well,
thank
let's
you for
reveal
doing
new
that.
cards.
Yeah. So new chaos cards.
So the new chaos card is the floating eye.
Mm.
If you have an orb on this card, dominate any monster in Eldervale. If there are none, you may choose a destroyed monster instead.
So right now you have to pick the demon.
Yes.
It also requires a wizard.
and
and
an
an
orb.
orb.
It's a lot.
Dang.
If only
But
one
you
of
can
us
do it
had a
over
wizard
and
out.
over and over again with the
Weird.
wizard.
Perfect.
Pull back.
Somebody
Pull
My,
back.
that one over there just says each time somebody moves into my air area, my air track, then
Oh, yeah, no, leave it. It's a wall card. We haven't unlocked it yet, but we'll show it.
I don't mind not having that there because I can't even use that this game.
No, we'll talk about the walls because it'll be
Yeah.
a stretch.
If somebody
goal.
walks
Stretch
into
goal.
my area here, I'm going to be able to score a point or get a scroll.
No,
I get a
it's
scroll
get a
that
scroll.
one. I get a scroll that one.
Which is
So
actually good.
it's not for me necessarily
I used to
scanned
watch
because
other
nobody
people.
wants to go
Yeah,
into the
it's
area,
not
area right
efficient.
now. So
But we're
Should I
teammates.
get
I
rid
could
of
go
these
keep
cards?
getting
Because I
air
have
just
to
to do it.
this is an opponent though.
Oh, does it say opponent? One thing the walls don't cover is
Which
that.
actually would be nice if it said opponent
So-
or teammate. Then it would be
Because
more
Yeah,
all I
interesting.
can
yeah.
do
So-
decently, and only the
Note to
points
Luke.
go on that scroll.
We found another
You want
way to
the
use the
scroll.
Yeah,
walls.
I know.
Gain one scroll. Yeah, because there's an opponent or teammate. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it now?
It's Peter's turn.
Okay, so it's back to the
Okay.
dwarves. I could step here and
Yeah.
cause
Yeah.
tons of stuff to happen.
So I would totally.
I don't think so.
you know,
Okay.
We'll trade something. It doesn't
She
matter.
was like, they were like, they were all. She was like,
Actually, can you give me? Well, I'm gonna actually spend all my money in a second. So.
Okay, you're fine.
Well, actually, we can do it at the beginning of the turn.
Okay,
You just get a couple points.
let's do that. Okay.
We gotta be starting to think
Because
about our
we really,
prophecies and who's gonna go for which one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping from this area is pretty dangerous right now. I mean, I could, like I said, I could step in the dungeon and just cause everything to burn and go crazy.
Do you have anything to buy in there? You don't have enough stuff to buy in the dungeon.
I'm a copyright nightmare.
I guess it would hurt all of them, though, huh? Including yourself.
It would be harsh. And I don't really have the resources to do it, so I think it's a bad time to do that.
Oh my gosh.
If
my
you...
nails match the air.
I have a reroll.
Beautiful. But no. Betrayal should have been purple.
I know.
So I'm trying to think what the dwarves want to do, and this is where I'm
Yeah,
getting
they're a little bit purple.
They turn a little purple.
They're a little rat.
I'm usually a card player, but I don't have a lot of the options for cards
Yeah,
right now in this game.
that's-
So it's forcing me to think outside
Undercover rat.
outside my
Into
normal
purple.
box.
Undercover rat.
To blue.
You're an undercover rat.
Undercover rat.
Sorry. This is a nail art channel now.
What are you gonna do?
Me?
That's still really well done.
I want to place one more, so then I can do I
Nice.
can
See,
gather one of these
what's the
dudes,
Venn
and then I
diagram
can get
between
some-
people
some
watching this stream
resources.
and people who love nail art? Call out in the comments.
Bridging the gap.
Score me some points.
Bridging the gap. No.
Alright.
No dwelling for you.
I'm in last place, the dead last.
That's
right
where we
now.
want you to be.
wow, that's so sad.
That's where you belong.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
I'm
is
so sad for you.
rude.
Too long have you been
Alright,
in
I'm gonna
control.
go here and swap these two things into gold.
Okay.
Oh my god.
When in doubt, get more gold. That's what we're all about.
I
Alright,
know.
let's figure
Can I
out.
just have a piece of gold?
House
The
time.
mill.
Oh, building something, are you?
I'm taking my hammer and 2 gold
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
to build myself a beautiful dwelling here in darkness
Oh, wow. look
and
at that.
keep my dominance there. There's something in the comments.
All right, look at that. So she's building in darkness.
Yeah.
And that doesn't trigger anything because that's only on placement. So she's converting into a house because one stepped on the mill, the other one turns into
And she gets
this
moved to
beautiful
up.
house,
Yeah.
which goes
So
up
dumb
2 in
and-
darkness
In darkness.
and scores.
One
Yeah.
step closer
6
to-
1,
points.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Which is a pretty decent dwelling.
This is how we
1,
do
2, 3,
it.
4, 5, 6. The chaos.
Nice.
Rats
This
are at
is how-
21.
Oh, my
This
God.
is
But
how
wait,
we
wait.
rat it.
There's
It looks
more.
good though.
Oh wait, no. Backtrack.
But wait, there's more.
What happened?
Can you
Okay.
backtrack shortly?
Okay.
Backtrack.
The stream has distracted me. Backtrack to 2 seconds ago.
Okay.
Rewind.
Before you
kind rewind.
weld.
Yes, before I dwelled, because I'm gonna give you this,
Alright.
and you're gonna give me this,
Ah.
and I was gonna complete this for 3 points for the
Okay,
gold
what
I
is that
had.
one? Oh,
It
okay.
is called Amass the
Ah.
Wealth. To complete this quest, you must have at least 1 gold in your supply. Gain 1 point for each gold in your supply. I had 3.
Okay.
Okay.
The minorest of take backs.
And that is one of our resource quests, which we haven't unlocked yet, but it's going to be great.
It's gonna be great. So I
Because
can
look what
jump
you can
in
do.
first.
You can decide
yes, before
when
this?
to take those points.
What?
All right.
Should, before this, I jump in. Yes.
Yes, you need
So I'm
to.
gonna jump in.
Oh, you don't actually, but go ahead.
I'm going to though. Into what is this dark water?
Wow, the ogres do not know how to swim.
We don't, but we're trying to float.
So,
And we get a scroll,
All right.
and then we are.
if you like,
I-
there's actually no rush because
No.
this is.
Sure.
It's on your turn.
Yeah. It should
Actually,
happen,
yeah, just do it right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this. It's Holy Word.
Mm-hmm.
Play on your turn. Advance 1 space on the glory
Oh.
track.
This one
Yeah,
here.
baby.
All right, now you have to spend. Well, hold on a second. No,
Has
that's
to
not
And
spend
the
a
the
scroll.
scroll.
Wow,
Okay.
coincidence that
Yeah.
you just stepped and got
So
one,
here I
right?
It's not that
go.
track. It's not that track.
Oh, glory! Is this
Oh
one?
no, it is.
Yeah.
No, it is that track.
Okay.
Give me the orb.
Nice.
And 2 points.
Give me all.
Orb,
give her the orb,
Well,
right?
it's not.
Yes,
yeah,
it's for her,
you're
it's
not
for her.
taking.
Oh,
it.
I'm like,
She's
we
taking
Give
did not
it.
me the team.
The team
The
orb.
team.
The team orb.
It's the
It's
royal
like-
we.
I'm just like.
Yeah, it's the team
I
orb.
love orbs. Okay.
It's the glory orb.
I'm the ratlings. I love the
That-
shinies. I can't
that's
help myself.
Oh,
family.
nice. I like that move.
I'm gonna take this little guy here.
I just can't. Help,
Ogre still floating.
I just can't help myself.
That's it. Stop. All right.
We're gonna pop over here with the wizard.
Absolutely monstrous.
I knew that's where you wanted to go. So there we
A
go with the wizard.
disaster.
Yeah.
An absolute travesty.
To stop these rats.
See, now I don't know where I want to go.
Look how high you got. You got
Confuse the
24
rats,
points.
everybody.
The rats are scared.
Because
I'm
now they can
confused.
step over here and cause a giant demon to come at them.
Well, yeah, because I have the tunneling dragon. So, like, once again, my options.
Oh, you do have a lot of options.
It's
with
just
Tunneling
like
Dragon.
the tunneling dragon makes those options just go. Phew. Can I? Well, I can get that double, but then I would have to fight my friend.
You would.
And the monster.
I
Watch
get
her,
Actually-
you.
watch her take out her teammate now.
Actually,
Yeah, let's watch that happen.
actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
Is
I
your
will.
name actually?
My name is
Connie's
actually-
pointing
I
at
actually
you.
love
My name is
this.
actually not Darlene. It's actually.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jump in with my dragon into the place that has 2 potions because that's really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. I wish I could jump in on that.
You can't
You
But I can't.
get there. You have to step somewhere.
No, I can. Oh, because the houses don't count as flying. Damn it. Well,
Darn
my wizard can't teleport into occupied spaces. Curses. My house confused me.
A plague on both your houses.
A plague on both
The
your
only
houses.
unit she's got is this one. She has to operate from this one.
Can still figure this out. I can't get the double potions, but I can still get you a point by joining the fight.
Yeah, because I get a point whether I win or lose.
I mean, you could go fight your friend.
Warrior.
I love it.
No,
I love this.
But
movie.
no.
But no, we would also fight the monster.
But it doesn't matter
if either of us wins, we get to go up on the battle track.
And I also get a point whether I win or lose.
You get a point.
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys just wipe yourself out against the demon. I love it.
I won't, because I can come
And I have
back.
a
So you're
house,
going
I
to
have
fly
rings.
into the demon space. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm trying to decide whether I want a gem
This
or
guy.
a
He's
potion.
ready. He's so excited because
Think
he
about
can go
what we can
step over
buy.
here on this dwelling
And I
next
think,
turn.
I don't have
It's
too
gonna be
much
great.
right now.
yeah, the board's looking a little gemmy.
And what is the game
So-
exactly when all
When
these...
those are gone,
This is how
it
we
triggers the
do
last turn, or when
it.
someone builds all their
So
dwellings.
I'm going to try this whole gem thing.
You're going to fly into here.
I'm gonna fly into there.
You take this.
Oh,
Are you okay?
Jesus.
You got it.
Croesus.
Croesus Fraud.
Okay.
Magic
And
cards.
the fight?
Okay, so
keep
then
sticking my
after you get the
elbow.
token,
Yes.
there's going to be a fight. First of all, who can join?
Would you like to
You can do
join
it.
with definitely your warrior?
Yeah, my warrior regardless. I
Let
think
you
one of my
see.
workers can, because I get 2 die for them, so I have 4 die.
If you'd like.
Which one? From the dungeon or from the
Air realm.
air realm?
The other one, because I can go back in it.
You can go back in it if you go through the air realm.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
good tactic.
jeez, look what you revealed.
I know, some good
Cover
stuff.
that token.
Now, would you like to spend swords? It comes back around to sword
I
spending.
don't need to, because I
And
have
your dragon's
4.
getting 3, and you're getting 1 more for this, and
Yeah,
you're
so I'm
rolling
already
1, 2,
rolling
3,
4.
4. So you're both rolling 4.
Yeah.
The demon's rolling 5. Do you want to
Demon's rolling 5.
Sure.
Do I want to?
Yeah,
do I
4
want to
and
spend?
4.
I'm going to spend one of my swords.
Okay.
5 for the rats. Hey,
So
Will, are you
that's-
spending swords?
I don't have enough.
You do have
really.
1 sword.
Yeah, but I don't have enough of anything.
Okay.
Fine.
Spend it.
All right. So
No.
it's 5
I'm
on 5
rolling
on 4.
5 on 4, and we'll see how this pans out.
All right.
Here, gives the fire a little bit
Oh,
of...
I gotta be in. Sorry.
Burn in
99.
death and destruction!
Lay your bets.
6, 5, 4.
I have 5, 3.
Oh, no!
Takes it.
Takes it down.
Time for a little bit of death.
So swords for all of you.
Actually,
2 swords. Yes?
That is Darlene's new name.
Oh,
Actually, yes.
never mind.
Ogre
I read-
actually here.
I read
All
this
right.
card
So
incorrectly.
About this
1 point for
one, I
red.
think.
These are the swords, right?
No.
No,
the swords are the
these
correct
ones.
later.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So two for purple because you lost
They'll
2
be
units,
shaped
right?
like swords.
And 1 for Darlene.
Only 1. I lost 2.
You lost 2. Oh, you both
I'm
lost
a
2.
warrior.
The other way. No,
It's
no,
the
it's
other
the
way.
other way.
You lost 2.
One.
I
You
lost
had it
1.
right.
And the other way
okay.
to last fight.
Thank you, sir.
And then,
And then 1 point for red because the warrior always gets a point, win or lose.
well done.
And then the demon.
I cannot believe the demon took us down.
Laughs.
I'm so
Thank you.
mad.
And then it's your
Hashtag
turn.
demon down. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because
Ogres.
she played there, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
ogres.
So,
All right.
should I jump in there?
Now the best
would
part
get
is
the
when you
2
go
potions.
get those things, it'll come and
It'll come
get
and fight
you.
you. But then you might as well just
Die.
fight with all of them.
Okay.
I love
So I'm
this
gonna
plan.
come
I love the
in
way you guys are working right now.
And get these 2 potions.
Ah!
For me, if I don't mind.
So the demon's going again. Would you like to join
Okay.
in?
With myself? I guess
Yeah.
I should, yes, at this
Yes,
point.
because you have a thing.
Because I got nothing, yeah.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay.
So I get 6.
6 versus 5.
6 versus
Okay.
5. Here we go. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Come on, demon. You can do it again.
Hey!
I
Come
believe
on,
in you. I believe
David.
in you.
5, 6, 2, 5.
I have a
Oh.
5, 5.
6 high over
6
here.
high wins.
6, 5,
Yeah.
5.
All right, demon does it again.
Demon
Any
does it
cards
again.
To put money on
Huh?
this
Any
demon.
cards or anything like that?
Look at this thing.
Swords. You're
You
gonna
get
your
swords, by the way.
I think I'm okay for now.
Okay,
So
you,
three
only, you
swords.
can only get 5 swords. You have a max of 5.
Ah.
So
So
you
what
have
I
to
do,
cap
get rid
out
of
at
one?
5.
Perfect.
Alright.
Max
So
of
I
5
can
of
hop
any
in and trade them in
resource.
for gold if I wanted to.
4.
So it's back to
Where's
you,
my
sir.
2 other
It's a
dudes?
space.
There's 4 of them. Oh, here they are.
No.
Alright. Should I
Should
play
call
with it or
back,
should I
right?
bring back now?
But you can play
With
with
a-
I think bring
and actually play on the temple.
bringing back is
Okay,
good because
because
you
remember,
can't
dead
use
people
too
don't
many
use- Yeah, yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But now, but you don't have
The
a
question is, are you
Okay,
going to
yeah,
dwell?
for
You
sure,
can
so
take
I
your
was
other
thinking about
guy.
dwelling
Wait,
this
wait,
one
wait,
here.
wait.
So dwelling takes
So-
2 of them out,
I
and
don't
then you're going to
wanna
have
do
the
Yeah,
other
well,
2.
you would
Okay.
get rid of this.
Because
I know, like
we
it
can't get
requires
these
1 to
things.
dwell
Yeah,
and 1
okay.
to be,
So I'm
live
gonna
there. Then you'd
attach
have
this
2 to
then.
use these
Okay.
other things.
But I'll
That
go for
obviously is a
everything.
good one.
Okay,
Yeah.
get this
And then that's your other one.
Which I can
Or-
also
Unless you
or
want to
this.
replace, actually, unless you want
So-
to
Or I can make a
potions in
unit,
here.
Yeah.
Should I?
So that's
Or
what I'm
should I
saying. Like
awaken
as
my
you
wizard?
look at this, you
So
actually have
you
4
have enough
useful
workers. So if you take the token
pull back turns. So if you
here,
want to extend it out,
Then-
First of all, we're going to get rid of this
Duplicate
guy.
Okay.
And we're going
that
to
make
dwell.
sense?
I think that's an important
Yeah,
job
you
he
can get
needs
that-
to
you can get that
do.
done.
So I
Yeah,
call
yeah.
him back.
That gives me my
That's where I
orb
get
and
this
moves me on the
first
track here.
okay, great.
you would definitely
That's
do that
also
first
going to
and
net
I
me
collect,
4
but you'd use
points,
your spell.
which is
Because
okay, I
otherwise it's not
suppose.
gonna work.
Now I
This
will
one
point this
first.
out.
So
Yes.
fall back, play this, and then
You have an
switch out,
orb,
then
and they have an orb.
Yes.
They have not spent their orb yet.
Yes.
So if you want to spend your orb and
Oh, you
get,
got an orb.
yes,
if
I
you
do.
want to
That's
get the
cute.
Minotaur
You got an orb.
before they do, that's one thing that you could do.
Should I go for that?
I
Should
mean,
unleash the Minotaur? Is that what we're saying?
I'm just
All right,
saying.
the Minotaur. I keep forgetting
I
about that.
mean,
You might have been able to buy the Minotaur if you
Yeah,
wanted
so
it.
if you want
I
to
could
get
have bought
it,
it. Nobody
if
told
he dies,
me.
he's gone forever, though, right?
no,
He-
he goes to
he
the
told
underworld
us.
like any other normal unit.
He told
It's a
us, and I
mercenary.
forgot.
Okay,
That's
where do I
okay.
put this? Just dump it?
So yeah,
It's
just
my
put it
bad.
on the side, and
That's
then you
all
get
right.
that. So you're spending your orb to get the Minotaur.
Yeah, unleash the Minotaur.
My B.
Unleash the
AKA
Minotaur!
the Super Fantasy Brawl mini. Thank
Yep.
you.
So sad,
Ass.
even though we got the
And then we
orb
got these
first.
two. They're gonna come off.
We did.
This
Okay,
is definitely
and-
what I'm gonna take.
Okay, so potion and 2 scrolls.
2 scrolls and a potion.
Yeah. Not that he needs any more units, though, honestly. It might not have been the best move for his...
Well, it cancels what, a warrior?
Comes
I don't
out as
see
a
any
2 dice,
gems
and yeah,
on
it's a warrior
there.
and it can rush.
Can it aggression?
No, it doesn't have aggression.
Okay, so just 2 dice
Are
and
we
it can
allowed
rush.
to trade
Yeah.
resources? I don't know.
I don't think we can trade resources. That would be
Should
very
I
powerful.
make a new unit, or is it kind of like
There's no
overkill?
gems.
I mean,
Well,
you have
that's-
so many
next time
units,
you're
but you don't have
gonna
your
do your
really,
fortress
really
or
good
whatever.
unit.
Yeah.
Start swapping stuff around.
The
There's
dragon
no
is
way any
unbelievable for your faction. I mean, what's going to start happening now is the tokens are going to get sparse, so the dragon gets a little less powerful.
If returning from the underworld, pay 3 swords.
Right,
Okay,
right.
it's
If
a
the
cost
Valkyrie is
of
in the
money.
underworld, it's expensive, but if the Valkyrie is anywhere else, it's free. So the Valkyrie's going to come around and wreck stuff.
like-
I mean, if you really like the fighting,
ability to
I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to do
But
the
in
fighting. I
4th
think I just want to gain
I
a
find the
point.
wizard to be...
okay,
I think that's...
so you get a point.
No, not
Okay.
useless
there
is
a
not the word I
little
bit.
use. Mixed results
So
depending
you're
on
done?
how full the board is.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're done pulling back at the dwarves are up, and
Yes.
I have one more unit left.
This
But
is
the
tricky.
dungeon's empty.
Mm.
I mean, should go in the dungeon right now, right?
Should you though?
You got a ton of swords to
Oh,
spend?
man.
Man.
This is getting intense.
I mean, I'm one card away from an
Oh my
orb,
gosh.
but I don't have the
Use this one?
resources to get it.
Yes. Okay, because you have max.
Play first and not this.
I mean, you can play as many of them as you like.
Okay.
No, I
So
want to
definitely
score.
play-
I want
but
to
definitely play both of them.
One of
Okay.
these places here to dwell, right?
Yeah. Those are points to use.
And this is
I
a
don't know,
place that lets me
so,
dwell, right?
Actually, could
I'm
I
back.
ask you to ask Josh to get me some more water?
Magic.
Thank you, friend.
The water, yeah, no one's using the water realm, so we're all parched.
We are
Um,
parched.
I've got one unit left. I think I'm not going to go in the dungeon the way it looks right now. I think it's time.
Does the Minotaur have a
to-
card?
He does. I don't have
Yes.
it with us.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to have a...
And he basically lets me charge. I know that.
So he has 2 dice, so it acts like your warrior.
So
And
play
then
this
you have the
first,
ability
yeah.
to
So
rush.
play
When
this
someone
first
steps
and then
near
once
you,
we
you
get
can
it.
run into
Okay,
them.
so play this first.
Again, it's another
Yes.
fighting unit, so I mean, if you really don't want it,
And
knowing
you
that, you
figure
can
it
take your
out,
orb
yeah.
back, and there'd be
like
no
this.
skin out. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you could keep your orb, and then they can go get it if
I
they
can just
want.
get 3 points to stay.
Magic. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the orbs have a lot of uses. So if you'd rather not do the Minotaur, because he doesn't want to be fighting, yeah, I think you have enough units. So we're going to backtrack on the Minotaur decision, so you guys can go for it if you want.
Well.
Well, still, you still can't use your Minotaur,
Wow.
your orb anyway when it's not your turn, right? So
Well,
it is an
well,
unaffected decision, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So think about whether you want that. It's a fine thing. I've
Well,
never,
let us think about it.
The Minotaur?
We're in
It's a cool unit. I saw it
Cool
when
unit.
they played.
Yeah, it's
they played
new to me, so
1v1.
so that's why
It's
I
an
didn't
aggressive
practice.
unit.
Here,
But I'm not
Actually,
aggressive in
my
play. I don't like
You
to
are
be
very
aggressive.
aggressive.
It was just
You
I
are.
like
Alright.
the cool unit.
You're the ogre.
I'm aggressive.
All right, you're up.
Ogres are
It's up.
friendly.
You're up, Bratlings.
Ogre smash.
Okay, cool. I don't know what I'm doing.
wanna play some
I know what she's doing. I have no idea what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
doing.
it's good.
We can go here and dwell.
That's the important part. What
So
I'm doing,
how's it work for
actually.
points? It's 5 times the number of...
So every dwelling scores for how far you got
Oh,
up
my
in the track.
dragon's
Yeah.
So
dead.
this dwelling right here is a 5-point
So
dwelling.
now-
Mine, which is in chaos, is a
now-
4-point dwelling right now.
Yeah.
So you want to get air. But then
you
you
have
also
to
want to
put
find
stuff
another
here.
resource
That's
and
what I
get
want.
that.
I know what I want.
And this is where you and I should be talking
Not
about which
anymore,
ones we're
it's over
going
here.
in. Because I'm currently eyeing water.
Oh,
I'm sure
I'm
you are
going to-
eyeing water. But I'm also eyeing darkness because I'm like,
Who's
You
ready
can
to
get it,
make
you're
some
already
bad
there.
decisions?
Hey.
It's me.
Yeah.
Put me over in the double hammers, please.
All right.
what now? You're going to go here and face this demon again? Wow, the ratlings just don't know when
Then
to
I'm
stop.
going to
Hi, how are you doing today?
Is that his
I'm gonna
voice?
take
That's
a
right.
card
Okay, see if it's any
to clear that spot.
She's turning
Enjoy
the magic card.
yourself.
Fascinating.
See if it's any good.
This might be for you later.
Yeah.
But then we are going to
What do you got going on over there? Should we be trading?
I'm feeling like I want this.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're.
And then I have a question. We'll see how this works out. So first off.
Yes.
No one's joining me. Cool.
Right, you're by yourself.
I'm definitely spending
You have
this.
a dwelling, so you're rolling 2 dice against
I'm rolling
the
3
5
dice.
Nice. Because she spent a sword.
Because I spent a sword.
Okay.
And
I'm sure it'll be worth it. Positive she's gonna be just fine. Guys.
Just
Just
fine,
fine.
Ooh,
Wow.
the demon botched it.
6.
Actually.
What
The rat
demon
wizard, the
rat.
rat wizard is like casting a spell. The demon goes into some void, and you have no idea what happened to that.
Wow.
Boom, baby.
All right,
So
then.
you do get a
roger,
victory
a
on
rat
the glory
ogre.
track, which
Yes.
means you get 1 of any resource.
Gold.
And
Yeah.
you're choosing gold. Go
Did you get one already?
figure.
Okay.
Got it.
Actually, I
Darlene's
catch on
up.
to go. Oh no, I don't want to go up on the fire track.
Yes, you beat the fire demon, so you could have soaked up the fire.
I could have sucked up the fire energy,
energy.
but I don't.
Okay, so Darlene is going to play this quest. To complete this quest, you must have at least 2 swords, so I have 5. And I gain 1 victory point for each sword in my supply, so I gain 5. Is
Nice.
that
Another
right,
one of our
Abby?
resource quests.
5 what?
5 points.
5 points
Wow.
for the red team.
Yep.
And then
Wow.
I am
score right
going
now is pretty
to...
good.
Do I step in first? Or do I replay?
no, do this first.
So I am playing this, and it's a magical spell.
Uh-huh.
And it's Raise the Dead. Play when you regroup. Your units in the underworld may be used to activate my tableau cards.
That's right.
This turn.
She's casting
So
Raise
I get
Dead.
all my stuff back, and they can be used to get my stuff.
Yes.
So let's see what we're gonna do. It's
Also, they count as though they weren't dead.
As if they weren't dead. Yeah.
yes, they're alive.
So
You can
step
activate
1.
the tableau.
Uh-huh.
We are going to replace these swords because there's a little full up on swords. We
5
don't
swords.
need them quite as bad.
Okay.
And then we're going to attach structured right here.
Oh, she's attached the aura to the brass door, which means she can use the
So
brass
you
door
can place
twice.
2 workers right there,
2 workers.
Wow.
which would give us 2 hammers and 4 potions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't like the way this is going.
1 more potion, please.
Fortunately, nothing in the dungeon costs potions except for one thing. One tiny little thing.
Yet.
So we're okay.
And then you can go, 1 more worker could get 2 scrolls.
And I get 2 scrolls.
Oh, mega turn for the ogres.
Ogre
Raised
hungry.
Dead changed her whole
Eh.
thing.
Do I
Yes,
need
it
to
did.
do anything?
And now if you
awaken
would
anything?
like to summon your wizard, you can. If you would like to...
Ogre wizard.
Wizard or dragon? What do you think?
You can't afford your dragon.
Okay, I can't afford
Is
my
there
dragon.
such a thing as an ogre wizard? I mean, it
Yeah.
feels like
Yeah.
So what?
muscle
We're ugly.
and
We still have power.
intelligence, But not
Listen,
mutually
There's a cool piece of
beneficial.
art that Sam Turner did on
So
that
this
one, where
is
it's like kind of a
1 and
creepy
1?
figure
No,
with
I would do
just some
all
swirling
this.
energies
If-
happening. You're
if
not
I
quite
have
sure what the ogre wizard's
resources, I
doing,
will
but
always spend them before tokens.
it reminds
Okay,
me a
so
little
do
bit of
3 of these?
because
2.
Warcraft
2
had pretty
and
good
1.
ogres.
Gotcha,
they were
so
casting,
2 and
like,
1,
basically
and my
blood rage
wizard
type, like boosting
is
spells.
awakened.
So,
Awakened wizard. I stuck ogre wizard alive. Okay.
Yes. So, and final thing
and my warrior's alive.
would be, would you like to spend your orb to get the Minotaur?
Do we want
I've never used it before. I don't know
I mean,
if
you
it's
can
good.
show everybody what it's all about.
to? Should I though? What about my
You're on
orb?
stream. Do it for the viewers.
All right, for the viewers,
For
I
the
guess
viewers,
we'll
well, actually, we can make them vote.
use the orb. Yeah,
I'm
sure.
not aggressive, so I guess
I don't think I'm
How
aggressive,
this
but
works is because we don't have the
Minotaur
card.
ogre.
So it has 2
Channel
dice.
your inner hashtag just Josh. Be aggressive.
Hashtag just Josh. What am I drinking?
2 dice. It rolls 2 dice. And anytime it's on a space and someone steps nearby, you can rush in as if you're like a monster.
Okay.
Rush in there.
Anytime
Right.
someone steps on something, I get to rush in.
Steps near
Oh.
it by your Minotaur.
Orb. It's a sad
It's your
day.
unit forever.
My orb. All right,
But
so I
look
can
at
rush
all-
into anybody.
look at
Someone's
all the
gonna have to
workers here.
remind me.
Yes.
I will tell you.
The first time, so
a
I
little
get
bit,
I
yeah.
get what that looks like. Beginners.
We are
understand
coming
me.
back to the Storm Horde,
this is yours,
not on
right?
the board,
Yeah.
and can go
Yes,
anywhere.
These are mine. I definitely
Unoccupied.
want... Well, you have a...
I couldn't even go on your space even though it's occupied or not.
No, you
We'll
can't,
get to that.
unfortunately. I'll get out of there in a minute, but
I
I'm
might have to
currently
get more.
I
blocking
definitely
you.
want to give you
If
this
you want to go
later.
nearby,
Okay.
I will be
Before our
teleport.
turn,
I'll be
because
going home.
You're
So
going to do this way before
Should I
I'm
jump in
going
the
to do
dungeon?
this.
Okay, let me know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
can you afford something?
Oh yeah, everything. Everything.
Oh my god, what can you get?
Everything. I've got 3 gold
Plus,
at
you've got
least.
an orb you haven't spent,
Yep.
which could be good for resources as well. Man, I'll tell you something. This is an expensive card.
That's real
I
sweet.
can
But
afford
if
it.
you got it for me, I would get the orb. So by spending it,
Okay, I'm going there.
Okay, first you gotta explore.
Your Sugar Storm Horde buying
Explore.
you cards.
Yeah, the Storm Horde.
Yes,
buddy.
the demon, the Death Reaper.
The Death Reaper's out.
Reaper. There is a demon too.
And so that
yes.
is okay. So that's kind of important if we want to go into darkness and also keep. I mean, where you put it is important. Where does Astrid want it to be? She wants it to be here, so maybe not over there. But it's also going to represent something that we have to go fight too.
You don't know my life.
Somewhere over here,
The
maybe.
Death Reaper's over there. Yeah, sure. I'm going to orient it north. Whoop.
All right.
Here we go.
Well, I gotta buy some things now.
Yes. Let's buy.
Let's see what this guy is.
So
Do you have
I
an
can
orb on this
control
card?
monsters.
Can I give you my orb or no?
No. But if you buy that card for me, I will get an orb, and then I can use it on that card.
Do you have a wizard?
I do have a wizard.
Gah!
We're getting some monsters tonight.
Don't like this. I don't like this
right.
even a little.
Unfortunately, it'll only control the Death Reaper. Not my favorite for control, but
Okay,
you know
and
what?
you're gonna go up on
gonna-
I mean,
darkness.
it's no.
There you go.
Chaos.
I
Cool.
mean, the Living Storm would be pretty fun. I love
Yeah,
the
Living Storm is
yeah.
definitely the best one.
Let me see what these guys are. What's this one?
5 dice. Suck
Can you
people in
afford
battle.
that? Because
Well,
you just spent 4 gems.
No, I've got 1, 2 of them.
he
right
has an
now.
orb that he hasn't spent.
Oh.
So basically, he can afford anything he wants.
That's fair.
But that uses up the orb, I will say. No.
That's not very useful for me.
Another interesting thing, by the way, is that Astrid can afford the Cloud of Death. Okay? So that is going
Maybe.
to burn a adventure card on both my tableau and your tableau.
Of my choice?
No. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Of our choice. But that's going to be pretty devastating. So you could decide not to buy for your second one and just kill that card.
Are these worth points in the game, right?
Or I will say that if you actually bought the Cloud of Death,
I would need an orb, which I'm not close to getting yet.
she does need an orb to do it.
Just heads up. Because I'm a fair and just ruler here.
He actually, you have enough gold that you can do it? No.
What do I need?
Oh, you need 2 tools and 2 gold, and you can have it.
Yeah.
Wow, and you have an orb. You could actually burn their cards. Fascinating.
You absolute monster. Don't
Which
you
would
dare.
Astra would have to choose the toxic tunnels, and she would have to choose her door or the structured card. It's pretty brutal right now.
Yeah, alright.
Oh man, this took a turn.
This is rude.
Bad things happen. This is the bad place.
And I'm gonna go up.
Now I will say that is one of the most brutal cards in the game. I think that we're going to give you enough cards in this game that you can decide if you don't like Cloud of Death.
Because we need to get rid of that nonsense, so.
But you know, it's one of those cards that I like to scrap it.
I'd like to eat.
Okay, now what he did, he
apples
put
and
he
bananas.
bought a Cloud
So he
of
bought
Death
the Cloud
card.
of Death.
Now, when you buy that card,
I
you
did-
actually
I did
go
warn
up
us.
on Darkness, which you did.
Yeah.
But he put the orb on that card, and it says, when you place an orb on this card,
We have
Each
to
opponent must
destroy
immediately
one of
choose
our
one of
cards.
their tableau cards and just go ahead and just remove it. It's not important.
so
So
you have to lose one of your cards.
Don't worry about
me,
it.
I would get rid of the aura.
Yeah, because your door is loaded right now.
Yeah, because the
Aura.
door is loaded.
This one?
The one under it.
So if you lose structured, it goes
And
to the
unfortunately,
discard pile.
looking over at my thing right now,
Now, destroyed
Actually,
cards, just for everybody watching and you learn this game, all destroyed cards go on the bottom.
Ogre
They
sad.
can come back up.
yeah, rattling sad. I'm never gonna get to use those toxic tunnels because my tunnels are worth less points than my door, which means they need to go.
Okay, no toxic tunnels goes
I'm
underneath.
absolutely tragified.
All right, so what
Yeah.
comes out on Chaos next
This is the hardest.
is Chaotic.
Oh, I also
it's
like
another
that. I love all the
aura,
chaos cards.
which allows you to basically either get a card's value twice or basically
Or none.
not at all.
So what do you guys do? You got rid of... Oh, you got rid of your card.
So then Entomb comes out for Darkness. It's pretty cheap, and when you load it with 3 treasure tokens, it actually gets you another card. Pretty fun.
Cool.
Well, that was brutal and awesome,
I'm sorry.
and I
Oh,
support
I don't
that
forgive
completely.
you. Just know the Minotaur is also watching you.
That's your turn, right?
That's
That was
my
all
turn.
my turn,
I
wasn't
know.
it?
I
That was
gotta
brutal.
return home.
We were enough.
Or should I kill Michael?
Well, we're going through the 2v2 is definitely, I would say, longer due to the fact that we talk to each other and
Yeah, there's
debate.
all that balance. All right, I'm gonna pop this little
Their cameras
orb
got
on the
battery
floating
still.
eye, and the wizard is coming back to use the floating eye, which says if I have an orb on this card, dominate any monster in Eldervale.
So take
That
that card.
means that the Death Reaper is my friend. comes back to the ready area. I now control the Death Reaper. I'll take the Death Reaper's card so that I remember that it rolls 4 dice.
And if it dies, it goes, though.
If it dies, so a dominated monster is your unit, acts like a worker, it can use worker placement spots, but if it goes to the underworld, it's gone. Can be summoned again.
And it's only once. Once you get it, you summon.
So what happens with this particular card, every time the wizard pulls back, I get to take another monster.
It's awful. It's awful.
This card it costs a lot, and it needs an orb, and it needs a wizard. It's a serious card.
I can't
now
believe
the dwarves are pulling back from the ruins, so I get a gold for that.
Still.
My heart is.
I would like to dwell here, so we're going to
in darkness.
In darkness. Now, you're in darkness, though. Should I leave it alone?
You should leave it alone.
You're going to take all the dark?
Mike roll.
I mean, I don't care. I honestly don't care. If you think it'd be better for you, then.
Well, what I want to see happen is I want to see. The reason why I was going to do it is for some more variety.
We're just the singing crew. Hi, you can catch us off Broadway.
And I could go into fire
instead. We'll be touring next month.
Okay, so
I take off
Broadway. Mostly because of me.
Takes one.
I take requests.
Dueling piano.
Careful, you got a stream going.
Yeah, I got a stream going. I do not take requests because YouTube will copyright us.
One of those.
Yeah, for everything. Only public domain, so happy birthday is on the table.
That pops back to the mill. This turns into a dwelling. We're going up 1.
And you're gonna score
darkness.
6 points.
What the?
Wrong one.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, it's mine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, look at that.
I mean, it doesn't matter technically because
it doesn't matter.
Scoring together.
All right, so that was, I got one more pullback.
We're catching up now that you guys aren't scoring points. I wonder what happened to your tableau to make you guys not score as many
And I'm going
points.
to put back to my double potion.
I don't like that, Joe.
My death cloud. My cloud of death.
It worked. It was fantastic. All right, here we go. I dwelled.
I was actually originally just precautionary so she didn't do it,
Yes.
and then I'm just like,
it was basically defense because she could have done it, and it would have been devastating.
Well, I don't know the worst. Okay, give me my 2 people back.
Okay, so these losers?
guys.
Yeah, those losers are dead. They can't do anything. But my other 2 losers need to come home.
Yes.
So you can activate your tableau,
which I will with Death's Door and my gold, which means that I get 1 gold.
Okay.
And 2 potions and a scroll.
Nice.
Good. Which is still pretty decent.
And nice
and all of you need
And
to
I'm coming out. Oh,
Alright,
I
you're
guess
up.
that's not family friendly. Maybe it is. I'm
Sure it
gonna
is.
go here and get this gold.
Good choice.
That's a nice one.
Good choice.
And then what?
Okay, so the
And I think that's-
Eldervale's looking a little
Because I
empty
can't go
right now. We're all leaving except for the ogres have just come in.
Okay, I'm going now, right? You're good?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any.
So you took a scroll. That's nicely done.
Yeah, no, and I mean, you got 1 move.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
I mean,
Where are the dwarves?
I know I don't want
The
to. but I just want
dwarves.
to,
Can't.
'cause it's my,
What are we gonna
it's my
go
home.
on track
Well, no, you
wise?
can't
We
because
could
you
go
don't have
get
any
darkness,
gems.
darkness.
But otherwise,
But you're
Actually,
in
you
there
have
as
a
well.
No,
And
go
I was
for
just
it.
doing
I
it for
don't care.
variety.
I just
But
took
need
it
them.
for.
Oh, the
I was just doing it
gems
for
are-
variety.
Yeah, I don't care.
Where are the
Whatever you want
gems
to go
at?
for is fine.
I mean, I can go into the dungeon.
Can you buy us stuff?
I can. I got gold.
I cannot even.
I got gold. I could buy you something. What do you want?
I don't know. I
What
like
track do you want to
things.
go on
We
there?
can't
Oh, I can
even.
go on water instead.
We
Cannot
can't even.
Even.
It's either I go darkness or I go water. Those are the 2 options right now I'm feeling.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the dungeon,
All right.
and we'll go to this dungeon. It looks open.
Yeah.
So we turn over a tile. It is a chaos tile, which I do like. I do want to be in more of those. So we will put it nearby some other stuff. And it gets tokens on it.
Yeah.
Because it's coming in with some resources. Oh, it's juicy too. Juicy
Oh, that's really
chaos
good.
bog over there. Then we're going to buy 2 cards. And the 2 cards I'm going to buy are the Entomb card and the Sunken Vortex. The Sunken Vortex I'm going to buy
I
for
wanted the Entomb card.
you. And then I will buy the Entomb card for myself.
The monsters.
And I
then
walked
that'll
on.
cost
I walked
two.
on
I
this thing.
ambushed
so I
my
actually
minotaur
did
to your
take
guys'
one of
stuff.
those.
Are you like withholding that info?
No.
Whenever I play in an
not
air
out yet.
area, I actually
When can I
get a
bring 'em
scroll
out?
as
Oh, yeah,
well,
you get a
so-
scroll for that. Okay.
I thought I just ambush you guys and kill.
No, it's not an ambush. It has to be.
All right, so that's my
Ogre
dungeon.
Minotaur hungry
Let's
for
see what's
flesh.
The map of the world. Gain resources equal to the number of dwellings you've built. Each resource must be gained must be a different type. If you have an orb on this card, you also get a point for every dwelling.
It's beautiful.
And darkness.
Necromancy. Control more monsters.
I don't
Not that
like
we-
this one.
not
It
that
needs an orb.
It does need an orb.
We sold
At the
our orb
beginning
for
of
the
your
Minotaur.
turn,
You're welcome, audience.
See, yeah, you're welcome, audience. If you have an orb on this card and you do not have a dominated monster, choose one destroyed monster and dominate it. So it lets us
chaos
also
and darkness do have a little bit more of that domination effect. So if you like domination, you definitely want to pick those elements when you play the game. If you want some dwelling bonuses, you might want to put earth in the game. If you want some victory point gaining cards, you might want to put light in the game. And that's how this game changes.
So
right now we have a very dominating heavy game.
Hold up. Well, I was gonna buy Entomb, but now all my plans are different.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out. Okay, what do we got? Two spells.
It's pretty useful, but it costs an orb too.
It does. It costs an orb as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Any good card. I mean, there's 3 cards that cost orbs right now.
Oh my god! And none of these are resource generating, which means I don't like them. Yeah. In general.
This wall.
Yeah, the wall's a wall.
Costs a lot.
Nobody's gonna want to go up on that the air track right now, huh? That's the problem.
What is it? What does it say again?
Whenever anybody goes up on this track here, I would gain a scroll.
See, I don't. Yeah, like I don't want
the
that.
The light blue. Yeah.
It's a little circumstantial. I think if we change it possibly to allies, that might be more interesting for 2v2.
Because I definitely want to buy...
We could easily leave the card as is and just put in the 2v2 rules. That's the way it goes. We'll talk to Luke. He's really good at phrasing things the right way.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
Anybody? Archer?
Okay. All right.
The rats are thinking this over.
There's a lot to think. There's a lot.
Yeah, finally, my life mission is complete. I did it.
There's a lot to think about because I don't like.
I definitely want to know. I mean, it's too bad. One of the things I think would be fun to do is a stream where you can see all the comments and be able to hit people up and answer. I don't know what everyone's saying, but.
They're talking to each other basically right now.
Okay, good.
I'm looking. I got my phone over here to see all the
comments.
comments.
We do this on a regular basis. I'm shouting
Josh is messaging.
I just there's so many choices because I could get some resources.
I don't have lots. I'm just out there randomly mixing nothing.
Okay, good, excellent. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for chatting in the channel. I hope this is tells people what kind of game you're gonna get.
I know where I want to go.
Super exciting.
No,
we're holding pretty consistent in our numbers too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's intense. We are getting into a meaty part of it, though. We are trying to figure out, what's the pacing of this. I will tell everybody that there are 3 tiles left, which means...
Endgame's coming up.
Dungeon will mean... Now, there's a scoring rule that I want to make sure everyone's aware of that is something new that we've added, which is that you can only score tableau cards if you have enough dwellings.
Oh, that's very sad.
So what happens is every dwelling qualifies you to score 3 of your cards. So that means that if you dungeon a lot, you might end the game, but you might not be able to score your whole tableau. Right now I have 2 dwellings and 5 cards, so I'm still fine.
But your friend...
Michael over here has 1 dwelling and 5 cards, so he would have to ditch 2 of those cards at the start of scoring.
And when?
Unless you get a dwelling. At the start of scoring, you can only have a number of cards equal to dwellings.
I need cards, but I hate
3.
These cards. How do I reconcile?
So in other words, you have 5 cards and 1 dwelling. You would have to ditch 2 cards.
That's a new rule, huh?
3 potions. Is there anything with 3 scrolls? No.
That's easy. You can get another dwelling.
No, this is the bad place.
Whose turn is it? It's her turn.
It's my turn. Sorry. There's a lot of cards out, and I could buy some of them, but I hated them all. Except
you too can own these cards that are awesome, but require your plan to swirl around them.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can't afford them in the configurations that I would like. Mm-hmm. There's one card I would like, but I can't actually get it.
Mike Vanderveen says, Mike, you got this.
It's still going to be 5/5/5, yeah.
So it's still better than doing
better than anywhere else, unless you want to race down another orb as fast as possible.
Scream.
Mike Vanderveen is saying, you got this.
No, I got this. Oh. Yeah, watching,
you got this.
No pressure, but you got
Mike Vanderveen, how could you say that to me?
Seriously, no pressure, Mike. You got somebody big in your corner. If you whiff this, that's on you.
The North remembers.
The rats go to the chaos realms.
All right, Darlene, you're up.
Okay, wait. Give me a spell.
Oh, she's turning.
I'm turning in my token.
Turning in spell cards.
Okay.
Yeah, you can plug those in as an engine, but the rats are just
around me are familiar.
All
right.
right.
I don't have anything to plug into.
I know. I'm just kidding.
No requests on the songs.
Okay, so
were there requests?
No.
Can I?
Just watch out.
Can I pop in? Because there's not a lot of resources.
Mike Vanderveen is still voting the two of you, but he says Mike potentially has this, so balance it how you want.
Yeah. We need to get our points up, though, huh?
Okay, wait, you're gonna have to spell that one out.
Well, I'm worrying more about
on the white one. I'm one away.
Action of the game right here.
And I have 1, 2, 3.
But you'd have to pull back, and you don't have that yet.
I don't have it. Well, no, I can go out and get one more. Because I don't see any gems.
We need to rush up the other tracks.
How about you don't?
Yeah, how about you don't?
How about we do?
Because I can't go to the gold.
What are you going on? Black?
Well, so what I'm looking at, by the way, is I'm looking at. Okay, so I have both of these.
Oh, you have
unless
a
I
wizard.
trade one back to you.
So he can
which
go
is
anywhere?
variety and
Yeah, take your
variety
wizard.
of
You can
these.
teleport in
So
the
I'm
zone.
kind of
So
trying to
you
go
get
variety
two
and
swords.
variety.
Yeah, do that.
As
Alright,
I'm trying to
so
end
I'm
it.
going in. My wizard is teleporting. That's one of my not special abilities. He just can. And I'm going here, and I'm going to trade 2 of my swords for 2 gold.
Good deal.
Right there. We need 2 gold.
Thanks.
We're
You're welcome.
gold.
Okay, my turn. Because why not?
It's going into the water. Stormhorde learn how to swim. Alright, it's back to me.
Yep.
The
My turn.
dwarves.
I just picked the thing. I mean, usually it's cool to in this game as the more and more you play, you kind of like have an idea of what you want to do. And as long as people don't mess with you or mess with your decision making, your turn can be quick. It's when that people completely mess with what you want to do. That's when it becomes like, oh, I don't know what to do now.
I'm going to go here.
Buying the card.
And
Yep.
I'm going to turn these 2 swords into gold. The Death Reaper's fighting you now.
Yeah, I know. So what are the Death Reaper rules?
The Death Reaper rules are that nobody can join because
Cool.
it's got fear, and then so
It's
that
just
prevents you from joining, and it's just the
It's just my lonesome me?
And it rolls 4 dice.
My
and
wizard
then I'm adding
alone?
2 dice from my building, so it's actually rolling 6.
Just
dice.
my poor little wizard?
Yeah.
Why?
You got to pick off
Right,
these
do you wanna
ogres
use any
one
swords?
at a time.
All I can do...
Now it's a very bad
it's not
idea
worth it,
in
huh?
Dwellings to go after
Bree would
the
like it
winner.
noted, she voted for the two of you from the start.
Thank you.
Very
Wait,
nice.
who said that?
Bree, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
Bree.
you, Bree.
But I'm not liking the sound of all your die.
So here's the thing, though. I will say that it is my policy normally to not attack the winner on the glory track. Why?
Yeah, why are you
Because
attacking
if they
me?
win, they're going to get a lot more glory. But I'm doing it in this case. I think the ogres need to be picked off.
Why?
It's fine. This is fine.
We're
This
friends.
is
Just
fine.
one die.
It's fine.
This is like the saddest moment of my ogre
Ooh,
life.
and a 6 will
Six,
do it.
six,
A 6 will do it.
Damn.
But no, 5's over here. Takes it. And I'm
Bye.
going to take a
That's gonna
victory
give you a
on
sword.
the glory track.
Sword, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will take 1.
Measly.
It goes up the first
That's
spot.
okay.
The
Wait,
white,
wait,
no, the
wait.
white one goes up the first
2
spot.
points.
I get 2 points. Thank you.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
You didn't need that positioning. It's
That's
fine.
true.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it really
Yeah,
is.
we
It's not going
planned
to
on
block
losing.
you. It's not going to
It's not gonna block you from making a
orb at all.
move. It's a fine.
Hey, how do you know my plan?
All right.
It's kind of obvious.
Just kidding.
You're up.
All
All
right.
right. Unless
No,
you're
that
done.
was his turn.
Yeah, that's why I said you're up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm dwelling.
Oh, look at this.
I am Michael.
She's going over to the mill to dwell over there in that chaos spot.
So for 2 potions, I'm turning that sucker
Interesting
into...
plan for the rats.
I don't like the cards, so I have to get points elsewhere.
Yeah, you do. She's taking some chaos points away from me. I
So-
don't like it.
All right.
So
Chaos.
I'm going to go up in chaos.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get 4 points,
4
please.
points. Purple one.
Yes, the one in the lead.
Yeah, 4 points. Yeah. Good dwelling spot. Not as good as some of the other ones are going to happen, but yeah.
No,
not
I
bad.
know there's better ones.
Just got to keep the self-esteem of the rats down.
And Darlene's up.
Just kidding. You're doing great. You guys are great. You guys are very
So I'm not
dangerous.
sure
That's why
if
we're trying to stop you.
I'm doing my own thing.
okay,
You
so
guys
you-
feel free. I'm happy with
Okay,
just being
alright,
me.
alright.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Just
No, I
happy
need
what
to
you're
get
going
some more
to do.
tokens so I can use this
You
in
are-
Tomb Card and steal one of these awesome cards. So I need to get
So
really
you-
crappy
the fire
resources
spell's
that
out.
nobody wants and just plug
Give
them
up the
in.
dream of the fire spell for right now.
So I'm thinking step in
I
that
might
one.
be able to buy it for you
Later.
Yes.
I'm thinking
Right now
step
you need
in
to
that
give
one.
up that dream.
We're getting some
Because we can't
crappy
afford it.
resources
Okay.
to use the Entomb
So
card.
you are going to put something. Monsters don't rush if they're dominated, right?
Yeah, this is my unit
Where
now,
did my
so it
Minotaur
does not
go?
rush.
You can put them out
You
as
can put
units.
them out right now.
I can.
Yeah.
Can I kill your dwelling?
No.
No, that's not.
Dwellings do not.
That's
He's a
not-
unit that can also just rush.
Kidding.
and-
No, they don't get destroyed, but they do other things with the.
So we
demon
can
knight.
kill all of Michael's things that are
So
out?
here's what you want to do.
Jeez. Yeah.
You want to go into the dungeon.
Mhm.
That's step 1.
Okay.
What we want to buy is
Does my Minotaur want to go into the dungeon?
Definitely. Oh, yes. So we definitely want to get the Temple of 8.
Okay.
Because then we can plug an orb into it, and that makes it even better.
It's pretty good with an orb, yeah.
So that's this,
I can't believe
this,
that the
and
dwarves
that.
lost the order
Ignore
race.
that.
Yeah, because I'm not calling
these
back.
You're not
ogres.
calling back.
Okay.
So we're spending this.
Am I doing
we're
the
spending
warrior or
this,
one of my guys?
Or your Minotaur?
Well, you got
If you want to put the Minotaur out there, so he's out on the board
Minotaur's
now,
going
and
in.
it'll wreck some
all right.
stuff.
So
Can he be
the
in the dungeon?
Minotaur is right there.
Not me
Not
again.
the actual final Minotaur here, but...
So the first card that she's buying is the Temple of 8.
Well, first things first. Let's
I
never
know.
forget.
Yes, first, never
To
You
forget.
get-
gotta turn this over, and it is the water monster.
Okay.
And I want it to
The
be...
dread,
The dread
crocodile.
crocodile.
And I want it to
So
be
let's-
far away from
I
myself,
can't wait to dominate
right?
that
I would
thing
stick
with
it
my
close to
wizard.
them,
So
so
Michael,
like over
it's
there.
going over here.
Okay. Water in this area.
Yeah,
And not a
banana
drop
drink. Yeah.
Oh, there's
This is our
gold!
team.
The
There
dread
be
crocodile.
gold and then there are hills. So,
Or watery.
watery hills. So yes, the first thing we're doing is we're spending 1, 2, 3, 4 scrolls to buy the Temple of 8,
Okay.
All right.
which moves
you
her
up
up
one on order.
on order.
Red goes up one on order, gets the orb.
Finally.
Very nicely
My
done.
orb is back.
Your second
Which-
orb.
I would, like, we are probably going to slot into the Temple of 8, but we'll wait for that.
Will we though?
Well, I mean, you get one more card buy right now if you can
So-
afford it.
Yes, we can afford exactly 1 card, and it's chaotic.
There we go.
So
Wow.
can I have it?
A chaotic
Yes,
temple
you
of
can
8.
have it. That's fine.
No, it's going to be a chaotic, Death's Door.
Wow.
So bump me up in chaos.
So we're
And it
using
costs
these
what?
two and Michael.
And it costs 3 potions, which we have right here.
Bye.
The rats are getting a little handsy with your research.
It's
They
royal
are, but that's
we
okay.
here,
I trust
huh?
my rat friends.
Okay.
Ogres need rats.
Then we reveal the new.
Okay, the the
Yeah,
new
okay.
chaos card is the Rotting Bog. It's very cheap, and when you step into a chaos realm, you gain potions.
This is when you play a unit in an order realm, gain a scroll.
Okay, so we got a couple of those now.
Okay.
We're back to the... Oh, we have a fight.
Here we do.
Yes, we
Because
have
you
a fight.
stepped in where there is going to be a...
With Michael.
With Michael. Now, there's a join phase. The first person who can join the battle is Michael. So you could join with your other one if you want.
Aw, you should join. It'd be cute.
Be cute.
Now, if you don't want to come in, I could come in with the Death Reaper.
I have no interest.
And then no one else can join.
And then no one else can join.
It's
Exactly.
like monster v monster.
Yeah.
I mean, I also still have.
And I have zero fear about losing these things because of the
I
wizards.
still have this too.
What?
Yeah, so if you need to take it down and win, you could kill the Death Reaper, and if you don't need to take it down and win, I could just take it.
Well.
Well.
All right, so do you
Bye,
want me in there
Minotaur.
or
I don't know. How many does this guy roll?
no? He rolls 2 dice.
But I have a special ability that says my Minotaur rolls 6.
If it's just 2
It's
die,
just 2 dice.
I just.
You want to take it?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take it on.
So I'll stay out of it. You're going to join in or not join in?
You
Just stay out.
How can I join in? I'm not even
It's-
there.
No, I'm asking
can we
Michael
swap cards?
first.
I'm not going to join in now.
Okay.
During your turn,
It's
right?
currently her turn, so you guys can swap cards. We cannot.
That's all I have.
No, here. You want this if you bring in your dude and do
Okay.
this.
Okay, let's
So,
see what
show me.
happens here.
So we're going to swap these two because it has to be
Okay.
one
So wait,
for
actually,
one.
it's Michael's turn to join first, and he's not joining. Then it comes around to me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Are you joining?
And
That's
You have-
actually the
you have the
important
option.
stage.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's got something brewing. Do you want me?
Well, that's not fair. We gave you that info just now.
That's not our fault that you're table talking.
I will stay out of it.
It is.
It goes back around to
You guys are
Astrid.
winning too,
It
by the
goes
way.
back
So
around.
I'll see.
Astrid's not around.
I'm not around.
So it goes back to you.
I would.
I'm playing
join.
this.
I would join
Uh-huh.
so that you can play that later.
So this is joining.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have 3 dice then.
I am red though.
4.
4 because it's an ogre.
And you're
4
gonna
dice.
take 2 more,
2 more swords are being spent so that the ogres are rolling 6 dice in this battle.
Interesting.
and then we would get 3 points because we have a quest that when you roll 6 dice in a
Yeah,
battle.
they're trying to do that. Now we did unlock that one. That's a battle type quest.
Okay.
Yes,
And
it
you get
says
points.
lead the horde. To complete this quest, you must roll 6 die in a
I think
battle.
it was made for
Wow.
the ogres. Lead the horde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
ogre
he gave
turn.
you the points.
Okay.
Now we're having a 6 die battle against how
It's a
many?
good thing you didn't jump in then.
Yeah, they would have.
All right.
Ganged
I
up
got
on
my
it.
1 die.
No, if I had joined in, she wouldn't have been able to come
So you're just
in.
trying to make my loss perhaps even worse
It would have
by
been
being
just
like,
us
just
against the
one.
thing.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
A 3.
4.
4 high.
And
And
lightning
a 3,
bolt.
3.
Oh,
does that
lightning
mean?
bolt adds a 6 to the battle.
Oh.
That's okay, because I get a victory point whether we win or lose.
No, it's only with your warrior.
Yeah, so the lightning bolt actually strikes down your Minotaur, goes to the underworld, you get a sword for that, and you get a sword for your ogre going to the Minotaur.
So you got your swords back.
So many swords.
And
Wow,
you, sir, get a victory.
Thanks.
So you go up on the first in the track, which is 2 points.
Wait, what were those two for?
He just handed it to us, so I just put it in our pile.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was your
and we
turn.
still get 3 points.
We got him.
You gave him.
Yeah, I got you.
So that was your turn.
It was.
So it goes back to the Storm Horde.
And then do I want to pull out, or should I place?
Family channel.
Hashtag family friendly. Come on now. Come on
Oh,
now.
that one's a mistake.
Yeah, it is.
As long as you know what the card is.
Yeah, I
Should
mean, I know the name of it.
should I try and
I
dwell?
so much with
I
6
tried.
I tried.
It happens to the best of
Well,
us.
this is a
it
good
though?
board for us
Yeah.
right now. There's
Yeah, it's looking
empty.
good.
You got units still?
Hey.
So how
What?
much? What do you have?
What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, we got board position. Ashford's
I have a
gonna
plan, I have a plan.
operate
Let me
from
see
right
if I
here.
I have a plan.
Okay,
I think I
and the ogres are not on the board, so they're gonna operate from anywhere. So we could keep them off spots if we stay in Eldervale right now.
Okay,
Good
good.
plan.
Don't talk about it yet because they're listening.
So maybe we should jump over here, you think? Or over here?
Yeah, should you jump on the rat?
Now,
no.
if you Ashford can operate from right here. She's got a dragon which can fly 2 away. We got to think about what she wants to do, which is probably get into.
Don't give her ideas either, though. You know.
Ideas.
She'd be like, I don't know what I want to do. Oh, thank you.
And then what Darlene wants to do is get into.
Ogre,
if you
no
want to keep her
talk.
out of, well, she does have a warrior, so she can come in anywhere.
I do have
What
a
do
warrior.
you want then? Basically,
Yeah,
they've
follow
got a
your
lot of
heart.
options, so.
You must be true
to your heart.
YouTube that.
We're just trying to get this whole thing banned.
Sorry.
It's fine. We
I
can
love you,
still play
Stevie
it.
Wonder.
I thought that was 98 degrees.
It is, but with Stevie Wonder. I was surprised too when I found out. I was shocked.
What would you like to do?
Call out to those 98 degrees fans. If you picked them in the boy band wars,
You
What do you
lost.
think
good
about
job,
Dwell?
good
win.
job on that underdog.
I just can crawl up
NSYNC
here because you
forever.
can dwell once and then dwell
Excuse
again
you,
when you come
Backstreet
back.
Boys.
Yeah,
Like,
you.
you'd have to
We're
do a
like
crawl
rivals.
up.
But
I'm
we're
like,
friends now.
But we're friends
And
now.
probably
See,
get in and
even
fight
we
the
can come
wizard to do
together.
Yes, we can.
Backstreet
coexist.
Boys
I feel
and
like I want
NSYNC.
to dwell.
We can.
Yeah.
But I win just.
Alright, so he's pulling back.
Bye.
Boop. The Storm Horde is dwelling with one of their units
It's just
popping
gonna
back to
cost
the
me
mill.
one scroll, basically.
'Cause that's where the Living Storm was. It was a lair, so pretty cheap.
Okay.
And that's
Why
gonna.
are you not wanting me to?
I don't know what happened with this. This is a set that has been away from home for a little while. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened to it.
yeah, I scraped those roofs and only dog knows what's going on with them.
Like every one though. So
Yeah,
they went
for
through like
sure.
travel warping.
Man,
They went through the portal a little bit. All right, so you had one more unit that could go anywhere,
that's
and to
all-
the Nimbus Gate.
That's
Yeah, you
just
can tell me
Your
after.
skeins
But
too
after-
much
after
stuff.
those, yeah.
After, but it's
No talk. Secret talk. Code talk.
It's a
Girl talk.
I'm gonna go here and take this lovely gem. Ooh, got better though.
Even better. Yeah, I need it. I want it. I have to have it.
Okay,
No,
so
you don't.
here's what we're doing. It's absolutely terrible.
Shh, don't tell him yet. His
No.
turn's not done.
Yeah,
what
it's
it
his
is.
turn.
It's
Oh,
his turn.
perfect. Tell me now.
We're
Out
ending the
loud.
game.
You're not ending the game.
There's 2 tiles
It's
left.
2 tiles.
Yeah,
And
we
there's
are.
2 of
and
us
you're gonna
left.
both go to the dungeon.
And we can both go to the dungeon
What
because she
a-
has the warrior.
What an amazing turn.
Don't we all still get another round?
We
after
do.
this?
Yes,
We do.
but she
We
gets
do.
last. She,
Whoa, that's amazing.
I
did not
am
see that
the
ending the
coming.
game is a very power move, especially since we're in the lead right now.
Are
I
you?
don't know if you guys want to do that.
I
I really don't know how you want to do that.
No, don't let them.
listen.
You guys are ahead.
All right, let's go for it.
You guys don't have. You have a lot of good cards to give you a lot
Listen,
of points, right?
listen,
Right.
listen. He got his second dwelling, which sucks. We really did want to avoid that.
Yeah, because you got your dwelling when you drink a
But
scroll.
I
you're
want
gonna-
my
He's gonna
dwelling
score.
too. And I can't
You don't have
get
enough
it.
cards to need
I
a second
can.
dwelling, and there's
But
still
them going
the
to the
extra
dungeon
turn.
twice
Okay.
and getting to use, getting to basically
This is
buy
where
cards
camaraderie
is a
comes
great
into
idea.
play.
Yes,
It's actually a
Do it.
fantastic
It's
move.
like I said, if we have more turns, it gives you guys more chance to pull ahead. I feel like this is our one
All right,
shot.
let's see it. Let's see this happen.
To make-
I'm
'Cause I
not
have
gonna miss my shot. Oh, that's really gonna get.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you guys are gonna ban this
So
thing going
the
on?
only thing that
I
I'm
mean,
not
I like this
sure
video to stay up online.
is
Yeah, Ogre,
what
sorry.
you will be able to buy.
Okay.
You might be only able to buy one card,
Well, not much because we used all my resources.
but you have an orb, my friend.
I do.
Oh, look at all. See,
James
orbs are
says,
small.
end it, go ladies. And Terry says, I think it's smart for rating/ogre to end.
Right?
What?
So
You
you
don't.
got
So
some backers in your-
I'm
your
using my
Somebody
dragon
there.
to fly over here
Okay.
people are in your
and pull
corner.
out one tile.
Okay, that's the chaos
That's the
beast.
chaos beast, and we're gonna stick him
By meow?
When you fight the chaos beast, he's diseased,
Perfect.
so I don't think that'll come up, but we'll keep
Maybe
it
it will. Oh, actually,
there. We need some tokens on there.
Okay.
Sure, I'll live near the chaos beast. I love him.
Cool.
Friend.
Then I'm going to do some purchasing.
That's fine, so I can go to the dungeon also.
What's our...
So
Mine are
I
all
Because
think
I'm
I'm
next to the
going
dungeon, and I can
to
walk in the dungeon. So.
get
I just can't give you any resources.
You-
No, but I've got
your...
3.
I've
So
got
I
a
can
lot of
buy
resources
some.
too that I'd
Where
like
you
to
do,
spend.
okay, so you're in top of order.
You
also
can't
have
go to the dungeon
fire.
because you didn't get a warrior, so you're gonna have to
I
pick
do
something like
want
the
that
mage
fire.
tower triangle for cards.
And I
The
can
other thing
get
we should do is
What has
the...
I
make sure
Okay,
that
but then you can't score it.
we've
Okay,
got
so
the
that's
right numbers of cards.
bad.
here.
Okay.
Because you don't have the second dwelling, so we're
That's
on
your
limited
problem.
numbers
But
of
I'm
you.
trying to
that
get
one.
I need
a
this one.
dwelling.
Yeah, so it's decent for me.
But we have to end the game, otherwise they will beat us.
Okay. We can't let that happen.
We can't let that happen. So I'm
No
doing
more
some-
dominated monsters for me.
Yeah, like they were starting to pull ahead, and I was like, this has to end now. So
Like Harry Potter. Sorry. That's good.
options.
Rollins here.
Options.
I can have 6 cards. You can have 3 cards. We don't know what you're going to be able to buy, but it's probably going to be a cheap one.
Something pathetic. Thank
Because
you
of
for
the
rubbing that
orb.
in, ogre.
Sorry, but you can
I
buy.
can add it
you
here,
can actually
though, right?
technically buy any 2-cost card.
Can I do this with my orb?
Yeah, she
I guess I
Okay,
don't need
okay.
to.
So I'm gonna leave the Elder Atlas for you because that's a 5-pointer.
Oh, that's a 5-pointer for her. Yeah.
Because that's a 5-pointer for you
Okay.
This order card is very cheap. It only costs 2 scrolls, and that's
So
easily
that's what you were-
acquirable with an orb.
with an orb. So that is what I'm going to leave for you to buy
With my orb.
with your orb. Yes.
Okay.
Assuming I don't reveal something really spicy with hammers, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Understood.
So then
Spicy.
What are you
I
gonna
like
buy?
it.
I think I'm
You got some
going.
gold there. You got some tools there. Woof, that's a good stuff.
I know. He
Faces being
does.
blocked. Josh?
Unfortunately,
Repeatedly.
what I would really
No, don't
like
be
though,
showing
actually
those
the
ones.
one I
Those
can
are old
afford,
ones.
I can buy that for you, and then you
Those
can buy
personal
me.
notes.
Yeah,
That.
whatever you want. Whatever you
The
decide
other-
is fine.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
3
I mean,
of
you're
the 6
seeing
other
all ours.
pictures
We're
for
friends
just
at
the
this
artwork
point, so we
isn't
can.
fair.
I mean,
Sorry,
can
I just
come
sort of
back.
saw
Those
the
are those
image.
will be the
I can
1v1
call
stream.
back, but
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily need to be. So whatever.
Yeah,
you
take
do.
them
Sorry,
down.
like I saw the ending.
No,
I'm
so
sorry.
do it. Yeah.
So I think
because
I think what's gonna happen is I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
buy
think-
her Elder Atlas because I can afford it.
Okay.
I'm cycling
I'm
that.
a little
So you're buying it so that so her orb. You didn't want to wait.
Hmm?
You-
because I don't have enough. I have enough potions to buy necromancy,
Mm.
but not also rotting bog. But with the
Mm.
orb, she can buy whatever she likes because it's a
Oh,
potion and she can buy it for
you.
me.
Yeah,
but I
nice.
do have the scrolls to buy her Elder Atlas.
Hey, good teamwork over there.
So that's
Teamwork
what the,
makes
yes,
the dream
so,
work.
so this is why you would want to buy things for your friends because of the resources you each have
Get a
and how to
little help.
distribute that.
Nicely done.
So
Acid solving the puzzle. Here
Yeah, we are best friends.
so
Ogres
then-
and rats.
So then I
You
get
know.
a gem here
Mhm.
and if my partner doesn't have any what's it called?
Resources.
Cards. I can't give them cards.
Right, it's a 1-to-1 trade.
Okay. So then we're getting 3 potions.
I mean,
Sorry, 4
you
potions.
can spend orbs on cards.
It's definitely not worth it right now.
Nice try.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For necromancy, so push me up 1 on darkness, please.
The necromancer.
Almost got to the orb.
I know. Can we push you up there to
I
get
wish I
that
had
orb?
time to
2
get to another
cards.
orb.
Not if. Well, maybe she could.
Not if it all ends now.
Would
So
have liked to be in
that's
a little bit
unfortunate.
more spaces
Is
than
there
I
anything
would.
I
might-
could do for this?
Trying to figure that out.
Okay, so the new dungeon cards come out.
Yes.
The new order card costs 3 tools. It's the Archbridge. It's actually a card that was Astrid came up with. Choose one resource other than
Yeah.
gold that you have none of and gain 2 of that resource.
Ooh, I like it.
It's a pretty fun card.
It's a really fun card.
And Dark, which is an aura, which when you put it on a card, then you can use a unit from the underworld to activate that card. That also costs 3 tools.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
All right. Now,
She wants that one.
that is not the last turn of the game, but I'm imagining that you're going to go into the...
It's your turn now, right?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your
Okay.
turn now.
So we're talking teammates.
Wait, actually, it's almost.
almost my
I
turn.
have one question
Yes.
on this card, Ritual.
Okay.
Wait, where is she on the battle track? What's
On
her
the
next
battle
goal
track
if she wins?
is any resource if she wins.
No, not worth it. So yes, I am going to play Ritual for free.
Okay.
And
So ritual, it costs 1 sword, or you have to be at least 1 on the darkness track, which you are.
I'm going to send my dragon.
You're going to sacrifice your dragon.
So she doesn't have to fight me.
Conveniently, yeah, to get your teammate
Nice.
out of a fight. It goes
Yeah,
to the underworld.
Nice.
You get instead of a sword,
I get 3 magic cards.
Nice. Solid.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
May those be all
and now I have to get rid of one
that you can't use.
Oh yeah, probably. These are all battle spells, and I don't expect them to be used, which is very sad. This is a sad draw, everybody.
Is it Darlene's turn?
Yes.
It is now Darlene's turn.
Darlene, are you going to the dungeon?
Am I going to the dungeon? With my warrior or my...
I would go with your warrior in case someone picks a fight with you. It gets you an extra point.
To my dungeon.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right, so the last tile is an order tile. The dungeon here or the dungeon there?
It depends on whether you want to get into a fight.
Well, for a point, yeah.
I do.
We get an extra turn, so it depends on whether you want to have anybody
now, what's
going to
happen is, by Darlene taking the last tile, everyone will get one more turn, including Darlene.
And that ends the game.
Okay. So who do I want to battle this
So if you go to this dungeon, you're going to
fight
You don't
battle anybody.
You don't battle anybody.
But this one, if you win or lose, you still get a point, right? And you still have dudes left to put on the board, so...
Yeah, you're going to fight the dwarves, and we welcome it.
It's worth it for you.
Is that what I should do?
I'll get one.
I'm sorry, I'm going to toss this, because I hand limit.
Okay. Yeah.
Battle?
It's up to you.
Either way.
Okay, so...
But we could also go into the dungeon without...
here we go. Exact resources. Resources aren't terribly useful right now, because it's the end of the game.
I mean...
And I can't give her cards.
Because I don't have anything.
I'm not going to tell you either way.
But
this is just a lonely little dwarf. You don't want to, take him out.
Can't... I'm trying to think if he could
Sounds evil.
It might mess up his pullback, but I also don't see how he can get points from his pullback unless he has like a quest or something. It all depends on whether or not you want to use... No.
You get the point from the warrior.
I would use the point for the warrior. I'm looking because he's like, you can't dwell next turn because you don't have any people out on the board. Okay. I would just try and get the point.
And I get 2 for my warrior.
And
we'll deal with that in a second.
Did I say I wanted it there though? I don't remember that.
I mean...
Oh yeah, you can put this wherever you like.
Yeah, where do we want it at?
It's light, so you're already up on the top there.
Ashford's going to get one more turn.
There is... I can't dwell either.
We can put it by Ashford then, right? Wouldn't that be best? Or by me up here with nobody, by the monster?
By the monster. Let's make it so that no one can get it.
Yeah.
We'll move these cards over.
So we'll just stick it by the monster.
Perfect.
All right, great. Beautiful. Now you get to buy 2 cards.
Yes.
I do?
Yes. So, unfortunately, I don't think you can afford 2 cards.
I can't.
However,
so you'll buy one and
you can afford 1 card, which is dark.
Okay.
Because you have 2 tools.
Oh, it's going to get Ashford the orb.
And it's going to get me the orb, people!
All right.
So crazy.
Perfect, that's what we want. Okay.
So,
however, the
there's
ogre's
2.
made a big misstep on that one.
And my orb.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
I know.
That's all right. 3 tools.
Apparently we made a big misstep.
Okay, so this is going on what exactly on the orb rewards?
I do
2 tools or 2 gold?
2 gold.
Okay, so it's going on the 2 gold spot. If you don't mind, put it on the 2 gold spot.
It could go on either, but we want to make sure.
And then you get change, right?
Yeah, so you get a golden
gold
change.
because you always get the change.
Solid.
That purchases you what card? Dark for your buddy. Astrid. And then
for my rat friend.
You don't have any more cards that you can buy.
I don't.
So you're gonna have to burn a card.
I'm gonna have
you always have to move 2 cards. Yeah. When you go to the dungeon, you can buy 1 or 2, but if you cannot buy or do not want to buy, you recycle.
Which one should
a card.
I burn? I'm burning cards.
Oh, because it's gonna be a tough fight.
It's definitely gonna have an impact what you do with this burn.
Yeah. Okay. So they're in air and
this one right here.
Order and chaos. Chaos is the cheapest one right now. That's the one I'd burn.
Don't say. Oh, chaos. Oh, I don't care about that one.
Chaos is fine.
No, you guys are doing that to trick us.
No, I actually don't care about. I only have 1 in, so I don't care about chaos.
Yeah, but you can buy them for him, and he cares about chaos. Because he's at
you can buy for me.
Oh, yeah, because he's at the top of chaos and it's the cheapest one.
That's not what I'm going to buy,
You can definitely afford it, but...
What are you getting?
Basically, we can't get rid of...
That's too good of a reaction.
Listen. Listen. Chaos and something else, I think he can afford air, are both 5-cost cards, 5-point cards, whatever it is. So as long as we burn 1 5-point card...
That's a good.
All right.
So
we're safe because they can't activate their tableau if they buy. Well, he could activate his tableau if he buys something for him, so I would get rid of that one.
This one?
All right.
Yes.
Mike is saying that orb stays in place and no one else can take that 2 gold orb reward.
Right, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So burn
All right,
this?
so there's a new. Yeah, put it on the bottom. So there is a new chaos card that comes out.
It might be something better.
But That's the
It is the Poisoned Scimitar.
Ooh, I love that one. That's a blade card
This
that
is
we
a blade
unlocked.
card. It costs swords. It's an anomaly that way.
It costs swords.
After you lose a battle to an opponent, the player who won the battle must choose one of their units that fought and move it to the underworld because he got poisoned.
And the New Darkness card.
And then there's this one is 3 hammers. When you regroup, if your warrior's in the underworld, you may still use it to activate 1 tableau card.
It's called
Do I
Buried
need to
Alive.
roll anything? No.
Okay, so you're done.
So
My turn.
We're gonna have a fight.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, you fight.
not done. Move me up on darkness, please, and give me that orb.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
The
Yep,
purple one goes
yeah.
up in darkness and gets the orb. Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
Now there's a fight.
Now there's a fight.
I get to die because I have a
Before
warrior.
this fight happens, I could join. But I'm not going to.
Sorry.
I'm thinking, well, maybe I should.
Wait, that is you. How can you not join yourself? You are.
I mean, I could join with this guy, but I don't want to do that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Instead, I'm thinking like this dwarf. I'm not really gonna have a pullback turn. I think I'm gonna have a dungeon turn. So I might as well have 2 dwarfs try and do this.
Yeah, they're gonna
I have
be
2
buying
houses
cards.
nearby.
We'll see if it'll
Let's say you
work
get
out
4
in our
dice.
favor. We can't.
4 dice
and
for
I
the
have
dwarfs.
Unless you have some swords, which you do.
Should I?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
This
so
is the time.
2 or more.
We don't have any cards that are worth swords at the end of the game,
So
so
all of
I'd
them?
use all of them.
All right, so
I will try
4,
another token.
I guess.
If I had another token, I could get Entomb.
Okay, then I roll.
Come on, baby. 6.
Wow.
6 for the
6.
dwarves.
5. Oh wow!
Wow, the dwarves pull out a win right here.
You score a point, though, right?
I
Unless
should
you,
get a
Wait,
gold.
this
you can't play a card for her turn.
But wait,
play after battle dice have been rolled. It doesn't say on my turn.
No, that's. I'm sorry, but it's the lightning bolt. It's for your. We have to phrase it.
Okay,
better.
we have
It's
to
for
phrase
you.
it. It does not
doesn't
say on my
matter.
turn.
Yeah.
But
You
I
needed
scored
to
you a
trade
point,
it
though.
to her. To
And
have
you get a sword, even though...
well, I get a point and I get a sword.
Yeah, I gave you a point
We got
already.
your, we got your.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an unexpected win, so I will take 1 of any resource, which will be gold.
Yeah, of course.
Color.
So-
Yeah, that guy-
So yeah,
that guy.
maybe that will cost us something.
But that's okay.
I can't quite see where
My
this is
turn.
how this is going.
Last
to
round of the game,
That's
guys.
The reason why
Last
I
round.
think you should have gone to the other dungeon is because you opened it up so that he could walk into the dungeon.
I'm just going to walk
All right,
right in
because
there.
he wasn't. He didn't have
He
any.
couldn't
have
have
many-
been able
way to
to.
get in the dungeon.
Oh, it was a
it's one of
gross.
those-
it was a big misstep. They were right.
It's all good. It's all good.
But let's see how the tide turns, or doesn't.
Because that's
What are you buying over there?
that's easily
Now,
a
you
10-point
can't.
miss.
No, normally you can't go in the
Sorry, it's
dungeon if
okay.
you can't
it's
take
fine.
the action, but on the final turn you don't need to be able to do the tile action,
there's
so you can
nothing
buy up to 2 cards.
I'm going to take this one.
So he's taking a water card, which costs 4 scrolls.
Boost my...
Where's the scrolls? I didn't see you. give
It's
up any
actually only a
I just done
5-point
4.
mistake.
scrolls. Oh, okay.
It can't be a 10-point
Now,
mistake.
can you get a 5-point card for either of us?
I can't. The
He
sword-
can't get any card for either of you technically, because he's at 6 cards and only 2 dwellings.
I can give it to her. I could
But
have
he
given
could.
one
Yeah,
to
he could
him.
buy
Yeah,
me
he
the
can
card
buy you the
instead.
card.
I don't have
But
it anymore.
you're
All I
also
had-
coming
all-
up to the
all-
limit, so
Well.
All I had
No,
was...
you're right. You're right. I am coming up to the
so
limit.
it's actually not as expensive as a foible as we thought.
Yeah, it's very, very curious. I can't dwell on my last turn either.
I only had...
This is working out just fine.
I only had 6 scrolls and 2 potions. That's all I had. So I could have bought this for you, but they actually did get rid of it, so it did cost us 5 points.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about you getting this
Yay.
instead.
I don't have swords.
You don't have swords.
No. I would love to get that instead.
Radagor.
Yeah.
If only one of you
That's
had
the, this
lost
is
a
the
fight
only, this is
recently.
the only thing I could buy.
Well, wait. I can buy that card for you.
Do we want to though?
Do we want to?
I can buy this card for you.
The only card I can buy is this one, period.
You can't buy any other. You
No.
can't buy this
Because
one.
I got rid of the cheap
No.
one.
That is the end of a sentence.
And you don't have
'Cause we
the
got-
enough
I can
to
get
buy-
rid of a
We
card for
got
you, though, to
rid of
buy
the
something
cheap
else.
one.
Wait. Actually, hold
No,
on a
they're
second.
thinking. They're thinking.
My thing is
That's
off
never a good thing.
variety. Could you get me? Is the only card you could buy?
Yes, but I can also dump a card.
But
so that
actually,
can
if you
something
buy
new.
me the
This is
water
very
card,
good.
that's good for me right now.
Okay.
And then I'll buy you the card that you want.
Okay.
So would you put you back down
We're
one,
doing-
and then I'll be
Okay.
one
Well,
on the
let's look and see what's open. 'cause
Let's see
I
who
still
has
on the
have
water
one
track.
Okay.
Right.
And also, I can just
That's
get rid of a
okay.
card, too. Which one do you want gone?
Well, since I'm buying you this one, I will have almost
It
nothing
might even be
left.
better for me to get rid of this one, so it might be cheaper.
Yeah, let's kill the ice card so it's cheaper and we'll see what happens. Alright,
You
great.
can't get them
So we
for
have a
me.
new
Yeah, I can't give you
air card,
cards.
which is actually 3 scrolls for the aerial strike.
And 2 scrolls for the
Oh,
water
beautiful.
one. Okay,
Alright.
and I'm done.
Okay, so it's pretty good for you. Good job.
Alright. So I have to fight you to go to the
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I could do this another
We
way.
should fight each
I
other.
could
That
do
gives us
this-
a point. That gives
I
us a...
Okay, one of us will go up, right?
What do you
Yep.
And that means either a one of any power
It's not the worst
or
one.
one of any resources,
Maybe I
which is
should do
nothing.
that at this point.
What's one of any power?
I don't know.
Meaning on the track,
I'm
you
not
go
sure
up
that's
one
what
in
it
any
Oh,
kind of
okay.
track.
Oh, yeah, because you can't pull that. Because
is. Unless I just win a battle to get a point.
That's actually good.
It's a bit of a Hail Mary.
Let's fight each
but
other.
It's,
I mean,
it's
I
what
can
people do.
pull back.
That way one of us
stuff
wins.
if
Just since it's the last round anyway.
You gotta see what I get.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Okay.
And also
No
you can't
ogres
do
on the
because you
board, and
can't
there's no
score them.
astral on the
Okay.
board.
Doesn't matter.
Because
Throw her down.
Wait, do you want to trade for this card and use
So
it?
let
Do
me
we
know
want to
once
use
you
that
go
card?
and once you know.
Although the ogres are in the all in the underworld, so never mind.
No, we don't need this one either. These are useless.
We're
Okay.
sleeping.
Go ahead.
We're tired. Ogre tired.
All right.
You're 5%
Sorry,
on my phone.
everybody. Sorry,
Ogre chilling with
everybody.
Hades.
We
So
gotta wrap it up.
I'm looking at the possibilities. I could not go into the so right now what we've discovered is I can't score any more cards, and you can only score one more card. I could give you that card by using my Entomb.
You can always get rid of a card that's not worth so much. Like this one's not worth very much to me, so I don't care. It's worth 1
It's
point.
true.
I don't care.
So I could buy you 2
Intriguing.
cards if I could pull that
If you
off.
can, yeah.
Not saying I
get
don't
another
see how I
water
can
for
pull
me.
that off though. The water's
Just
cheap.
just
though.
1 blue is 5 points though. So
Water's pretty cheap.
I thought we had him, guys.
It's okay, because we're still grouping. They're just scrambling like eggs.
Like eggs.
But I
Problem
like
is
mine
I
over
can't get you
easy
2
anyway.
cards.
I need the air one though. Anyway, we'll do this one. We'll bump myself up in. I'll bump
Sure.
you up in something to give you points, and then we'll score me 5 points for that one.
All
It's a solid. It's a solid last turn.
All right. I was just trying to figure out if I could pull off something else here, but the only other way I could do it is get the Entomb.
I got
Card.
nothing for you here.
This is Entomb card is gaining adventure card at no cost. At no cost. Wow, I wish I could own
It's
this
a public
card.
domain.
The water card says
Is
whenever you
it?
place your
No.
treasure token
Yes,
on any
the
tableau
Beatles,
cards, you
that's
gain
as
those
copyrighted as it
resources.
gets.
Yeah.
But what if you
Um,
woke up and you were the only people who remembered
I think there's a better
Beatles?
way.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
just getting you that 5-pointer is the way to go. So it's going to be a fight,
It's
but
cute.
No, fight me. Oh yeah, that's me. Okay.
yeah, I mean, I
Yep.
have to do it that way. So
Yeah, he
you're
can't
taking
play it
that.
himself.
So we're spending 3 scrolls for that.
Where's your wizard coming from? But you're because
I'm,
you have your
I'm right
unit.
here,
Right,
yeah.
yes.
But I,
It's a weird
My-
looking
my-
wizard.
My eyes did not see the
The
white
Death
pieces,
Reaper.
so I was just like, that's not legal.
I
Call
just
me the
don't have enough to
Reaper.
buy anything else. It's sad.
It's don't fear the we should not fear the Reaper. He
All
doesn't
right,
fear the
so I
Reaper.
don't have enough to buy anything else. I'm gonna burn something. You guys both have turns left, and you have tools,
Do we though?
and that's 5.5 point.
Do we have tools though?
Astrid has 2 of them and an orb, so she can afford either of these cards, and they're both good for you. So I'll just burn a cheap one, and we'll do that.
Yep.
That way, no accidental, sloppy second cards happen.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
But you must reveal.
There's a soaring Pegasus for 4 scrolls and a
that sounds
treasure
cool.
map for 3 scrolls.
Yeah, I can't exactly get in there.
All right, you
anyway.
guys.
Oh,
No,
You're
it's
up.
time for you to fight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fight.
Oh, fight. Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Is this
It's
what they call
2v2.
friendly
Should I move the
fire?
Reaper in there?
Do you want to
If
win?
you'd like.
If I win, I get a power track. That's
We
better if
both
I
do,
win.
right? Okay.
No, you don't. You get it as a resource.
Oh, that's right.
So I
It's
wanna,
better
I'll
if
take
you
it.
lose, so you're gonna try to lose again.
Wait,
I always lose anyway.
hold
That's-
up. Play when a battle would be triggered. Instead, no battle is triggered.
Oh, that's a fascinating card.
Okay.
All right.
Surprise!
All
Ogre
right.
surprise!
That would happen before I joined.
Rat
by the way.
surprise.
Yeah, that's the play before.
Okay.
Rat surprise.
Okay. Fascinating. Little fairy
So
charm
not
there.
even gonna risk
We'll just-
that.
we'll
You
just
going
chill
up
then.
on that track.
Okay.
Bye.
Done. My last turn is over.
Okay.
That's it. 2
so-
more turns.
Can I get in there?
Thank
No.
you guys for staying with this intense last little move.
Yes.
here.
Ooh.
I cannot get into the final.
Can't get in the dungeon.
Can I get into the
You're
Your
lowering
dungeon?
my-
teammate can't get in the dungeon. I think we locked up the dungeon.
Yes, I think you locked up the dungeon,
Nice.
which means, and I can't get to that juicy double gem. Damn. It's juicy for me because of
Juicy,
reasons.
juicy.
So I'm just going to do the turn that I got, which is going to be, oh, this. What do I get if I win a fight?
You get any go up and track.
It says 3.
Or,
It means
I get
anything.
to go up on
one
a
of
track,
anything.
you say.
You do get to go up on a
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I said. I think.
Well now.
track. Bring
Oh.
it. It'll be a good fight.
You think I'm going after you? Why on earth would I want to do that?
You can't fight me.
Why on earth would I want to fight either of you?
Hashtag
What's
rat-
the monster's
rat.
power?
Rat against
You
rat.
go into the
Chaos Beast.
Yeah, the
4
Chaos
dice
Beast.
at the end of the battle. Each unit that fought the Chaos Beast is placed in the underworld, even if the Chaos Beast lost. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
You
Place.
want one of these?
Let's do it.
Yes, please.
So I'm going to use my sword for my friend.
All right, you move in there. You get one of these.
And I gave a sword up.
Well, this moves in here.
So now I'm rolling 2 dice. Now I have to decide. Let me take a look at what I've got. I've got a lot going on right now. So,
That's
okay,
true.
Unfortunately, cannot use my orb if I want to pull this off.
The
Yep.
thing is I can't do the 2 of anything.
I
I
lost my
can't do the
magic
2 of
cards now in
anything
somewhere.
for 3 cards.
We'll
What do
find
you
them on
mean?
this
Because I
board
only have
in a
1
second.
resource.
Because you just spent your sword on me. Got it.
Is that fine? Still?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think if I can
This
pull,
is a lot of
but
points,
only
yeah.
2
Chaos
seems
Beast.
to,
Yeah,
no 3
poison
because I
is
have my
all that
house.
fight it.
Yeah!
3 dice because of my house.
Our
Mike,
house
everything that fights the Chaos
in the
Beast
middle
is poison.
of our street.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
know. I
I
said it on
really
stream.
need
Oh,
to win this. Oh wait. Oh yes. Okay.
I read it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes,
We'll
what it
give you some
did.
good cards.
All right. Maybe those combat dice will save me.
All right, 4 dice for the Chaos Beast.
Okay. Big money, no
Ready?
whammies.
Come on, Chaos Beast. Come on now.
How about no?
5.
5.
Wait. Lightning bolt. 6/5.
Used to.
Yeah, you
Okay.
beat the Chaos Beast.
Which means that I
Yeah!
have Rise of a Hero. To complete this quest, you must win a battle against with a single worker.
Yeah!
That's 4 points, please.
What up?
And I go up on a track with the glory track.
Our Roger.
Which
Our
one?
rat
Yes, she
ogres.
goes, the purple moves up. No,
That's our team name.
No,
Yeah.
Purple moves up on this track.
could be.
Or
Yes,
just-
purple
okay.
moves up
And
on
you
this.
want-
It's one of any power.
I definitely want to go up on chaos because I think I have the most of
And then this
those.
goes
Okay.
to the underworld and you get a sword.
Nice.
And
I'm
last-
not done yet.
No. Okay.
No. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. I'm going to cash in all of my tokens
Yeah, we are.
All right.
for gem, scroll, tool.
Fascinating.
Where's my tools? I don't have enough tools. Please hand me 2 tools.
All right. 2 tools. What are
As
you doing?
well as spend this orb on 2 scrolls.
Okay. Nice. All these resources.
And I have
Going on some quests.
2 points for my 2 gems.
Okay. 2.
3 points for my 2 scrolls. For my 3 scrolls, sorry.
Okay.
Wow, I don't have any of
And
those cards.
wait, no, this
I know,
is
these
this
are
is the
some
workshop.
quests, so we're
And 2
gonna-
points for my 2 hammers.
Look at all
Yeah.
those quests.
What up?
That's my turn.
Okay.
All right. Nice turn.
Roger.
Oh, it's gonna get better.
Is it
All right. Well,
Let's
not
see.
your turn.
Not
It's
your-
her turn. The final turn. You're
Yes.
saying is
the
gonna get
final
better.
countdown?
What are you gonna do over there, ogres?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we
What are we gonna do? Okay,
Because
so,
we were playing on your guys' play.
so this is your final turn.
This is our final turn.
Yes, it's our final turn. This is the final
We're
turn.
teammates.
It is.
I'm trying to see if there's anything that can get us points, and the only thing would have been a Hail Mary over there, but I really needed to win that fight.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I appreciate that.
We do.
So at this point,
We
it
can get 1 victory
actually-
point for going against something.
No, because that's not your warrior.
Only a warrior gets those
That's
points.
not my warrior. Just
So it
kidding.
Here, we
actually,
can take this one out now.
since there aren't any
Hey.
places where you
Oh,
can get
yeah.
a spell
He's not
card
one
for
of our
free,
minis.
it actually doesn't matter where you play.
It doesn't matter where I play, so I might as well play by my house and get something, right?
I mean, to be fair, it does matter where she plays. She could get cards off of the mage tower.
She doesn't have enough resources.
Doesn't have the resources? And cards are resources and you're out of cards.
Exactly.
All right
Right.
then, it does not matter.
All right.
That's not...
Place on a
Yes.
place then. Let's score.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
let's
Like it
score it
doesn't
then.
Yep.
it doesn't matter. So whatever you'd like
I
to
mean,
place.
Back
the only
home.
thing that would matter then is if she placed near the croc and tried to get a fight and tried
Oh!
to win.
Actually-
That's what I said. Should I go
Oh
into
yeah, no,
the-
do that.
But it's only for a resource, actually.
But
Or
I...
to soak up water.
Or to
So-
soak up
soak up
water.
water. But I
do
soak
get
up
2
water,
die.
which get you
Well,
some
no,
point.
no, because soaking up water, she doesn't have any water cards.
I'm just
Never mind,
so...
never
I
mind.
Yeah, it
can't
doesn't actually
swim.
matter. It doesn't actually
We've
matter.
had fun
So I'm
exploring all
coming
the
here,
options, but
and
there
I'm
are
going
no
here.
ways
Cool.
that she can get some more
Something
points
better.
off of that turn.
Nope.
All
All right,
right.
so here's how we're going to score this thing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to score our elemental power itself. So if we start with the Storm Horde, you got 5 points because you got all the way to the top of the air track, and then you've got 2 points in 2 other tracks, so 9 points total.
Okay.
All right. And then if you look at my positions, I got to 5. I got 3 in order, so that's 8, plus another 2 is 10, plus another 2 is 12. You look over here at the
12?
rats, they did pretty good here.
13.
They got up to top of 2 tracks.
And a 3.
And a 3, so that's 13 points. They're definitely in the lead. We'll move these guys out of the underworld for right now and move this tile out of the way. All right, then you got the ogres who got into 2 tracks, 1 at the top, 5, and another track for 3, so 8 points for the ogres. After you're done scoring the actual elemental power that you have, you move over to Dwellings. And so starting again with the Storm Horde, you've got 2 Dwellings, and they're both in air, your favorite resource, which is 10 points. 5 and 5. And then the Dwarves got 5 for this Chaos Dwelling. Shocking, because they're in normally order.
The Dwarves? Were you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 5 for this one, and then for this one, only 2. So 2 more.
Okay.
I think it's another 13 points for me.
So she's got a Darkness one, she's got a Chaos one, that's 10, and then there's another 3, so it's 13 points. So the rats are way out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get somewhere
What
close.
about the ogres? We had a
Ogres, yes,
dwelling.
the ogres
All
have
right,
a
so
dwelling
you have a
for
dwelling,
5
and
points.
it's 5 points.
Yeah. We're so cute. But we're not, because we're ugly.
Now, after we're done with Dwellings, we're going to move on to Adventure cards. And your starting card does count. Okay, so if we go over here to... Now, you also... Okay, at this moment, with the new rule, this does not count against the Dwelling tableau limit. So you're going to look at your cards and your Dwellings, and you're only allowed to have 3 cards per Dwelling. You have 2 Dwellings and 6 cards. That's fine. You can score all of your cards.
25?
So that's 25 points for air, because each one is worth 5.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get big.
36, 46, 56, and then 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And then you're going to get this water card for 2 and this Cloud of Death card for 2.
And I
1,
goes
2,
on to
and
this.
1, 2.
Alright, then we come over to my cards. I also have 2 Dwellings, and I have 6 cards, so that's fine. And I have, for order, I have 2 cards that's worth 6 points for the order cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And my Chaos cards are worth 5 each, so that's 15. And then the water card is only 2.
43 to 53.
Are you guys checking his math out there? Please check his
And
math.
then the water and the
He's
darkness
good.
are 2
I'm
each.
kidding.
2 each?
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2.
So that's mine. We go over here to the rats.
25 points.
25 because you've got all darkness and chaos. And you have the Dwellings to back it up.
74, 84,
Oof,
1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4,
it's
5.
good. Look at that, look at that. Okay, then we've got the ogres, and you've got,
I have 3.
and you have the Dwelling to back those
So
3 up.
that's
I do.
6,
If you didn't have this, you wouldn't be scoring
16.
this. But you've got 5,
But I
5,
do.
and a red one, so
44, 1,
13,
2,
right? Plus our other red one, yeah, I
It's
got you.
okay. Next time.
All right, now that we're done with those, now there is another type of card we haven't unlocked on the Kickstarter yet, but it's called Vaults. If anybody had a Vault right now, that would score.
Ooh, nice.
But we don't look like we have any vaults on the table. So now we're going to move on to Prophecies. And the first person to score Prophecies is the Storm Horde, and they have Monolith.
4 points.
Which is that if their dwellings are far apart, they score for each dwelling 2 points. When it comes to my Prophecies, I have Convergence, which is 2 points for every different color of card I have in my tableau. And I have 4 different colors of this. So that's 8 points for the Convergence card.
See, they might get us collectively.
And then Dominion says I
yeah.
get 2 points for each different type of color element that I've dwelled in. So that's another 4 points. And then I have Comet,
Okay, yeah, no, they took it.
which
Sorry.
is
No.
2 points,
I
and
didn't
then 1
realize I
point for
needed
every
that.
prophecy I have. So
No,
it's 2,
no,
and then
I
another
didn't
3 is
realize
5
either.
more points for that. So I collected a couple prophecies over here. And what do you got over there for the rats?
10 points.
Ooh, that's a beautiful card.
For Gryffindor.
2 points per completed quest, and I completed 5 quests.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That was why I did all that stuff at the end of the game.
That's super cool. In fact, you can trade cards with people and get all the
And
quests.
so
and
we'll
then
add up the
Yeah.
points.
Oh, wait, do you have any prophecies? No, she doesn't
No,
have
I
any.
don't have any
Alright, so
prophecies.
then you add the 2.
So we've got 99 here from her. So what we're going to do is take this back 1 and put it at 100.
Yep.
And then it goes to 146.
146 points.
Is it
Yay!
enough? Is it
All
enough,
right,
people?
all right.
Either way, I did a good job.
69.
great.
So 79. We'll go to 80, and then we'll drop this down by 1. And then
Okay.
80 plus 60. What is that?
Is 140,
and
which
then
Plus
means
8. No, plus 8.
plus
Why?
8. It's on 68.
Yeah.
It's
we lost by
140.
2
140.
points.
Look how freaking
Plus
close that is.
8.
That
So close.
That's how we do it!
I don't like that.
Well, you know.
Oh,
Win
was
some,
a
you
great
lose
game.
some.
That was
That
great.
was a
That was very
fantastic,
good.
Good game.
fantastic
Excellent. Well done. That was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Am I out of practice,
I
Peter?
was,
game. Yep.
No, pretty good stuff.
You missed
Considering I
one
didn't know
hot.
about some of
Number
those
one score
rules.
for the game was the
Yeah,
rat
you did a
lane.
good job. You're a good teammate.
what I
Yes,
feel
I'm
like,
nuanced.
and I don't know if I'm
Thank you.
speaking.
No, you did great.
I feel like
Yay,
she worked to help her score because she was being able to collectively gather certain things, and that's why she scored so many. And while we weren't necessarily helping each other score as much, other than giving the cards here,
we did work really well collectively because all those 3 things were originally.
What I'm saying is, there's 2 ways to do it. You can have focus on one person and make sure that they get the best possible outcome.
All of those quests were going to be hers because she had so many workers early on that I thought that she was just going to be resource.
But then you traded them back.
No, but they were in my hand, but I wasn't going to trade them until I knew she could complete them.
Right.
Because I knew that that's how the economy was working out.
Well, all of these victory points he got were mine originally.
Yeah, like he traded me the convergence card.
But I think that like some of the things like we thought of, but we were targeting other things. So like the prophecies and stuff. I didn't collect a lot of those, so there's other avenues.
Yeah, we didn't get any. I was the one who drew the spell tokens.
And I mean, there's like I say, you can help people by you can specifically push your resources towards your
I think we did a good job on that. I mean, 2 points off.
And there's no problem with that as well. That's a solid strategy.
For sure.
I mean, and here's the thing. I mean,
sorry for everybody I let down.
But we love you.
There are so many different ways it can go.
Yeah.
And even though I advise you to take the Minotaur to,
oh yes, that was a mistake.
You could have spent that orb on 3 points.
Yeah.
Which would have won.
Which would have actually
But for you viewers out there, we bought the Minotaur.
That's why I was like,
in this specific game.
So we lost because we're generous.
But you also did. You guys did do a lot of fighting too, which gave you a lot of points.
But we never.
I never won a fight. Like other than like 2-3 times. One time.
You know what really edges out me winning that last fight for 6. No, actually, that was an 8-point fight.
Yeah, it was pretty victorious.
It was actually it took me up in chaos. Mm-hmm. So that was actually a 10-point fight.
Yeah,
huge fight.
That was pretty good. That was pretty.
I mean, there's a lot of things like that's a huge thing. We maybe could have stopped it. There was this thing letting the Michael in that was
that actually that might have earned us.
I was like, that's you could fight there.
But there's a lot of playability though.
I'm like, don't say anything, Peter. Don't you do it?
Trying to spin it.
Yeah.
Depending on where everyone goes.
Here's a question. You just played this for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you feel?
A lot of fun. I like it. I mean, definitely a lot of strategy and different ways to do it. So I like that. Definitely when the tiles are placed, there's different avenues to take. It was a lot of fun. Really interactive. I really like the 2v2 too because like if you're new to this, you get to kind of bounce off ideas and work together. So it's really nice when you're starting out.
That was actually why Luke designed it. Because we do know that when you know this game, you are going to be at an advantage.
Yeah.
This is a really good way to get someone in and kind of like
but I felt more confident.
Different groups.
Yeah. And I like that because I felt more confident after discussing things, like being able to maybe go on my own and do individual.
And if you were to play this game again now,
ideas. Like you got it.
Yeah,
would you be able to play this on your own now, specifically playing just once with a partner?
Yes. I think I would, and I think knowing all the little pieces and little workable areas that I can gain points.
I mean, it looks like a lot, right? That's the first thing you think. Look at all this stuff.
It looks like a lot, but on your turn, there are basically 2 things you can do. Yeah, you can either place a worker or you can pull back.
Yeah.
So
no, I really liked it. A lot of choices, a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and I like how you can trade in things. A lot of decisions, but like once you get going, then they become quick, and you can talk to your partner, and I really like that.
You know, one of my favorite parts is that we're playing a game that is kind of like what people would call Euro. It's got this mechanical core to it, but I saw you getting into the theme, like getting into the ogres, getting into it's just fun. I really liked that. Happen, you know,
I was really excited to be like a character, and I think I can like stand behind whatever character like you were getting into the rats. Like it really feels like you are your character.
I never got to use my dragon or my warrior, even though
there are times when you.
I've actually almost never used a dragon,
but you won anyways. So like that doesn't stop anybody.
There's times when you play the faction, and I don't particularly think I use the dwarves gold a little bit. I never brought out the warhammer, so I think there's times when you don't need to use the powers.
And it also depends on the tokens that come out.
Like you got your tunneler out right away, and I think the tunneler was fast.
Yeah, the warrior is the first one I awoke, so I could get the 2 die.
A lot of it depends on what tokens come out. Because if you get a lucky token early on, that can just
it really was.
So I lost every time against you.
You did.
Look how far she was on the track.
Do we have anybody who's asked anything that we need to?
My phone has been dead for the last 10 minutes. So I have no idea. But
Yes.
There's a lot of comments on the end of the game, different ideas of how you guys might have come back for like a point here, a point there.
Oh yeah,
like
there's always what ifs,
big
right?
loss was letting them get into that dungeon.
Yeah, so
That was
maybe
the
we
big
should have
mistake.
gone there
2
instead.
dungeon plays. I mean, it was a
Now,
brilliant
was
movie.
I going to
Yes,
explain
definitely.
that?
Definitely we had to end
Everybody's
it.
all over it. There's an intense, great ending. Everybody's
would
loved
I
how
have-
you guys
yeah.
played
Because I
that.
think
Yeah,
we were so
thank you.
focused on battles, so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
But a little
of
less
that extra, I
bloodthirsty,
thought that
yeah.
point would edge us out, and I didn't see how they could afford that much but I didn't.
We didn't know a lot
I
of the
forgot.
prophecy stuff.
I
yeah.
forgot about this.
Yeah.
This rule, by
So
the way,
next
is
time.
fantastic.
Which, by the way, if these didn't count, so you would be 10 points behind.
And also,
And
we
this
would've
this,
won.
this nuked a card from each of you too, which is
yes, so
point one.
Yeah.
imagine if he
Not as
hadn't.
There was little
Not
things
as
here
bad.
and there that kind of
So many
edged
things
us
that we
out,
had
even
to
though overall we didn't lose by very many.
No, it
No,
was
no,
intense.
this
Got
was
2
really
points.
close.
So had we remembered
And
that, we would have.
I
Like
really
three.
like this rule because it keeps you
honest.
intensely focused on that dwelling the card ratio. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And it
Yeah.
definitely came into my
I
calculations.
focus
so
on
I was
usually
like,
these cards. That's what I like to focus on. But this
Yeah.
game, you literally got all the cards I wanted. The type of
Yeah, we did.
you know the prophecies and all that. That's
Yeah.
what I like. But I drew all mine, and I'm like,
I was.
I got like 2 of them that make me dwell. Okay, here you go. I don't want
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like,
I
oh,
was
here's one that
so
gives me
sad
points
at
for
first.
dying.
Because when I drew the 3 cards, I sacrificed one of my units for 3 cards,
Okay.
and I got Fireball,
Yeah, 3
Lightning
spell,
Bolt, and
yeah.
Fairy Fire.
Nothing. We do.
Yeah.
And I managed to use Fairy Fire
Yeah.
to stop you guys from maybe doing
That was pretty
something.
good. That was pretty good.
And then I managed to pull out Lightning Bolt to save me right there.
That was
And
a
I
good
was just
one.
like, I can't believe I actually got to use these.
Yeah, because they look kind of bleak
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
Because it was just like 1 turn left. What am I going to fight?
So, Dwellings of Eldervale is on Kickstarter right now. I think
Right
we're almost
now.
like halfway through the campaign.
Yeah, we got half left, and
I think
we've
you guys
got
are 300 and something thousand, and you
Yeah.
guys and we're up to our
And
next
definitely-
stretch goal.
yeah.
So that's really cool. Well, you just hit one recently, right?
we just hit one today, which actually allows you to draft magic cards at the start of the game. So that's really fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Having
in a
some
2v2,
resources.
that'd be kind of epic as well. You're passing, trying to, but if you could share them in a 2v2, so it's stronger in a single
Yes.
game. But you can really kind of focus yourself. If you don't like a certain style of card, you can.
But it was definitely nice because we could pass that back for.
And
based
our
on what
the
we
last
added.
2 streams too, we've had some stretch goals pop out
Yes.
that may or may not have supposedly been out yet.
We did get a couple. Now the thing about this thing is we've had to test these cards to make
Yes,
sure
to
that
make
the
sure they
game you're
work.
getting is completely balanced. So you did get a sneak peek at walls. You didn't see any vaults come out. You also saw an aura, which is actually our next goal.
Yes.
We saw
and
2
auras are
auras.
so much fun.
Auras are fantastic. There's an aura
Yeah.
for each element.
Really fun.
And they all do something very thematic to that element. So,
So-
they're a lot of fun, and that's only a little bit away. And once we reach those auras,
Yeah.
the stretch
Please.
goal map is going to explore more things.
Ooh, that's gonna be
I
intense.
love that
So-
map, by the way.
Oh,
It's
thank
so
you.
gorgeous.
Do the puzzles,
Yeah.
guys. Do the
Yeah,
puzzles
if you haven't
too.
seen the stretch goal map, it's beautiful. Like that's not something you can often say
If you,
about like Kickstarter.
if you,
graphics,
I don't
but
know
it's
if anyone.
gorgeous.
So if you're watching this and you're looking at the stretch goal map, occasionally little Easter egg things happen on the
It's-
map.
yeah, it's
and
very-
every time the worker that's traveling gets to a faction, the 2 units of that faction that have special powers show up.
Yeah.
So we're having
Nice.
geeky
we're having a little bit of
silly
fun with that, so yeah, it's just
Yeah.
little details.
But we're having a lot of fun, and thanks to all of you for checking it
Yes,
out.
thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you guys for
Thanks
watching
for-
so much, and for Breaking Games to come down here even with our crazy
Yeah.
technical difficulties, and for you guys to watch on YouTube
Yes,
too, even though you
thank
guys normally
you.
Facebook
Yes.
watchers. Takes
Super
a lot to want to go
fun.
come across here, and we got to see a lot of
So-
interaction and comments and all that.
So we do prizes on the comments after? Is that
Yeah,
what we do?
afterwards we'll just write all the names down from all the comments
And pin it.
individually, and then we're going to put them in our basket and do it all.
Okay,
we just didn't
well-
have time to do all that during the
So
stream.
just to recap, if you've commented, you have a chance of winning Expansity, which feels a little bit like SimCity meets Legos. It's this awesome builder.
we can even give it a couple days if you want to do that as well. So have me
Oh,
people
you know what?
message. We can do that as well.
We could also
Some eyes on the videos, yeah.
we could throw in another prize. So everyone who hasn't had a chance to watch this because it's a very late hour for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
international
that's-
backers.
Yeah.
Oops.
I'll put in another
Okay.
prize to kind of counterbalance the fact that we're letting more people in. We'll put a Rise of Tribes full deluxe version of Rise of Tribes into the prize
Yeah.
pool.
I don't even have that.
Sorry.
All those 3 things can be won by commenting on this video, checking it out.
Commenting, sharing.
All right, good.
Comment, share.
Rise of Tribes
Like,
is
share,
good.
subscribe.
A special
Like.
thank you to Unfiltered Gamer for hosting this stream.
Yes, thank you so much.
This is great.
Happy
Breaking
to
games. Yay.
show it on your channel. 'cause
Now, why
mine
Facebook
doesn't like me.
hate you? I don't know.
It's a constant battle between me and
That was
Facebook.
weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was really
It
weird.
really is a battle.
Our goal is to get you banned off of YouTube now.
Reaching it.
We can do it
Yeah.
with your
Sing
help.
more songs.
With your help, we can get myself banned.
Don't report, please. Do not
Oh,
ban
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
not
actually
ban
want
me.
that. We don't actually want
You
that.
know how to turn the stream off, right, Josh? You push the button and you slide it. You good with that? Okay.
No.
Now I don't know what you guys do on Breaking Games. We're just gonna say goodbye. Do we do the same
Oh,
thing
yeah,
I
we're
do?
good.
What
We
do you
don't have
do?
a protocol right now, so let's find
Are
your
we
way.
going to do that?
All right.
Overlay with the audio?
No, you
or-
just kill it. That's it.
Okay,
This is
cool.
very,
We're thinking
this
that.
isn't our Facebook thing. This is
We,
Breaking
we
Games.
break all of the.
Well,
We
then.
break the game.
On the count of five, we're
Smash!
literally
That's how we
just
end
gonna
the
slam our hands
game.
on the miniatures of the
We
prototypes.
proud of
All
Ogre.
right.
The who wants the Chaos Beast?
Somebody gets
He's-
this one.
He's
the
a good
spiky
spiky
one.
boy.
All right.
Ogre.
Well, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
thank you guys
thank
for
you
coming
so
on Breaking
much.
Games, an Unfiltered Gamer as well. As always, we look forward to seeing you guys next
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 time.
time.
Ogre out.
Ogre out.
time.